much more than a dime piece. You can't buy me like a timepiece. Don't drop me like a slick beat. Oh, what's it gonna be? How much more than a dime piece? You can't buy me like a timepiece. Can't drop me like a slick beat. What's it gonna be? Raise 'em up, up, up to the sky. This is a heist, this is a heist. So raise 'em up, up to the sky. This is a heist, this is a heist. So raise 'em up, up to the sky. This is a heist, this is a heist. So raise 'em up, to the sky. This is a heist, this is a heist. You're only looking for one thing. You wanna steal my heart from me. You're only looking for one thing. You wanna steal my heart from me.
Think only what we're feeling. We're feeling.
might be our last time, and we could be lovers in a crazy romance. Give me love and don't let it go tonight. Woke up here again. It's been years, but this feels like it's just beginning. Life was good in Hollywood Hills when I wanted you more than ever. Music in the night under all the lights. I could have stayed forever. So let's go. Let's try. 'Cause we know that this might be our last time. And we could be lovers in a crazy romance. Give me love and don't let it go. Been here before when we lost control of every little thing that we could have been. We let it all go. Been here before. Fill 'em up another pot of blood. Then he throws the money on the bar. He never lets me keep the change. Fighting with the mirror, he's deranged. Why don't you smile? Why won't you smile? Asking me to play their favorite song. Play it so that they can sing along. Will they hear what I'm writing? I'll give them something more exciting. To make them smile, to make them smile. To make them smile, to make them smile. Says I never call her, hang around. Thinks I've got another girl in town. Should I throw it all away? Or should I stay another day? And she will smile, and she will smile. And she will smile, and she will smile. Why won't you smile? Why won't you smile? Why don't you smile? Why won't you smile?
was building on the lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true stock trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking taking over pieces and shares. A bomb race sky high. Check the movement is here, yeah. It's one art, one shot. Now the future is yours. Go, yeah. It's one art, one shot. Now the future is yours. Go. It's one art, one shot. I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. The memories
Let's make it count.
I must practice tolerance. Next. GSL Season 3. Reversal. Mountain 2, GSL Season 3, Code S, Reversal.
Nothing's gonna save you from the fallout. I got you where I want you now. Nothing's gonna save you from
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GSL round of 32. My name is Creighton Olson.
My name is Jake Umpleby.
Oh, nice.
I guess I'm not using my ID.
Apparently not. I don't have a real ID.
You should.
So I gotta come up with something cool.
Yeah,
but I've
you
never
should.
had it.
You really should.
Well, guys, Tasteless and Artosis still on their honeymoon in Zhan, China, joined by their best man, Rapid Casting. So we're here to bring you the final Group H of the round of 32. You can see on the screen there who has already gone through. Jake, an impressive number of players going through, and a lot of talent on that field.
In an impressive way, too. All the games were very interesting. We really haven't had any boring groups or any very expectations on like the groups have been kind of crazy. So
yeah, I think a lot of times, especially in the round of 32, you know, they'll pair those the 1 and 2 tier players against 3 and 4 tier players, and you think, oh, it's so easy. Obviously, these two players are going through.
Not anymore, though.
And today, no exception.
Yeah.
We've got, I think, maybe 1 strong player, 1 enormous question mark, and then 2 players very evenly matched. I could see this going any one of maybe 3 different ways today.
Yeah, it's hard to say because Solar has such high performances, but he also has such uncharacteristically losses.
Yeah.
Like he loses in ways you shouldn't lose if you're Solar.
It's so weird, especially
against someone like Patience.
Yeah, well, and Patience, of course, a giant wild card today.
Yeah. It did take out Maru, so we can't really give him any, lenience or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like if you're Solar, you're quite scared of some crazy stuff that can come out of Patience.
I feel like anybody that faces Patience is pretty darn scared, right?
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
So our first match of the day is going to be TaeJa playing against the Tier 1 player and last year's second place placement in the GSL overall.
Right.
Trap. That was a lot.
This is going to be really hard for TaeJa.
That was a lot of lead up to get to
I think
Trap.
if this was a TVZ, I would give TaeJa a lot better chances.
Why is that?
Well, I saw some really strong performances in TVZ overall. Like against Cyril in Home Story Cup, he did really well.
Right.
He just has really strong performances in TVZ.
Took him to a final game in the Home Story Cup, right?
He's always had really good TVZ, though. If you look back, all of his most amazing games I can remember are like really amazing TVZs.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get to see him up against Solar maybe later in the group if we're lucky at all. So we can see here our 4 players for the day. Trap, TaeJa, Solar, and Patience. Let's talk about our second game of the day, because I think that's where things are going to get really, really weird.
Yeah, Solar Patience is a really big question mark. I think on paper, Solar is definitely the better player, the better distinguished player as well. But at the same time, like we said, Patience, you can't sleep on him anymore.
Yeah, man. This is Solar's 17th consecutive GSL. He's tied with Dark now. Again, we're going to have to come up with a new award for 20 consecutive. So Trap here.
Wait, is there already a player that has 20 consecutives?
No one yet.
Then we just call it that award, no?
Well, what happens if Dark and Solar get it there at the same time?
Then we call it the Dark Solar Award.
I love it. That sounds
They would have to be in the same group then, too, though, right? We give the awards on the groups, though.
Oh, I don't really know how that would work out.
I don't know. We call it after them, though. Whoever gets there first gets it.
It's a race to the next award.
That'd be cool, the Solar Award. Could you imagine having an award named after you?
Dude, that'd be incredible.
The No Regret Award. 13-12 your way to Code S. That would be sick. All right, here we go. Lots of crowd
Ladies
applause
and
for TaeJa.
gentlemen, Liquid TaeJa.
Oh, I forgot he's on Liquid again.
He
That's
got
so cool.
re-invited to Liquid after finishing his Army service. So he got out of the Army about a year ago, and he tried to qualify for the qualifiers right as soon as he got out and didn't quite make it in. And he has apparently been practicing his butt off to get back here and going through the qualifiers in pretty convincing fashion, qualifying on day 2. And people, I mean, people and myself, foreign fans, Korean fans, everybody is rooting for this guy.
He has infinite potential right now coming back from the Army, too. Like, we don't know where he'll go. He could go to the highest points in the high, or he could just stay where he is now, you know? There's a huge question mark.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at the other players this season who have come through after completing their military service. It's been Bomber and Fantasy, right?
Fantasy has incredible potential as well.
But Bomber had such potential as well.
Yeah, they either fall or they go really hard, I find.
Oh, man. So first map, Cyber Forest, Trap's choice.
Cobalt.
It's a solid choice. Well, let's decide if it's a good choice as we get into the first game.
Fight!
In the bottom right-hand corner, in the blue, playing Protoss.
Jin Air Green Wings, Trap.
Very handsome. And in the top left-hand corner, returning from military.
Team Liquid, TaeJa.
Wow, the crowd really loves him.
Listen to that, the cheers, the signs, the studio. More full than you might expect on a Saturday afternoon here.
Yeah.
With, I think, probably a lot of Liquid TaeJa fans. The foreigners look like they are out in force here to support a very popular player.
Yeah. I mean, it's very exciting to see such a huge crowd reaction.
Yeah, man. The sound, the volume
TaeJa
here.
God.
They are not wrong about that at all.
Yeah, I have to feel, though, TaeJa's got an extremely high hill to climb here, coming against the second place finisher of GSL. Even in his peak, this would be really tough, I think.
Yeah, man, and Trap has been so consistent the last 2 seasons, getting to the round of 4 in Season 2 and Season 1.
4-4 in Legacy of the Void.
When have these guys played in
Yeah,
Legacy of the
I don't
Void?
know. Legacy of the Void, I have to imagine. Would that have to be somewhat recent? Because he was in military for most of Legacy, I thought.
I thought so.
Unless it was really early Legacy?
Interesting.
Which he would have still been pretty good then, I think. I don't know. That's interesting. I have to look it up.
So sending 2 SCVs out here, going to drive that probe away.
This is kind of annoying. Every little bit you delay the CC is opportunity for an Adept to come in and snipe your CC.
Sure.
Like, as a Terran player, I've realized how annoying it is to actually get blocked. Because you're like, oh yeah, he's delaying it for a couple seconds, sure. But what does that couple seconds translate into when an Adept is there?
Exactly.
Like, getting that CC up before the Adept gets there is such a huge deal. Some people actually start the CC before the orbital, so that you can make sure it's finished 100% before the Adept gets there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Look at this. This stuff is so annoying.
Oh, yeah. Already bringing that second probe down here, trying
You
to
know what?
escape.
I understand why Terrans complain so much. After playing Terran and this stuff happens to me, I'm like, I just hate the world.
You have to walk a mile in another man's shoes, or in his combat armor in this case.
Wait, what is going on?
Whoa!
Okay, I gotta dissect this.
Okay. So
What can
reactor,
this be? This has to be a tech lab, right? The question is this going to be like some weird ghost stuff, or is this going to be like a Marauder? Only 1 gas right now. It doesn't make any sense to be a Marauder, right?
No, I mean,
It's too late.
For
It
weird
has to be a
ghost stuff,
ghost.
you'd have to be climbing the tech tree already to get up to the surprise with an early ghost, right? That second
You should
barracks
start
is
at
gonna
any
delay
second
it.
now. What is gas? 150?
Huh.
Ghost, tech lab. This is really hard. I've never seen this before.
Oh man, TaeJa bringing out the crazy strats already today.
Does he build I'm so confused, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend I know here.
I'm just staring at the production tab right now.
Okay, here's the
He's
tech
gonna
lab.
be the tech lab.
Can
Nice
you
depot
just
raise.
build Marauders there? Like, is that a thing?
Oh, I don't know.
And he's going Blink. Blink feels like a good option against, and he's chronoing it too. Blink feels like a good option against this. Like, Blink Stalkers have so much potential to micro across, like bio pushing across the map.
Sure. But with Concussive
Okay,
Shell
it's
Marauders,
Concussive
able to
Marauder,
slow
yeah.
it down a little bit. What an unusual timing here from TaeJa.
It's really strange.
Wow, ooh, he's gonna
get
pick
the
this off.
Adept.
Get it! Nice, what a good pick there.
I mean, you should start sending the Marines out soon, right?
Yeah,
You gotta-
once you whittled down the Protoss army just a little bit, it seems like his attack of opportunity timing
This feels
is
so
quite soon.
committed for no reason.
Got
You
that
know what I
Marauder
mean?
queued behind the barracks as well? That's interesting. Why would you queue a Marauder behind into that little area, that space there?
You can just
okay.
walk by. Yeah.
Got it.
I don't know why though. Still, this is just weird. Oh, he's pulling the boys.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I've never seen this build, and I have no idea what to expect.
Wow, okay. So
Wait, is the Marauders going to trap the Stalkers? The Stalkers can't
my-
retreat.
You're kidding me.
They can't retreat.
This is beautiful.
Look at this. He's gonna get
trap-
both?
Oh my gosh, focus
Oh, get the
fire
other
TaeJa.
stalker.
One stalker down. Second stalker gets hit with the Marauder
Wait, is he
concussive
just-
shell.
Is he just going to kill him here?
You're kidding me. All the Probity boys have been pulled as well. One SCV here to soak up a little bit of damage. The probe's going to surround. Okay, the Marauder does go down,
Just
but
focus
so
the
does...
probes.
Oh, man.
Oh, the boys are really late here. There's
Yeah.
nothing here. There's only one Stalker with no shield battery energy.
He's got 2 Stalkers on the way. Immortal
On
coming
Immortal.
out.
If he can kill any amount of workers, though, like, look at the
Oh,
worker
yeah.
counts, 34 to what he's got, 6 here? He needs to
Okay.
kill like 6.
3 Stalkers have come out. Now the SCVs are in front. TaeJa's
Oh,
aggression
watch
here.
the force field.
Doing a pretty good job.
He needs to just back up now, I think.
Bunker going down. He's not backing up now, Jake. He's going to
Yeah,
go
he
for
doesn't
this.
have enough anymore. Nice
Yeah,
force field, I
don't
guess.
think so. The bunker might not be enough to save him here. The
7
SCV
probes.
immediately cancels and pulls away.
Where's the bunker? Is the bunker at home?
No,
Damn.
it was right there. He just
No, he's
canceled
building
it.
another one.
Ah,
I
he
thought.
must be building it back home. Yeah, up at the front of the natural there to protect
Oh,
it.
this is scary. He's going to lose all of these units. That was really tight. I think if the Robo wasn't there, he might have just died. Yeah, this feels really harsh now for TaeJa. 36 versus 35. He's slightly ahead economically. Look at he's looking for the racks.
Yeah.
But the problem is all the momentum he had is gone, and Immortal is not going to, like, budge here.
What an interesting opening gambit there from TaeJa.
I've never seen it before.
Literally, never seen it either.
I feel like it's not a common thing. It doesn't feel... It feels like there's a potential for something really strong there, but it seems like a bit of a gamble. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he was. I think what he was trying to do then was push the Stalkers back with the Marines up
Marauder
front.
catches them.
Trap him with
Yeah.
the concussive shell Marauder, but he only focused fire down one of those Stalkers and not the second one.
Well, the real problem is the power that Trap had behind it. Like, even you kill all those Stalkers, once the Marauder or the Immortal pops, you have no damage, really.
Right. All that bio and doesn't even get a kill there. Sacrifices a Marauder for a couple energy on that shield
When did he
battery.
build the shield battery, actually?
He had the first shield battery initially, I think, just as a precaution before he'd scouted any of it.
Well,
Or
that's really
maybe,
unlucky
maybe
then
after
for
he saw the
TaeJa,
bio.
too. Like, imagine just building a shield battery after seeing a CC and a bunch of Marines, because it doesn't really tell you anything.
I'll have to go back and watch the replay to see what that timing was. But the
Oh.
blink up into the main already. The bunker is up in the main, and there is a Viking here to try and push away this.
This is really good by TaeJa, by the way. Like, imagine he built a bunker in his main in preparation for something like this.
Beautiful force fields there. Going to stop the bunker from getting repaired at all. Siege Tank getting a couple nice shots off here, but already
Only a couple of CVs, though. This is
couple
fine.
SCVs so far. Oh, you think it is?
Yeah, this is totally fine.
Okay.
Your army's pretty committed here. Like, the Blink Stalkers can always get out, but, like, he's not breaking this, right? This is a ton of tanks. Might get some Raxes. It's being annoying, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Surely he can just recall out as soon as he's finished,
Oh.
though, right?
Yeah,
Delaying
but
all
what
that
is he
mining
getting?
time.
Yeah, the mining time is big, yeah.
Yeah. No mining enemy. Ooh, he's gonna blink on
pick
top
up
of
the-
those tanks.
Oh my god, he picked it up. Good. Let's pick up the tank. This is really, really bad for Trap, though.
Yeah, TaeJa getting
He's
a lot of
overcommitted,
value out
though.
of this.
Is he going to get the Prism? Okay, he doesn't.
The Prism barely gets away with that
11
Immortal.
workers died, though. 41 to 43. This is still fine, though. It's not great. Don't get me wrong. Oh, this is annoying.
Okay, TaeJa's still getting a...
Recalls out.
Yeah, there it is. Trap gonna recall out.
The wind in the sails is gone is the real problem. Third base is being taken. We don't really have any like timings or anything ahead, you know? We kind of have to play defensively because there's a Prism.
Yeah, I mean, TaeJa's just dropping his first engineering bay here. A lot behind where you'd want to be with a normal bio push. Heck, Stim is just barely getting started.
Yeah, he's going to have to play a passive game now. The only thing is that the Forge wasn't existed either, so it's kind of even.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
the third CC, actually, this is not a terrible position now that I think about it. You can't attack, that's for sure. We don't have any attack timings. But, you know, landing the third and the third finishing at the same time for Trap, that's not bad. As long as he doesn't get picked apart by the Prism, which I don't think he will. Okay, maybe he will.
TaeJa's
Oh,
already
no,
going to be
the
a little out of
add-ons.
position here. Oh, he could pick off
If
Stim
he gets Stim
here.
in combat, that's huge.
Oh, man, come on, Stim. He's already moving SCVs to try and repair against it, but a nice force field
okay,
up
never
front.
mind, he's just going to fall apart. GG.
Ah, there it is. TaeJa GG's out. Trap does take game number 1. But continuing the proud tradition in GSL Season 3 of really, really weird games.
Yeah, that was a weird game. I'm trying to think of what TaeJa's wanted there. I think no shield battery would have been huge. The fact that a shield battery was built was really interesting to me, because I don't know what he saw that would really push him to build one.
He could have started it maybe after he saw those initial 6 or 7
Yeah, but that's
Marines
just
at the front.
normal.
Yeah, that is pretty normal.
So starting a shield battery when you see nothing is like weird, because you're just putting yourself behind a normal Terran.
Trap is on another
Perhaps
planet, man.
He thought that the only thing he could die to was some kind of attack, so he wanted to play it safe and then knew he was a better player in the macro game.
Has TaeJa always worn the Harry Potter glasses?
Yes.
It's a good look, man.
It has.
It's very nerdy, very chic. I'm a big fan. Okay, so game 2. TaeJa picking GSL Cobalt, obviously a huge map. Pretty good for Terran players, right?
Yeah, it depends. I actually see Terrans avoid Cobalt a lot. I don't see why not. It seems like a fine map. There's a bit of RNG with the spawn locations,
Sure.
cross positions, and stuff like that, but we'll have to see what comes up in this match.
Yeah, TaeJa maybe not as afraid as the other players, but let's see what they go for as we get into game number 2.
Fight.
All right, in the top left-hand corner in the blue, currently up 1 game.
Jin Air Green Wings. Trap.
Spawning across from his opponent.
Team Liquid. TaeJa.
Wow. I don't think I've heard
The
of a roar
studio
like
just
that before.
rumbled
Yeah.
under my feet with the cheers for Liquid TaeJa there.
So big note immediately as it's
Oh,
crossed.
wow, look at that. Beautiful. All right, sorry, big note as they're
Big
cross
note is
spawns.
cross positions. Cross positions is really interesting. I don't actually know what race it favors. I have to imagine that it favors the... It's really hard because...
Favors whoever scouts it first?
Not necessarily. It's more of like what play style you want to go for. Like obviously anybody who's playing defensively has an advantage.
Hey, there's a familiar face in
Yeah.
the crowd.
This is why I'm late, by the way. I blame them. Yeah, so what was I saying? I got derailed.
Cross
Cross
spawns.
positions. Defender usually has the advantage here because the cross position takes so long. I have to imagine prisms make it really hard for a Terran to really commit across the map too. So you need to have like a solid prism defense if you ever move out. Imagine like you're attacking cross positions and there's a prism in your base. You're never retreating that army.
Oh, sure, sure. It takes for ages to get
Yeah.
across there. Wow, okay.
But at the same time, if you're playing like a passive or a mech style or some kind of style like that, it takes so long for the Protoss to cross the map too.
You just turtle back on 3 or 4 bases and
Exactly.
wait like
If we
it's-
watched Fantasy, remember when we watched Fantasy play like really passive style on this map? It's
Right.
much stronger on this map cross.
Fantasy had really good defense on this map as well, if I
yeah,
recall.
he still died, but he might not have if it was cross positions.
Okay. Well, so far we haven't seen either player really taking aggressive steps to take advantage of this. No proxies or anything just yet. Initial scouting going
That
down,
probe is
but
being sus though. What is that probe doing? I don't know where it went. It was being suspicious though.
by that third base.
It might just be scouting
yeah,
again.
so I think it's just going back into the
Or
scout
it could be
there.
throwing out a Stargate, who knows?
Ooh, now that'd be fun. I haven't seen a proxy Stargate in some time.
Alright, we see a bunker going down.
Has TaeJa seen something that he's worried about, or is he just being is there
Sometimes
just abundance of caution here?
Artosis and I still have no idea, but there's like some kind of like thought process or metagame behind building the bunker and not building the bunker. It has to do with the add-ons and a bunch of other stuff. It's really complex. We don't really see any like decisive thing that makes people build bunkers. It's almost like they just feel like doing it.
It's like me in any advanced level math class I ever took, where it's like, I don't know why any of this is happening. I don't know why it's working, but the numbers say I should probably be doing this.
Yeah.
Wow, the Adept gonna slow
Oh,
to that
nice.
bunker, but a good save by TaeJa to pick those 2 SCVs into the command center.
Yeah, this should be fine. Once he gets the bunker up, he doesn't have to worry about anything. Is he
Yeah.
gonna let this finish? Okay, no.
Oh, thank goodness. So another Adept coming out. Warp
Do they
gate.
both know it's well? Obviously, Protoss knows. I wonder if TaeJa knows it's cross yet.
Yeah, he had an SCV scout over there.
Oh, yeah, he did. Okay, good. That's a big tell.
Yeah.
Oh no, the second adept. It's at the third CC. This guy. Wait, we saw somebody else do this. I'm trying to remember. Third CC.
Was it Fantasy 3rd CC on this map?
It's possible.
Yeah, you're right. What an
It makes
interesting
some
choice.
sense, especially cross, but I'm a little worried because we don't see a fast third Nexus or any forges or anything like that from Trap. He's kind of playing a pretty safe / aggressive game right now.
He's on 2 base robo so far, which is a dangerous place for any Protoss to be in.
Yeah, this is usually what you do when you want to play either defensive or aggressive. It's hard to tell right now because
Right.
Blink is so good both ways. Like if you
Definitely.
use it in the map and you're just like blinking back and taking your third. And then there's also like the crazy YOLO like build 1,000,000 stalkers and go Blinks.
Sure. No indication yet from either player where they're really going with that. The Adept's heading back home, though.
Yeah, their Reaper is going to come in and scout. It's important to see that there's no third. See, he looks straight for the third first and
Yeah.
then goes into the net. Even worst case scenario, like he... Okay, that's nice. He's taking the Nexus. I feel like that's good for TaeJa because the third CC is already finished.
Yeah, and already cranking out SCVs, too. Stim just on the way, as well as +1 from
Yeah.
TaeJa, who's going to be a little ahead on these upgrades, as there's still no Forge down yet from Trap.
Indeed. He's delaying his factory a little bit, but that's fine. There's the third. This is so far playing into TaeJa quite a bit. I mean, third CC, you're not going to be pressured anytime soon with a third Nexus, and there's no Forges. So overall, TaeJa's taken a build order win. But the problem is that, you know, a couple minutes down the road, who knows if it's still a build order win. Right now, it looks really good for him. Ooh, nice scan.
Yeah, a good scan there from TaeJa, and the Observer from Trap already on its way over across the map. Going to take it, what?
Where's the double force?
6.5 hours?
Oh, there it is.
But there, ooh, in the natural.
If he scanned that, that would be incredible. Like you could actually just throw down a 4th CC. If you
I was
going to
say, what's the choice there? If you do scan that,
You're
double
just
forge would be
greedy.
really-
You're just greedy. Double forge would insinuate that you're not being attacked until at least 1-1.
Okay.
So you have tons of time.
So you sit back, you don't aggress out.
Being aggressive is kind of a risk, a big risk, especially when we're talking about this map and we know there's a robo. Like we
Okay.
talk about one prism coming in, you just lose the game.
Sure.
So if you ever move out, you're got to be solidly defended against prisms.
Okay. The Observer from Trap is going to get in. It finally will see that third base. Let's see if this changes the gameplay from Trap at all. Nice
It's too
hit.
late to reactively do anything about that.
Yeah. And
Like
we
the
see-
third Nexus is basically done now, right?
Yeah. Robo Bay already down, and
Yeah.
+1/+1 on the way.
It's a little interesting to go Colossi, so I'm wondering if this is for a Disruptor. Like Colossi on this map across positions, like doesn't feel that great because you give your opponent so much time to reactively build Vikings or kind of just get a good posture.
Sure. But we do see a lot of bio coming out from TaeJa already, adding on those 2 extra barracks.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't get ahead of the game, maybe get some Vikings out, get some Ghosts or whatever he needs, potentially Colossi could be a pretty good choice here from Trap.
Sure. I'm just curious if this is going to be like a timing attack or if we're just going to play it passively.
Wow, no medevacs to support this army from TaeJa? Interesting. Okay, he's got 2 medevacs on the way.
These have concussive?
No.
Huh.
No,
Why
when
is
they,
he
when they have concussive, their little grenades turn blue in midair.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I did not know
They're
that.
like orange without concussive and blue with it, I believe.
Look at that, you taught me something new, if that's true.
I
I don't know if I believe
don't even
you
know
yet.
if it's true, yeah.
I don't know if I believe you yet because I'm like surprised I'd never noticed that. Wait, now I need to know.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I'm sure Twitch chat is screaming at me right now.
How do you not know for sure? I feel like you should either know this 100% or you should not know this at all.
Do you never misremember a fact sometimes? You're like, I read this somewhere in a book once, but I forgot, and then
No.
we'll keep our eyes on the rest
Okay.
of the game.
I'm sure we'll see concussives
There it is.
on
Okay,
the way.
yes.
All right, thank you, TaeJa. He's listening. He's like, don't worry, guys, I got you.
I'm gonna teach you this whole game.
Yeah.
All right.
Have we seen a cross-position TVP yet?
I
think we
don't-
did. It was innovation versus somebody. Why can't I remember?
I see so few games on GSL Cobalt that it's hard to remember.
That's the thing we should remember then, because there's so few of them. It was Inno versus a Protoss. I remember thinking like, Inno had that game won, but then he got like destroyed because of the positioning.
So watch the color of these concussive shells. We're gonna learn something. I'm so excited for this, guys.
I feel like we shouldn't be learning something. You're either right or wrong here. You should know if you're right or wrong.
We're gonna learn if I'm right or wrong, right?
Interesting.
All right, second Colossi, third Colossi on the way, I believe, from Trap here. And
Yeah. Do you think he goes for the timing that we saw the other games? You remember, yeah, when we saw Fantasy, he just kind of got beamed on.
Yeah, well, he did, and it was because his opponent had done such a good job of keeping him stuck on a couple bases and like keeping up with his aggression with Warp Prism stuff behind
Look
it.
at these observers.
Yeah,
Is that a bunker? That's
it
a
is.
bunker.
He's put 2 bunkers down. TaeJa may be a little spooked at seeing these Colossi on the field.
Yeah, he got a full scout. That's quite nice.
Oh, but a big drop coming in here.
He probably
That's
doesn't
nice.
want a repeat of what happened
Yeah.
to Fantasy. Double factory too. What?
Wow. Okay.
He's got 3 factories? Is he gonna build 3 factory siege tank? That would be insane. I wanted to see if he's
Oh, and a good
no.
pick there by Trap. Full medevac with 1 Marauder and 6.
Oh, why is he going out
Marines in
now?
there.
He just lost his medevac and he's like, okay, it's time to push.
Yeah, okay. A little engagement here. There it is. Look at the concussive shells. They're blue now.
Oh, they are. You're right.
How cool. Man, the affordances in StarCraft 2 are so good, and I wish I could talk about that for like 6 hours, but it doesn't matter because Trap is coming across the map now. And
I never
oh,
knew
man,
this.
Wait,
is this
3
been-
bunkers.
Yeah, 3 factory tank too.
Whoa. Okay, so an interesting timing change here for TaeJa as he's trying to swap over to a different technology.
I really like it actually.
Yeah, why is that?
I like it because you're playing a late game cross position, right? You're not going to get harassed or you know broken at any time soon. So once you get up that like max 200 with like 10 tanks and move across the map, how are they going to stop you?
That's true. We do see Trap being a little reticent there in the middle of the map, not doing a whole lot. And I think you're definitely
Trap
right.
can't break that. There's like
well,
a million
no, of course
bunkers.
not.
He'd
Three
be mad.
bunkers, a couple
He's like
of
4
siege
bunkers.
tanks.
He's like, hold my beer, I got this. Like, no. There's only so much mad stuff you can do as Protoss. That's not one of
the
them.
internet's already mad enough about the TVP matchup moving into siege tanks from Wednesday's games.
Yeah.
Little Warp Prism harass gonna pop
building
around
a
the north
Thor.
side. Is he just going straight mech?
He's building 2 Marines and he's building more mech units. Maybe?
But he's continuing with the 2-2 infantry upgrades here.
And he's getting factory upgrades too, though. This is interesting. I like the prism speed too. Remember I was talking about how annoying prisms can be?
Yeah, definitely. Gonna give gonna give Trap a lot of map control. Now, I was talking to the #1 Trap fan in the world before this cast.
Gemini?
I didn't say that. I said the #1 Trap fan in the world. And he was talking about how important
He's
it is.
talking about Gemini, guys. Just so you guys know.
Spoiler alert.
Continue.
He was talking about how important it is for Trap to maintain his map presence and how much he sacrifices, like in the middle and late game, to really make sure that he has complete control on the map. And I think that Warp Prism that you're talking about is really going to help him maintain his presence out on the map and ninja expand to the bottom left-hand corner.
I like it.
Wow.
I kind of like it.
Kinda. He's already getting into
It's
Tempests
good.
as well.
It's good, but it feels unnecessary. I guess there's not very good 5th bases on this map anyways, though.
I mean, never going to get spotted, right?
Probably not, yeah. I think if the 5th base was easier to take, you just take it.
Right.
This is so many tanks. I still don't
This
get the
is.
Thor. Like, it just feels like a random addition. He keeps building them, too.
Maybe he sensed this Tempest transition is going forward. I'm not sure if he's scanned it quite yet, but he might know that there's something behind this. I mean, he has to know the Trap is going for another tech path. Here's the drop, though, into the main base. That Prism doing good work.
Nice miss on that. This is interesting.
Well, those Thors paying for themselves right there, but 4 SCVs have gone down.
It's funny, because this is the one thing I said, didn't I? I said, if you ever move out, you have to be locked down for Prisms. And what happens as soon as he moves out?
Gets a nice kill on a Ghost there as well. So
Prism
some
flies
valuable
in.
units. Wow, a huge warp in here. 8 more Zealots into the main for Trap. TaeJa forced to pull back here. These 2 Thors trying to waddle and do some damage, but the +3 is about halfway done. That's going to get picked off. And the armory upgrade as well. That's a big win there for Trap, but oh my gosh, a big engagement here. Trap eating a lot of siege tank shots there in the middle of the map
It's going to say +3. Maybe? If all these Zealots target it now, maybe he gets it.
No way. Charge Zealots getting on top of those Thors.
Thor might go down. I can't tell because the HP doesn't show. It's dead. My internal clock tells me that's dead.
Okay, triple medevac drop here, but it is going to get engaged by Trap, who's going to march up that ramp. Guardian Shield has gone down.
Oh, it didn't die. My internal clock is off a couple seconds. Daylight savings, that's what it is.
That is, you're right. Daylight savings time. When is that? October?
Something. That's what it was, though. Why aren't we shooting this with the Thors, by the way?
This is such an interesting game from both players here. Unexpected tech transitions, I think, both ways, but this harassment from Trap is showing that it doesn't matter what tech you're on.
Oh, it's so close. Okay. Well, he finally dealt with the Prism, but this Prism's done so much.
Yeah, 14 SCV kills, forces the whole army from TaeJa back home. TaeJa was trying to put pressure on the 5th base there at the 1 o'clock position from Trap, and had to go back, yeah.
Trap. Okay, so Trap had like double Stargate, he had a Fleet Beacon, and now he's got triple Robo? Has he really decided triple Robo is the best reaction to the mass tank?
Man. I guess
my
a
God.
nice blink for 1, 2, 2.5 medevacs there from Trap. Make it 3.
He's got 1 Tempest. How many Immortals? 7? Oh my God.
What is this universe?
7 Immortals. I actually don't like it. The bio can soak up a lot for these tanks.
That's true. TaeJa's bio ball getting pretty small, though, as he commits more and more to this
Yeah.
mech push. There's only a handful, well, 25 Marines out.
Oh, he does know. Okay, here we go. This is actually not a bad position as long as he doesn't get flanked from all angles.
Beautiful, getting flanked from 3 angles. Trap collapsing in, some huge storms going down. The bio completely disintegrates. Everything's still alive. Tempest wasting their shots a little bit behind, but these Colossi are going to move forward, and TaeJa's going to GG out. Trap takes
That was like a full surround.
2-0. What beautiful positioning there from Trap, who was faced with an uncertain transition from TaeJa. The tank change, the Thors mixed in that you said you really liked, and I agree. I think it was a really interesting choice from TaeJa, but Trap showing that positioning is almost just as important as your composition
The thing with Trap was he did enough harass to know exactly what was coming towards him, too. Like, he scouted all the factories, scouted the army composition, he knew his mech, he had 3 Robos. Like, he basically bought enough time for him to have an army large enough that he could never break Trap. And he also took, like, every base possible. He had a cross-position base, he had 5 bases on his side of the map. Like, he just exploded. He did everything he should have done.
It's always nice when your Warp Prism scouts because you're warping in Zealots to kill out SCVs. That's the best scouting ever, when you're also killing SCVs. All right, guys, quick break here, and we'll get into game number 2, Solar versus Patience.
Take me on down.
by the riverbank. Caught a boat sap, took off like a hurricane. With spotlights, dogs, yeah, the whole 9 yards. Are breathing down my neck and breathing hard. 2 weeks in a wild chase across the highways, mountains, over 7 states. Found a man at the harbor, said that he could take me across the ocean somewhere far away. Lord, forgive me. Take me on down the river where the kids can't find the red-handed sinner. On where the grave can cry out. 'Cause I done wrong. Down the river with a hand on a Colt and a finger on the trigger. And long before dawn they try to find me. So take me on down. Take me on down. I never saw him coming on the boarding planks now. Staring down a barrel at point blank range. I made for the water, jumping off the ledge, but not before I catch through to the chest. Now there's blood and water filling up my lungs. Blood and water filling up my lungs. My heart is beating like a fading drum. Lord, forgive me, here I come.
Yeah, I don't care what they all say. If it ain't right, then it ain't right. You know I play no games. Old squad looking like cash now, it don't mean a thing. The way I used to roll back in them days, yeah, the boy not changed. But if I make a move like yo, I gotta keep it cool like gold. Cause nothing really changed since I let that go. Shawty wanna vibe to the same old song. I used to flip work, now the whole squad murk. Used to get gal, yeah, the whole squad murk. Used to run game, yeah, the whole squad murk. Young boy like me, yeah, the whole squad murk. I used to flip work, yeah, the whole squad murk. Kilo and shell, yeah, the whole squad murk. I used to get gal, yeah, the whole squad murk. Young boy like me, yeah, the whole squad murk, yeah, the whole squad murk. I used to flip work, not a whole squad murk, no. I used to flip work, not a whole squad murk, yeah. Squad on the uptown, old squad looking at me right now. They don't understand who I was, they don't understand who I was. See, I ain't changed. Got me on 50, man, I'm going insane. You don't want no drama with a boy like me. Got a whole lot of wins, yeah, a whole lot of wins. Oh, it don't mean nothing the way I used to roll. Cause I have changed my way. I used to flip work, not a whole squad murk. Used to get gal, yeah, the whole squad murk. Used to run game, yeah, the whole squad murk. Young boy like me, yeah, the whole squad murk. I used to flip work, yeah, the whole squad murk. Kilo and shell, yeah, the whole squad murk. I used to get gal, yeah, the whole squad murk. Young boy like me, yeah, the whole squad murk, yeah, the whole squad murk. I used to flip work, not a whole squad murk, no.
aboard!
Are you prepared to go all the way with this, Alexei?
Yes, I am prepared to go all the way.
역사의 한 패를 장식한
어떤 카드를 던질까에 대해서 머릿속으로 진짜 고민이 많아질 수밖에 없는 상황이죠.
제일 차면 주고자 골든 트로피의 주인공이 됩니다. 연승 달리고 있는 맨체에서는 지지 않는 포스를 뽐내고 있는데 이거 자 이걸 잡아요.
에브리바디 째째! 이미 서론 들릴 수는 있겠어.
바라봐야지 태양. 이 어떻게든 살아나라. 포기하지 말자.
여러분의 뜨거운 박수 함성으로 결승전 대결을 시작하겠습니다. 지제 우승 최초의 우승자가 나왔습니다. 그 이름은 다크 방영우. Please welcome of the World Championship Series, former Liquid TaeJa champion. 2019 Mountain Dew GSL Season 3 Codex Reversal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the round of 32, Group H, the final group who will qualify into the round of 16. We've just seen a fantastic game number one with series number one with Trap, 2-0ing TaeJa. Coming up now, I think the bigger question mark, possibly a closer game, going to be Solar and Patience.
I have to be really worried if I'm Solar. I think I'm really worried if I'm Patience too. So this is really interesting. I think a lot of the time when you go into a match like this, as either player, you have a little bit of confidence if you're, you're like right now. I can't imagine either of them being really confident.
Sure.
Like Solar has to wonder, like there's got to be something crazy going on, and Patience has to just be scared because Solar's just such a monster, right?
So, I mean, as we saw on the screen, there's 17 consecutive Codex seasons. That is unmatched. I think the only other player that's tied him right now is Dark, right? They're both at 17.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
You know the stats better than me,
trying,
apparently.
man. And so,
like an encyclopedia.
But man, Patience on the other side of the coin here, not a not scary player at all, right?
Well, Patience
terrifying to play
Patience
against.
dipped. Like Patience has really high highs and really low lows, but he dipped for a certain period of time. I don't know what he was doing, if he was just not playing, and then he came back. I actually defeated him in one of the Codex qualifiers.
Oh, wow.
And then the next qualifier, he was just a monster and destroyed everybody.
Nice.
So like, yeah, he has lows and highs, but if he's at his high, obviously he just defeats everybody. I mean, Maru.
No problem.
Yeah.
Just wipes the floor with him.
Yeah, we actually did an in-depth on him. He has a really interesting thought process on the way he moves his units and stuff.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to it, man. We can see the map set up here now. New Repugnancy, Thunderbird, and King's Cove. Good to see Thunderbird getting scrubbed in there. Now there are no Terrans.
Map pick. First map pick. Interesting.
For Patience?
Yeah. Thunderbird second. This looks like somebody wants to be aggressive, the other person wants to macro. Like you pick Thunderbird, you're like, I'm down to take a long game. We're gonna have to see what happens in this game coming up.
Fight!
We do have a proxy hatch by the looks of it. So yeah, we'll have to see what this has. There's two types of proxy hatches, and for those who don't know, there's the proxy hatch where you block the natural, and there's the proxy hatch where you build spine crawlers, you go for it, okay?
Sure.
I have to imagine that that's not what this is, but at the same time, it's taking a really weird route.
Now this is really interesting. This is Patience's map choice.
Yep. Okay, this looks like a normal proxy hatch.
And Solar just gonna go straight for that proxy hatch.
Or not. It's hard to tell right now.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like a normal. Look at this. He looks like making it look like, oh yeah, I want to take my natural. Stop blocking me. And then,
oh no, you're
what's
distracting me
up?
so much. And then blammo,
Yep.
proxy hatchery.
Perfect.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so you said there were two types here where you
Yeah,
either
there's
just
two
take
types.
it or you spine crawler
the spine
rush.
crawler type is really uncommon, especially on a map like this.
No gases yet? Does that change what he's
Oh,
gonna
no,
go
no,
for?
the spine crawler rush one is totally different. You don't even build it in the main, you build it somewhere else.
Okay.
And then you like walk the spines into the ramp.
Ah, okay,
basically.
okay.
But this is just a regular old. He probably wanted to go 3 hatch, but this pylon is blocking that, so he's just gonna go hatch gas pool.
Do you like the pylon block from Patience there?
Yes, it's very good.
Okay.
Like if you let the Zerg just take 2 hatches and your natural's blocked, it's really obnoxious.
Because then he can just cancel the
Exactly.
Exactly.
He just cancels it whenever, and you just don't have a natural. Looks like Patience is going to do like possible adept pressure here, where you go like double adept across the map. And he's building 1 zealot. So far, so good. I think Patience has a lot of experience dealing with this, especially on ladder. That's a really weird position. Is that a full wall?
I'm actually not sure. I was just thinking that myself. It
My-
looks like it could be very
My
close.
Baneley all-in senses are tingling. It tells me that that's not a wall.
If anybody has Baneley all-in senses that'll tickle Jake, it's you.
I have like this incredible ability to just know when something isn't a wall and is a wall because I've played like 70,000 StarCraft 2 games.
Right,
so,
right.
Oh, look at this. This is so annoying.
Oh, this is disgusting. Is Patience gonna
Is he
get
not
it?
gonna
Get
be-
it, get it, get it,
Oh,
get it,
wait,
get
he
it.
just attacked it. He could have got it
Wow.
if he didn't tag it. Okay, there's no way that's a wall. 0% chance.
Okay, but
He
still.
has to build another pylon. He might have to build 2.
Whoa.
I can't tell if at the bottom, though between the gate and the cyber, that's not a wall. But I'm wondering if the bottom side is a wall.
Okay, we see 6 Zerglings on the way here. 2 going straight up into the main. The Zealot lets it run straight by.
Nice scout. Stargate scout.
This is really going to tax Patience's micro here to see if he can save.
If he loses 1 probe, I'll be really disappointed in him.
Okay, first
Okay.
Adept is out. We do see the Stargate about a third of the way done in the main. These Zerglings still poking around, though, still causing a little bit of trouble.
It's such a just weird setup to the beginning of the game. I think this favors Solar in the long run. Look at this Cybercore
Wow.
block. But at the same time, I'm wondering if a weird game favors Patience or not, just based off of who he is.
Look at that, the
That's-
abundance of caution there.
Why is this? Okay, never mind. He doesn't want to lose his
Yeah, he
Zealot, I
doesn't want
guess.
to lose to the Broodlings that pop out there, and then he's going to
Could
escape.
just walk it away, but sure.
You know, he's getting style points from me, certainly. All right, so the Broodlings will scout that Stargate, and the Oracle is on
Look
its
how
way.
late.
How does Solar prepare for this
Okay,
back
look.
home?
Okay, never mind. I wanted to see if he was going to go through that Cybercore wall. I can't tell if he doesn't know it's not a wall. It has to not be a wall. I'm going to be mind blown if that is one. Because I would just link flood this if this was me.
Sure, sure.
And then I would look really bad if that was a wall. But anyways, we have a Spore on the way. Okay, it's there. There we go.
There we go.
I was
Finally.
psyching myself out. I'm like, maybe I don't have that touch anymore. Like, I've lost that ability.
It can
But
be very different when you're watching the game and playing the game, to
Yeah.
be certain. So we see the third hatchery on the way for Solar. He's adding those Spore Crawlers. Is he going to be adequately prepared?
yes.
Okay, so you think the Stargate not going to pay off then for Patience?
Well, you can use the Stargate as full utility throughout the game, defensively and aggressively. So even if he doesn't get anything on the offense, he can get something on the defense.
Okay.
Like you can take your third with the Oracle.
And there he is. He's dropping a...
That's the Nat, actually, I think.
That's just
It's
the natural.
so late, yeah.
Wow. I was like, oh, yeah, he'll take a third. He's doing that right now. No. It's 4 minutes in.
Yeah.
He's just grabbing his natural expansion.
Oh, here goes 2 drones. This could be quite annoying, especially if he does like a multi-prong here. There's a lot
Yeah.
of lings here.
Links from the back, but he's lost a lot of links there.
Holy shit, it's all 4.
Straight into the main. Wow, going all out here. Takes a lot of the Zerglings out. Only 3 Zerglings left for Solar, and the Oracle working down that hatchery.
This is what Patience needs, actually, because he's so far behind if he doesn't do anything here. Like, look at how late the natural is. The only thing is 22 workers to 28. What
Yeah.
are all the drones?
I mean, he spent to making
And
links,
four-
right? 14
he should
links
just recall
about
these
to
out.
finish out. Yeah, he definitely should. He's not going to make it in time, though. They
He
found a
might
nice
recall
space.
as soon as the shade finishes. Let's see if he does. Okay, doesn't. Just going for the drone kills. This is still also an okay call because there's nothing else you can really do here.
Yeah, 4 drone kills, not too bad there for our Protoss player Patience. And the Oracle is still alive, joined by a little buddy in the middle of the map, and the Phoenix there. This is where it starts to get dangerous for
29
me.
workers to 23. There's so many lings. Solar had to respect those 4 adepts so hard. He built so many lings when he wanted to build drones. Now he's behind economically. And he's still losing drones.
Double Oracle already works 7 drones.
How do you even come back now?
Make it 8.
Look
Make
how many
it
workers it
9.
is.
Oh, a good save there at the end. Does pick up
Ooh.
1 Oracle, which is nice. But another one is
10
just
workers
finished
down,
up.
though. 10.
That's way too many workers down, Jake.
Yeah, I agree. Look at the resource loss rate, 1,574. It's still going up because he's losing links.
Disgusting. So 8 drones down. Your proxy has not really gotten the damage that it needed to get done. Your expansions have been delayed
Tech
by the
is behind,
Protoss
too.
player. Your tech is behind.
Yeah.
What is Solar's options here? What can he do from this besides pray?
Well, he definitely has to pray. I think he needs to play the passive game, obviously. There's no potential here for some all-in or something, even though he's building lings.
Yeah,
I'm wondering...
he's making 8 more links here. That doesn't look super passive to me at all.
Well, he doesn't have a Baneling Nest or anything. I don't know what he's going to do with those.
You probably
I
will
think
be able
at
to
this
slow down
point,
this aggression.
he's kind of in like... There's like this point where you need to build lings to not die, but you don't want to. 7 drones. I guess he just lost too many of lings for his comfort.
Wow, okay. So Solar playing off the back foot here. This is going to be really bad. Well, 11 drones in production now. That'll definitely help him try to catch up here. But Patience with the Stargate, adding on the gateways back
Look,
home.
he has to build more
staying
links, though.
active, unreal.
He just lost all his links, so he needs to build them again.
Oh my goodness gracious. Patience doing a great job of controlling Solar's larva count for sure. Forge, Twilight Council.
We'll probably see a 3rd Nexus, too.
He can probably safely defend that 3rd Nexus as
yeah,
well.
Definitely. We see a Roach Warren. It's quite late, so there's going to be no like real aggression against the 3rd. Whenever the 3rd is taken, I think he could have... Oh, he could have been more aggressive with the 3rd. Uh-oh. Who is it? Is it us?
Uh-oh. Please leave. Observers,
We
please
can't leave. What do you mean? What are we going to do, cast it from here?
Yeah, we can just turn around over the shoulder, right,
Yeah.
and look at what's going on behind us to cast this game. So this is really interesting, though, because we've seen what Patience... You know, we talked in games 2 on Cobalt with Trap about how much he likes to control the pace of the game by controlling the map itself.
Right.
And we can see Patience doing that very well this game,
Well,
using those using the Oracles and the Phoenix to really take control of the map.
The funny
and
thing is,
show
Solar
what he's doing.
started that. He started trying to take control of the game.
with the proxy
hatch.
Sure,
the proxy
sure,
hatch
sure.
was by far like the biggest thing to try and control the game. You're controlling when they take their natural. You're forcing them to react to something that they don't want to react to.
Sure, sure.
And then Patience just flipped that like 180. As soon as the hatchery went down, he went across the map with 4 adepts. He had 2 oracles, and then he just took control of the game immediately.
Yeah, Patience has had his foot on the gas this whole since defending that not the all in, but since the unusual opening there from his opponent. He's done a really good job of staying on top of the game and really forcing Solar to make hard decisions about what he's doing. It's like a chess match, where you pin somebody else's unit. They've got to decide: do I want to lose my rook or do I want to lose my queen here?
Yeah. Well, you don't lose your queen. That's for sure.
That's true. That was
You
too easy.
get rid of your rook.
Let's rook or yeah. Anyway, so Patience doing a good job, I think. Is he ahead so much this game that he's going to win absolutely? I mean, if we look at the supplies,
game
it looks
goes
fairly
on,
even, right?
If this game ends, it's going to end in the next minute or two, right? With some kind of attack that Solar can't defend.
Sure. Just
if
mass
it doesn't
adept or
end like
something?
that, we'll give Solar enough time to even out the game.
Okay.
And the problem is, I think Solar is a stronger macro player overall.
Right. He's
So
chosen Thunderbird.
I'm
for
wondering
his map.
if that means Patience is going to jump on him. Because we haven't seen the 3rd yet. We do see a Forge, though, which would tend to mean it's a little bit of a later game because you need to wait for your +1.
Right.
Otherwise, it just doesn't make any sense. You'll get +1 and then attack him before it finishes.
Right, right. So if you put yourself in Patience's shoes here, is it mass adept? Is it drop a robo and maybe hope for that if you're wait on the Forge anyway? Or what makes the
I
most
think you
sense
just
for a
take your
Protoss
3rd.
player?
You get your +1, right?
Okay.
We kind of feel out what he's doing. You see if he's building Roaches, if he's building Aspires, he's building Hydra, Ling Bane, whatever it is.
Sure, sure.
Get up your 3rd economy and then go for 3-base timing before anything crazy comes out. You don't want to wait till Broodlords get out. You don't want to wait till Hydra, Ling Bane with a huge upgrade lead or something comes out.
Of course.
That's what we're setting up for right now, and he has full potential, harass potential right now. There is no Prism yet, but we'll see that.
Right,
I promise
no
you.
robo at all yet, I don't think. He's just got the Stargate, Forge, and
There's
Twilight
an Immortal
down.
on the way.
Oh, there is an Immortal on the way.
I'm cheating.
Okay.
I can see that.
That is cheating. You cheater, you. So put yourself in the other player's shoes. Then Solar, he's dropping that Roach Warren. He's trying to get up to Lair Tech. What's he thinking right now?
I think
other
Solar
than
knows
panic?
he's a little bit... Solar knows he has no potential to actually do something right now on
Okay.
the other side of the map.
Okay.
There are points where Zerg players know they can do something. For example, let's say you kill a bunch of adepts in your mineral line. You're like, what could you have? You could have 1 warp in.
Okay.
Or maybe you kill a warp prism and you're like, okay, now I can do something like that.
Get some breathing room.
Yeah, There's nothing like that. There's nothing. And Solar is good enough to know the unit count before you even see it.
Okay.
There's a thing that pro gamers know what you're spending your money on before you spend it, or before they see it.
Sure.
Because there's only a natural thing that you spend your money on.
Right.
Either
the number of options
or your
he's got
army
has been
or your
decreased
tech.
significantly.
Yeah. So he can kind of guess what's coming, probably.
And Solar just unable to really invest into anything right now. I mean, he's
Yeah.
burned. I would love to see how many lings he's burned this game alone, right?
Oh,
He has lost. Oh my
he
God! They're
showed us
listening to me on the cast.
42 lings.
42 lings already
Yeah.
down this game. That's
The sad thing is
incredible.
he doesn't want to lose them because every time he loses them, he builds them again.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I found is really strange. He's forced to build
He's
so many
forced to
lings and
trade them,
drones.
exactly, because you
He's
don't
got nothing
trade them,
left.
the adepts trade in your base.
Sure. That's a
So-
really good play from Patience.
It is. You're right.
Nice.
Patience is controlling the ling count without even really intentionally doing it.
Beautiful. There's so much on the line this game for these two players. If we can back out from the game for just a minute and sort of look at the overall structure of the WCS Korea circuit in general, these two players, I was looking up before the game, are very close to each other in WCS points. Just a few hundred, or 25 points away from each other, I think, so almost identical. And they're down at like the 14 and 17 position. So obviously the top 8 players in the Korea circuit go on to BlizzCon at the end of the year, which is sort of, I mean, the ultimate goal for these players is to really go to BlizzCon. It's a very, very big tournament to get into. So these two players at 14 and 17. But what's most interesting to me
14 and 17 seems low for both of them.
It does, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Anyway, so they are a little bit low. But what's interesting to me is that a lot of the players in the like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 spots, I've got the numbers slightly wrong, but something like 7 or 8 of the players that are normally above them are already out of the GSL, have already been eliminated this season, meaning that there's a hard cap on their points that they can get, because the only big remaining
Super
tournament here in Korea
Actually, GSL
is
versus the
Super
World too,
Tournament.
right?
And they get a couple points from that. I don't think it's quite as many, though.
Well, if they win,
that's
that
true.
has to be enough to get in.
That's true.
It's interesting. I think Super Tournament's going to be a big one for all of them. And the thing is, Super Tournament's a weekend tournament.
Right.
So a lot of like crazy things can happen.
The weekend tournament is, and I feel like that's just changed in the last year or so, that we've really started to realize that weekend tournaments and these longer tournaments really favor different players and different styles very heavily.
Yeah.
I mean, pro gamers might have
Pro
known about
gamers
it for
probably
a
have
long
known it for a
time,
really long time, but
the internet's just starting to discover the beauties of the differences between these two tournaments.
well, because you got to look at the comparison. You're like, why are all the Terrans winning in this tournament and all the Zergs winning in this tournament? Whatever.
Sure.
It's less like that. But at some point, it was literally Serral and Maru. There was no other other champions. So
that's it. So yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to see what these guys go for, because Solar and Patience are tussling head-to-head. Obviously, TaeJa sort of out of the running for WCS because he's just rejoining
Unless
the
he champions
GSL.
it.
Unless
that would be so sick.
I don't know what's it's not royal roading your first one back, but if he first one back after military service, he makes it all the way through.
Is there something for that? A name?
No, but there should be.
There definitely should be. We'll call it that person award or whatever. Yeah, Royal Road is when they get
first one in and they go all the way through.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, if you qualify for your first GSL and make it all the way through.
Right. There's very few Royal Roaders.
Oh yeah,
I don't even know if Royal Roading is even possible anymore.
Man, because
think about
so
it. If somebody
if
somebody comes in here and you don't know who this is, what's the chance of them being a champion?
Yeah.
Like, how do you just like show up and beat people that are 7,000 MMR?
I know.
Like that have been established for 8 or 9 years.
It's
impossible now.
What 14-year-old kid is going to wake up on Christmas morning and his parents are going to gift him a copy of StarCraft 2 and he's going to be like,
try
oh,
it. I mean,
StarCraft 2, I'll see what I can do. And then he just destroys everyone.
That's only really a thing in the beginning of the game.
Right.
So I would love to see it happen, though. It'd be so cool. It'd be the coolest thing ever. Like, even when Raynor got really good, everybody knew about him. Everybody.
Well, maybe you guys did. Some of the viewers did.
If you lose to a random 14-year-old, okay, like, I know who this is now.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't just lose to him and be like,
It's a quick way to make a reputation very quick when you're younger than Marty McFly and you're beating guys who are as experienced as Doc Brown in StarCraft 2, right?
We knew he was going to do really well, I think, for a long time.
What were the tells for a young player that shows that they're going to be really promising?
Honestly, playstyle.
Yeah?
I think a lot of it's playstyle and, like, because when they play a certain way, you can just tell that they have a lot of potential.
Is it their micro? Is it their decision-making?
Micro decision-making, like the way they react to certain things. There's just a lot of things you pick up if you're playing a game, and especially if you're the opponent, because there are subtle things you're showing them.
Sure.
And if you realize they picked up on those subtle things you showed them, react perfectly, and played the game out, you're like, oh my god, this guy's a monster.
After you type in a lot of curse words at him in the in-game chat, then you sit back and you go, this guy. Interesting.
It's very interesting to think about. I didn't personally play Raynor, but I've played people like that.
Sure.
Where like I'll show something really subtle, and they'll just pick up on it immediately. I'm like, holy cow, this guy's good. Because I'll do things that nobody should ever see, and they do. It's crazy.
Interesting. So remaining this year, GSL Super Tournament, GSL versus the World, and that's pretty much it for the Korea circuit, right?
This tournament's gonna be important.
Yeah, definitely.
Not for the people that we assume that will go to BlizzCon already. Like Classic doesn't really care. I don't think Maru doesn't really care.
Well, Classic can't go to BlizzCon. his military service is going to start before then, I believe.
Yeah.
Unless he
I
gets another
actually
deferment?
don't know how it works, but
Yeah.
I know it's possible.
Yeah, there's a big question mark there
It's a
for
big
sure.
question mark. I hope he goes. I'll be so sad because this would be the greatest BlizzCon story. Because Classic is totally a BlizzCon
man.
champion level player.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine
it has been for years, right?
He gets that satisfaction, the BlizzCon championship, and then retires.
Just
yeah, like that's the perfect time.
get up there, snap it off, and call it.
If I were ever to retire, I would retire at the peak of my career like that.
Isn't that the George Costanza thing where he says if you're going to leave a meeting, like you make your best joke and then you leave the meeting
Yeah.
right away, and that's exactly what Classic needs to do is just win big and leave straight
agree.
away.
That'd be so cool.
That would be great.
You
So
know-
confirmed for BlizzCon so far, the winner of GSL Season 1, Maru, and the winner of GSL Season 2, Dark, they get automatic seeds into BlizzCon, pardon me. And the top other players will make it in the top either 5 seeds or if Maru or Dark wins again this series.
I didn't hear what that was, by the way.
I didn't either. So our production teller, something in our ears is happening here. I think we're getting ready to go back into the game. Some sort of lag issue or lag spike, but I'm not sure what
Well,
exactly is happening. We're
yeah, they're
checking the
checking
replay,
replays.
so we're going to hop into the game quite
We got lots of time,
soon.
I think.
Excellent. I love a lot of
We
time.
get to just talk. This is like in depth with a new co-host. That's what it feels like.
It's like
You're
in
just
depth.
talking about random stuff.
It's like
you know?
in depth if one co-host has no idea what he's talking about.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good. I learned new words after I cast with you. I'm like, what's that word mean again? And I Google it and I'm like, oh, okay. Why didn't we just say the easier word? But sure.
So for all of you high schoolers watching, skip your SAT prep. Just watch the GSL.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. I'm just waiting. We should do like calculus and stuff so I can remember all this
Oh,
stuff.
no math. Don't make me do math.
You don't
man.
like
Especially-
math?
Isn't the caster rule you never do math on stream? Never, never, ever?
Yeah.
Because you always
I made
get
a
it
new
wrong?
rule too. Never do Korean.
Oh, that's a good rule
Yeah.
because I'm sure you just get
Because
roasted,
Rapid
right?
always tried to do Korean. I'm like, stop. Don't do that. Like, because you either look like you know what you're talking about or you pronounce things terribly and you have no
yeah.
idea.
I'm terrible. I can order a coffee and like say hello and thank you, and that's about it.
I've been
It's
practicing a lot.
Yeah?
I've been watching a lot of K-dramas.
Oh, that's the best way to do it, I've heard.
It's actually not bad because you understand like the conversations and how they work and stuff. But I realize I talk very feminine according to some Koreans now. I'm like, wait, I'm doing that? And they're like, yeah, you're doing that. It's really weird. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll stop doing that then.
I love that. When I get to do voice recording at work, sometimes they make me do because I have to do a child's voice sometimes for some of the songs and stuff. And when I first went in for my audition, they said, "Oh, do your little like sing this in a child's voice." And I said, "Okay, I'll see what I can do." And I finished, and they were all. It's so intimidating doing voice recording because you're in the booth and you can just see, you can't hear anything. And so I finished reading the lines and singing the song, and I look out, and the people on the other side of the booth are dying laughing at me. They're like beet red, fanning themselves, just slapping their knees. And I leaned to the mic. I was like, "What's going on?" They said, "You sound like the smallest, fattest Korean boy I've ever, like the shortest, fattest little boy with like a lollipop in his hand that I've
That's
ever heard."
interesting.
Apparently, that's my child voice when I do voice acting.
Nice.
It's just the most rotund little dude ever.
I find like when I'm given directions for voices and for like facial expressions is really hard.
Oh yeah, man.
They're like, make your face do that. I'm like, what do you mean make my face do that? I don't know what you want me to do. And they're like, smile. I'm like, okay, I can smile.
What
They're
am
like,
I-
not like that. I'm like, what do you mean then? I don't know what you're talking about.
What am I, a Juilliard trained voice
Like every
actor?
time I did the GSL photo shoot, they make you pose and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm just so bad. Like I don't know. They're like, cross your arms. I'm like, and they're like, not like that. Don't look at the camera like that. I'm like, I know what you want me to do, guys. Like,
Have you seen the movie Lost in Translation with Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson?
No.
Oh, it's amazing. Go home and watch it tonight. I
Okay.
promise it's worth your time.
I'll watch
But there's
it.
a great scene because Bill Murray is playing an actor in Japan who doesn't speak the language or anything, and he's doing a photo shoot for a whiskey commercial. And the Japanese director comes up and talks to him in Japanese very fervently and aggressively for like 3 minutes, and then the translator leans over and just says, "Look into camera with more intensity." And that's it. And he's going, "What do you mean more intensity? Should I look like this?" Anyway,
Yeah.
it's a wonderful scene. I highly recommend
it's
the movie.
funny.
Man, we're still waiting on this replay to load in. This is really
That's okay. I don't mind.
really struggling
I don't got
a
anything
lot.
else to do. What
So-
day is it? It's like 1 o'clock. We got lots of time.
Oh yeah, it's just the afternoon. Plus it's raining outside. I'd rather be in here than out there for sure.
Me too. So this is kind of nice for. I feel like if I'm Solar. Wait, Solar was losing, right?
Solar's on the back foot right now for sure. He's lost a lot of
I
drones.
wonder if
this
this is
game.
a good thing or a bad thing.
With
Because
a
you're
big
thinking
break?
about like.
That's true.
'Cause right now he's not thinking about his computer problems. I promise you.
He's thinking about the game 100%.
Yeah, it's almost like we got a tactical pause. You just like get time to really dissect everything.
The crowd, by the way, has filled up incredibly today. When we came, it was only 4 or 5 rows of people. Oh, look at that. A lot of foreign fans
Lots of
visiting us
foreigners,
today.
yeah.
I think hopefully cheering on Liquid TaeJa. is my guess, because he's so popular. We saw this when Bomber was in the studio, just the studio filled with fans from the Estrella for Code S 2020. I'm on that train,
Wait, is it-
100%.
Oh, for a second I thought it was Estrella holding it. I'd be like, that's not how you do that.
But that'd be great, man. How great would it be to see more and more foreign players competing in the GSL?
Yeah, we have a lot. I mean, there's 12 people at our house right now.
Wow.
If
that'd
only
be
there was a
amazing.
Code S qualifier, but there isn't. So we
So-
had a lot of players play. Like in general, this year has been a lot of foreigners.
In the qualifiers.
Yeah, we just don't see them qualify.
I mean, it's so gruesome, and that speaks to the quality of the players that we get in these round of 32. I think it's easy for us to sit on here on stage, and especially if the only tournament you watch is the GSL. I think it's easy for a lot of fans to go, he's just a GSL round of 32 guy. He always bombs
Oh,
out
they
the
do
round
that
of
to me.
32.
You know what the
no
greatest
good.
comment was? They're
Yeah.
like, the entire reputation of Code S has been brought down today when I qualified the first time. I'm like, damn. Could you
Whoa.
imagine saying that to somebody who got Code S the first time? I played 14 hours a day, and this guy's like, you know what? Code S just isn't what it is anymore.
It's just so easy these
I'm
days.
like, I beat Impact. He was like 7,000 MMR. I'm
yeah.
like, I didn't even sneak in.
Unreal. So
People are just so mean to me.
I'm so sorry to hear
It's
that,
okay.
Jake. You're on camera for the GSL getting pity points.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
I like the pity points.
There's
This
a
is what you
challenge in
do when
doing
you
that.
when you get Code S. You just make sure everybody knows. Looking at you guys. I entered Twitch chat. I'm like, what's up, guys? 2-time Code S Norgard here. How
That's
you guys
right.
doing? They're
That's
like,
just
oh my
your
God,
sign. That's
it's
your
the
sign
Code
off
S
on all
guy.
your on all your emails.
Yeah.
Warm regards, Jake Norgan Umpleby, 2-time Code S. But so what we were saying is there's a lot of foreign players that are trying to qualify for the GSL. And when I cast the qualifiers, I only got to cast the final games in the winners and losers bracket. I think I only cast one, well, not counting Special and Scarlet,
'Cause
who-
they got
who
in,
could-
yeah.
who got in, which is, and they're kind of old school at this point. We know that we have a feeling like they're probably going to qualify just because their level is so high. But I think the only other foreigner who got to a deciding match was it Estrella, I believe, who I think
Maybe
got
sort
knocked
of?
out. I don't think sort of got there. Maybe he did. Anyway, the point is, we saw a lot of them in the early bracket, and then, yeah, they just get whittled down by these Korean players who are, I mean, right now, head and shoulders above what we can do as far as the GSL qualifiers. That said,
The average quality of the Korean players is just higher. You know, like we're bringing some of the best we have over,
Yeah.
and they're just not the same as like the average Korean.
it's interesting. I was talking to Cuddle Bear in the who's here visiting the house, I believe, this week as well, and I asked him what his experience was like on the Korean ladder. Because he's a great player, top GM in North America, and he came over here and I said, what's it like? And he said moving to the Korean server as a North American player, he said, was a lot like joining a fraternity where just the first week or two you just get pummeled to death. The first couple games you just got to take your licks over and over again, and he said he's queuing up against Terran players is terrifying in Korea because you have no idea what they're going to do. They're going to be
That's true.
aggressive all the time. And I said, how long did it take you to get
He's not there yet, right?
to a place of comfort? And he said comfort certainly not, but he
Yeah.
said after a couple days he was able to sort of adjust a little bit. But it just shows that there's so much breadth.
Well, the
so
meta
much,
is just so different.
yeah, the game still offers us this incredible breadth of content that
It's like playing chess and you're playing like the same people and you're like playing the style and then you go to a different place and they're just playing completely different. Like queens are coming out on like the first turn. Like it's just crazy stuff is going on.
absolutely.
And it's the same with StarCraft too. Like except I would think NA is the crazy side and then Korea is more normal. But there's a lot of really interesting things with the ladder dynamics, and all regions actually have their own dynamic.
Definitely, that's
I
what I've
remember
heard.
in Legacy, there was a global ladder in the beginning.
Legacy, you mean
Like
Legacy
Legacy
of the Void.
Beta.
Okay,
We had a global ladder. It was the most interesting thing ever.
how'd that work out?
It was great. I loved it.
Yeah?
Because I was playing from Korea, so most of the games were on Korea. I'm not going to lie.
Sure,
But it was so cool because we had
right?
Europeans, North Americans, and Koreans playing all in the same place. You know who the
Wow.
#1 player was? Can you guess? You're not. It's you.
2000. Well,
He
you're
was a
asking me to
Protoss
guess.
player, foreigner, and he was North American. That should be enough information for you.
I have no
Neeb.
idea. Was it Neeb?
He was #1.
Wow.
Yeah.
At the beginning of Legacy
Yeah.
of the Void. That a boy, Neeb.
Yep.
Wow.
And he was making a depths. That was how he did it.
Making a depths before it was cool.
Yeah, it was so interesting. I really wish we'd have more opportunities to kind of play global ladders that we have to opt in because there's a lot of lag problems.
Right,
That's
right,
the reason
right.
why we don't just have a global ladder now.
Yeah.
But opting into a global ladder where we find the closest region between everybody would be really interesting.
That would. That's the biggest problem I was running into when I host games from my apartment. It's always people who are like, "Well, I'm in
Europe,
Czechoslovakia
Korea,
and
North
I'm in
America, yeah.
I live on one island in Guam. Like, help me out, whatever. Crazy stuff. Ooh, the game looks like it's loaded up, so we're getting close, guys.
Yeah.
Stick around. You're almost back into game number 1 of Solar and Patience. Again, these two guys.
I like to think we just have more viewers right now because we're talking.
Good.
It's like, oh, we love you guys.
we're gonna change the category on Twitch from StarCraft 2 to just chatting. But so this game should be, I think, really, really important Wow. Okay, so not going to be able to get into the game
Oh my
yet.
God,
We
yeah,
are going to have to go. We are going to switch to a just chatting stream. Can we get some like pork in here? We can do a mukbang stream while we're waiting.
Mukbang, yeah.
Get some lunch going on.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But this game going to be really fascinating to see who gets out because obviously both of these players, I think, have the potential to make it out of the group. Like it's not going to be a walkover win.
Oh no, I don't think either player either here has like first off, Trap is a monster.
Well, yeah,
you're
definitely.
going into from a tiger den to like a bear den. You know, like it's not fun. You're not.
Is a bear den more terrifying than a tiger den?
I would rather fight a tiger than a bear. You seen bears? They're massive.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wait, you'd rather fight a tiger?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to think
One
about
tiger
it.
versus one bear. Bears weigh like what, twice, 3 times as much as tigers?
Yeah, but they're a lot. Oh, I don't know, man.
I would much rather. I feel like I could scare it. I'm a big guy, you know.
This is the hardest I've ever thought
pretend
during a
to be a bear.
StarCraft 2 cast in my life. Trying to like I've looked at really we saw those.
Hey,
videos
wait, it
that were-
depends on the bear too. 'Cause polar bears I've heard are very dangerous.
And if it's like Winnie the Pooh, like you know, I'll take that fight any
Winnie
day of the week.
Pooh? Yeah, sure.
Sure, right?
A real life Winnie the Pooh. Okay, I think we'll go with polar bear. Because polar bears are scary. Actually, grizzly bears are scary. You know what? All bears are
I
scary,
think
except
you're
for
right.
pandas.
All bear. Yeah.
If you're
well,
in,
and
if you're in
pandas aren't technically bears, so
panda bear,
we call them panda bears, but I think they're more closely related to like or is it koalas that aren't real bears? Oh man, I'm trying to do science facts on stream
no
now.
science facts
Welcome
on
back.
stream, guys. I think
We've
pandas
cycled
are
through
bears.
now.
I don't know.
We'll
Anyways,
have to look it up. It's either pandas
they're
or
not
koalas
real
that aren't like
bears,
technical
though.
bears.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just too adorable.
yeah. Could you? I think I would actually still rather fight the tiger because I couldn't fight a panda bear. That's just mean.
They would overwhelm you with cuteness for
Yeah.
sure. Look into its giant cute eyes and just get mesmerized.
I've often thought what I would do if a tiger attacked me. How would I
mean,
defend myself?
You wouldn't, right?
No, you have to. Come on. You're not just gonna roll over and be like, all right, guess I'm a meal today.
I think that's what I don't think my reflexes
What if you
are
were
fast
attacked?
enough.
You just be like, eh.
You're
This is
talking,
fine.
You're talking to a man whose high school sports were cross country running that I was really bad at, and Scholars Bowl because I didn't have to do anything, just answer questions on the
I did
buzzer.
shot put, but that doesn't help
Wow.
me.
So you would have much better if they gave you a shot
Oh,
put.
I
you could
throw a
definitely-
rock at him maybe.
I mean, you know, you got.
I actually got to like.
What am I going to do? Answer quiz questions at him?
Yeah, I guess. Well, running should be good for you.
Very slowly. That's
I
the
guess
problem,
a tiger
though.
would outrun you.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe a bear
definitely.
you could outrun.
And bears are scary fast.
Yeah. Well,
Man,
not as fast as tigers. I'm trying to read what's going on.
This
We
is-
said no Korean on stream, didn't
That's
we?
true. You're breaking your own rules, man.
I think he said something about Protoss being Imba. No, I'm
That's
just
got to
kidding.
be it. He's complaining in the chat. So but they break the game, literally and figuratively. So this is the last group in the round of 32 here. We're going on to the round of 16. Are there any standouts from the round of 32 overall that you've seen that you've really thought, oh,
think all
wow,
of
I
them.
wasn't expecting this? Or anybody that you were like, I mean, wow, I was expecting
No,
to go
the
on, but
only
not in this fashion.
True person I was not expecting to do so well was Armani. Even though he didn't get out,
That's
he looked
true.
so scary.
He did look
I
scary.
remember going down to the makeup room and they're like, dude, Armani is really good.
In
And I'm
the-
like, that's what I thought too. Like, taking away from that series, he's scary.
Yeah.
So
I'm
next
excited to
season,
see him back.
even GSL Super Tournament might be a really good tournament for him because there's less time to prepare.
He's going to the Aces Raj tournament as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I've heard.
I would
so,
love to see that happen.
Yeah, it should be really good. You're right. Armani put on some incredible games.
He's
trying to.
one standing out, even though he didn't qualify. He still stood out to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good to hear.
I think most other people, though, do deserve to be where they are. I wouldn't say anybody snuck in or was surprising.
I think a lot of the matches this time there have been some. It's very
Oh.
similar to this one where we've had a lot of matches that were sort of on the fence where both players could have qualified.
We're going
but
in.
Here we go. Almost back into game, guys. We're getting so close. Let's see if this one works. Oh, baby. And here we are back into the game.
With the probe dying immediately. The game's over, guys. GG.
Okay, cool.
The probe
So,
died.
yeah, a quick pick off there. And so let's recap for everybody who's just joining us after 4 hours of us talking about bears and tigers fighting each other. Roach Warren Lair on the way for Solar, and a couple of Oracles out for Patience. Patience getting Zealot legs and adding on that Warp Prism.
Yeah. This is a little... Okay, here's a Nexus. Like I said, I think we have a natural kind of progression here for both players. Protoss has more options in the Zerg right now, but still definitely a playable game from both sides. He's building quite a few links again. I really wish he would just chill on the link button.
42 links had gone down this game already, and more coming out. Now he's scrubbing in some Roaches and Roach speed.
Yeah.
Is that because he doesn't have the economy to really get up
I
to
think he
anything
wants
else?
to be aggressive, which is quite surprising. I don't see much room for aggression right now.
Nice warp in there by Patience. Going to protect himself from any of those links getting in to scout what's coming out, which is 4 more gateways and a Templar Archive.
Yeah, he's still very natural progression. Where are the Oracles? The Oracle's usually here to defend this kind of stuff.
The Oracle's on the other side of the map right now, going into the natural for Solar right now. They're
Yeah.
both very, very low on health, though, and he does already have
I think he lost one. Oh, he does have 2.
Spore Callers.
built
He
3.
lost 1, but he built 3, yeah. He's going to get a couple drone kills, but not a whole lot there, so they are going to
These are better on the other side of the map, I think, at this point.
defending against the
Yeah.
links. Yeah.
Because right now, like you see, he's turned his entire army around. And also, these Oracles have basically done nothing.
Yeah.
And he's going to lose one. That's not good.
Second
Might
Oracle
lose
is
2.
down.
Okay, doesn't.
Oh,
One shot.
7 health. 8 kills, though.
Yeah. I mean, they paid for themselves. Infestation put on the way.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
I guess Swarm Host? Swarm
No,
Host is
that
not
would
a
be-
bad play, because we see so many Immortals.
Yeah, that'd be
There's
really
a
interesting.
Templar Archive already. This map's not bad for it either. You look at the setup, like, oh, there's nothing in the wall. Okay.
Little scout here from Solar.
Scout that's into a couple of probes.
Or just, yeah, taking a couple probes. That works for me, too. Wow, 2 probes, 3 probes, still not responding to this. Only 1 adept here to try and, well, 2 adepts here to try and chase it away.
Yeah.
All
A
right.
little bit slow. 4
Not
probes
too
go
bad.
down. 43 workers is 60. Solar's jumping up in workers like crazy. He was behind for a long time. Now he's actually ahead.
Look
4
at that
Swarmos on the way.
Beautiful. Is he going to go into Nidus play, do you think, behind this to give himself a little more mobility, or does he not have the economies? I guess Niduses are so cheap, though, right?
Yeah, he doesn't quite have it yet, though. The base Knight is actually quite expensive.
Ah, right.
And also unnecessary considering he's doing so much on the other side anyways. These Swarmos are actually good defensively right now. That's what it seems like they're for.
Interesting. I always find the defensive swarm hosts always seem to be really frustrating for the Zerg player to sort of micro around. They're so bulky, they're so huge, and once a Zealot gets on top of them, they just seem like they explode immediately.
Yeah, it's more about like when to shoot the... Oh no. Oh no. This might be a long day, guys.
Game
Okay.
Well, so about that bear you were going to fight.
Yeah, I would much rather fight a bear. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what's going on.
So defensive swarm host, you were just about to say something
Yeah,
about...
defensive swarm hosts, it's more about like how many to shoot off, and like if the Protoss baits out you shooting your just swarm hosts out,
Right.
and then you just like lose, that would be really bad. So
Sure.
there's a lot of like mind games around that. But defensively, they're great, I think, especially if you stagger the shots on the swarm hosts.
Okay.
Free
okay.
units are still free units.
Have you seen Solar using swarm host recently?
Yes.
Okay. How's his control?
He's great. He's great. This is his thing. Swarm hosts are good. But we'll have to see. I think defensively, it looks like he's in a good spot. But still, 59 to 53 workers. So
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm surprised at how well Solar has kept up after such a weird beginning to this game. Again, this is the game that started with the proxy hatchery that got taken down. His second and his natural and his third got pylon blocked. And he had to take the third of that wonky front location at the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock position that he really didn't want to take. And
Yeah.
so he seems to have sprung back very well. Is Patience
He
failing to put on
has.
enough pressure?
no, I think Patience is doing everything he can. I just think Solar is doing a good job of like cutting corners that he knows he can cut. If that makes any sense. Like
Yeah.
for example, he doesn't tech too fast. He doesn't. The only thing he does is that he shouldn't is build a ton of lings, which I felt was kind of a mistake. But at the same time, he's safe, right? So maybe he's prioritizing being safe than being dead, which is good.
Hey, yeah, that sounds like it works for me.
Yeah, I'm interested though. This game still is going on with +2 versus no upgrades, right? On the way.
Ah, that's a big change.
And if we see +3 versus 0-0 Zerg, that is not a good place to be. I don't care who you are.
Patience still on 2 bases.
3.
Oh, is he on 3?
Yeah.
Ah, that's right. He took that 3 o'clock base. Sorry.
The third base doesn't have any gas yet, but still 53 to 59 workers.
Okay.
99 army with roaches, so it's pretty even, and there's a +1 upgrade advantage.
Wow.
I don't see the Swarm Host being aggressive. That would be very crazy, considering there's no retreat path for them.
Yeah, especially since Solar's been playing so conservatively this game, right? I mean, he's been just building units to defend and everything, but he hasn't done any crazy drops, or his Ling run buys have been really efficient, but he hasn't overcommitted to anything. He hasn't, you know, because he'll send, what, have you seen him send 6 or 7 or 8 Lings out?
Yeah, that's like the
get
perfect
whatever
amount,
get
right?
done.
Because you warp
Yeah.
in a couple of units that aren't at your fight, and you kill some probes, but nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a good job so far.
Ooh, somebody here from the Army, I think. Maybe, wow. Man, the crowd is still streaming in, by the way. We're up to almost, not
Yeah,
not
this is
quite a
quite a
full
few
house,
people.
but it's really nice that we see so many players coming out to support on a Saturday afternoon. They're not just coming to get in out of the rain, I don't think.
They might be just stumbling like, what's this? It's nice and dry, though.
Stick around for a while. Yeah, I was really worried it was going to be too hot today, but honestly, the rain, the mist,
Yeah.
it's been kind of nice.
You know what I'm waiting for now? We're going to get TaeJa versus Solar, and it's going to be like a 2-hour mech game. You know? And then there's going to be pauses during it, so it's going to be like a 4-hour game.
Our call time today was 12 o'clock noon.
Yeah.
If we get out of here at midnight, I'm going to be...
I'll be happy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If
Why
it's
not?
all game or if it's all pause, just chatting with me about
Yeah,
fighting
sure.
bears.
I like chatting. I don't mind. I've got nothing else to do.
That's true.
Once I do a GSL day, it's like, that's the day.
You block off the whole day?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you said that a couple of members from your house, from the foreign team house, had come
That
out
would
to
be bad for them, though.
the games today.
Could you imagine? What are they going to do?
That's true. Okay, so guys, we need a little bit of time to figure out what's going on in this game. We're going to go to a quick break and hopefully come back and bring you the rest of Solar and Patience. Stick around, guys.
Making me feel like I'm his queen, taking me out in limousines, promising me empty dreams, but he wasn't, and I was his life. Reminiscing, checking me out from left to right, waiting to see when I'll stop the fight. Underneath these hazy nights, crazy nuts lies, and I was his life. Reminiscing. Faking it when he called me back into his ride, feeling time like I'm his only. Sitting way too close, alone inside. The walls be closing on me. In him I can't confide, even in my secrets can't confide. Any other person, but he is a burden, and I feel like cursing can't confide. When he called me back into his ride, feeling time like I'm his only. Sitting way too close, alone inside. The walls be closing on me. In him I can't confide, even in my secrets can't confide. Any other person, but he is a burden, and I feel like cursing can't confide. He said, call me back into his ride, I don't know, is this for show? He was like, I'll make you mine, running circles in my mind, after you up in my ride, and I was his life. Reminiscing, I was confused, felt abused, didn't know what to do, and it was a lie. Yeah. All the lies you told me, burning time to hold me, scratch that you don't own me, reading people and faking it. When he called me back into his ride, feeling time like I'm his only. Sitting way too close, alone inside. The walls be closing on me. In him I can't confide, even in my secrets can't confide. Any other person, but he is a burden, and I feel like cursing can't confide. When he called me back into his ride, feeling time like I'm his only. Sitting way too close, alone inside. The walls be closing on me. In him I can't confide, even in my secrets can't confide. Any other person, but he is a burden, and I feel like cursing can't confide. Cause you stepped down on my ego, try to bring me down to zero, pretending that you're my hero. Reading people and faking it out. Without you I am nothing, so I remind him one thing. I'm reminiscing. When he called me back into his ride, feeling time like I'm his only. Sitting way too close, alone inside. The walls be closing on me. In him I can't confide, even in my secrets can't confide. Any other person, but he is a burden, and I feel like cursing can't confide. When he called me back into his ride, killing time like I'm his only. Sitting way too close, alone inside. The walls be closing on me. In him I can't confide, even in my secrets can't confide. Any other person, but he is a burden, and I feel like cursing can't confide.
What's up, guys?
We're back. So we started a little bit earlier than we expected. Looks like we're ready to get right back into the game.
Yes.
Which, thank goodness, I have been on the edge of my seat this whole time waiting for these guys. This is
the longest 9-minute game I've ever had.
It's a matchup that I've been waiting for, I think, most excitedly on the edge of my seat. For these two players to
a bit
really
of a mismatch for the first set, so.
A bit of a, yeah, right, for TaeJa and Trap. Yeah, but this one, I think, obviously, you know, we walk into some of these GSL matches, especially the Tier 1, Tier 4s, where there's a big difference. But this game, with Solar and Patience, these guys very well evenly matched. Okay, so let's bring us back up to speed where we were 27 minutes
just
ago.
Finishing up.
Right, and you said they were going to be used defensively, and you were promising me that Solar is going to show us something incredible with these Swarm hosts.
Okay, I said he has good control. I wouldn't say incredible control. Actually, yeah, there's only a few rare instances where I find incredible Swarm host control because they're kind of just like a unit you make and send.
They waddle a lot, don't they?
There was a game, it was Dark versus Trap in the finals where he like split off one Locust and just stopped the not the time wards, the stasis wards.
Oh wow!
Yeah, like he would split off individual locusts
to pop those.
Yeah, to pop the time warps and then kill the stasis wards and then kill the bases. It was crazy.
Wow, that's impressive.
That was incredible control. Okay.
Man, that's for sure. Okay, so a nice revelation there from Patience, getting to show everything that's going on with that army, and even get to see the timing of when those rocks get broken down. Does he have enough here to defend against this? I'm surprised Solar's being so aggressive.
He's being pretty aggressive. Out. Yeah, this is fine though. This makes sense, I guess, to some extent. The problem is that we don't have much options if this goes badly.
Ah, you're right. Like there's another rush back home.
Yeah, and also there's like, it's kind of hard to retreat here.
Okay, some nice force fields there from Patience, buying him a lot of time.
Oh, this is so annoying. Like this is really, really bad for Solar.
Yeah, these warbits are going to be really frustrating for him. We can see him dropping that oh my gosh, I called it the spine crawler.
This is why you don't be aggressive, by the way.
It's a spire, and yeah, wow, getting forced all the way back home. We can see his army retreating through the middle of the map. This warp prism being really, really frustrating.
Yeah. And this is the biggest issue with moving out, especially with an army like this, is that you're really committed. And now that there's a prism on the other side of the map, like what do? You return your entire army over, you lose your entire push. Like there's basically all the wind out of your sails is just gone now.
Solar desperately needs to recall back to his main base, but he's going to have some troubles figuring out how to do that as a Zerg player.
Oh, okay, here we go. This might be a really big surround. Nice recall, but he loses all his sentries.
Oh my gosh, that's so much gas going to disappear immediately. Those poor sentries, not long for this world.
That's so bad. That's a massive mistake.
No force fields for Solar now. He's in a really, really bad spot. We can already see the Zerglings on top
no force fields. Yeah, all the roaches are on top of the Immortals. Everything's going to go down here, I think.
Oh my gosh, what a beautiful play from Solar there. A bit of a mistake there from Patience. And Patience splitting his army back into two separate pieces here. The Roaches and Ravagers are going to chase the Immortals back to the third, but there's no War Person there to defend them. Oh my god, the Biles.
Yeah.
Only 2 probes for all of that.
Yeah, there's nothing here. There's no way to defend this. No sentries, no way to stop this from happening. He's going to lose him. Oracle.
Oh my gosh. As a Zerg player, that feels great, doesn't it? Picking off that Oracle with those Biles. I mean, we can see the Swarm host setting up. There's Patience with the haha and the GG.
Wow.
Solar taking game number 1.
Yeah, kind of unexpectedly. I think that Patience botched that a little bit.
A rocky start for Solar.
Rocky start, rocky mid game.
Yeah.
Amazing like mid to late game, and then yeah, the game just ended basically.
So, I always hear from the pro players that if you watch your replays, you should only watch them until you make your first mistake. And everything after your first mistake, you're like, okay, I don't know what that means for the rest of the game, but for next game, I need to focus on what my first mistake is.
Well, yeah, but you should focus on all your mistakes, I think.
Okay, but in that case, I want to go back to, I think what was one of Patience's biggest mistakes that game was his recall out, where he didn't catch all of his sentries in his recall.
Well, even before that, the biggest mistake was moving out on creep in the middle of the map.
Okay.
Because
so he set himself up for failure.
Yeah. I think he thought that the army was going to retreat all the way back to his prism.
Okay.
And the army did not retreat all the way back.
Yeah, that Zergling wraparound to the other side from Solar really just sandwiched him there. Did a really good job using Zerglings as force fields.
Yeah.
So map number 2, Thunderbird, Solar's choice. And you said this probably points to the fact that Solar wants to play maybe a more macro game after an unusual game 1 opening.
Thunderbird's a little bit harder to be aggressive, especially with the Mortal Sentry-based stuff. So this map tends to be a little bit longer format.
Okay.
But, you know, things can happen. Things can change. We'll have to see.
What's the likelihood of Solar going 3 hatch, no pool?
0.
Unlikely, but let's get in to game number 2 on Thunderbird.
Fight.
All right in the top left-hand corner of Thunderbird LE. In the blue, it is
Triumphant Song Gaming, Solar.
dope glasses. So cool.
And in the bottom right, the red Protoss player.
Team LP, Patience.
Do you know what LP stands for?
I don't. What does it? I mean, long play, like a long play record, but that's all I know.
No, it's definitely not that.
I'm not. It's definitely not that.
It's definitely not that.
Well, now, so their teams are interesting because I don't know about Team LP, but Triumphant Song is a Chinese team.
Well, LP's also a Chinese team.
Oh, they're both Chinese teams. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that Patience artwork.
Nice.
He's an anime hero. He is about to tear off his clothes and have like a superhero thing underneath, and then go back to class and be a nerd again. Oh, so Triumphant Song. So, but they're both Chinese teams. Triumphant Song Gaming, I think, did really well in the Chinese team league.
Yeah, they have Hero, Solar, and Cloudy, I want to say.
I think that's correct. I might be wrong.
Yeah,
But
Cloudy has some pretty good. Oh, there's Kellizer.
Hey, Kellizer!
Vote for Kellizer.
If
This
that's
is why
not-
the foreigners came here, I guess.
That's an endorsement, I tell you what.
Oh yeah, Clem is sitting in front of him too.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what Kellizer was pointing at.
I mean, is okay. So for GSL versus the world, it's how does the format work for inviting foreigners to GSL versus the world?
I think half are voted and half are invited. I think.
Okay.
I'm not 100% on that though.
Cool. Well, I can't wait to see who we bring. That's always such a great event, man. Last year,
GSL versus the world was great.
man, last year they rented out a huge stadium in the middle of town, and there was a laser light
The
show.
laser show was sick.
It was like a Pink Floyd event, except it was also StarCraft, and I didn't hate the music at the same time. So
It's also much better. That was actually one of the best produced events I think I've ever seen out of any event.
It was gorgeous.
Especially the light show part. It's crazy.
I'm still a little salty about that event, though. I was supposed to win a mouse pad at that event, and I didn't win one of the GSL versus the
Well,
world
now you're
mouse
somebody,
pads.
so you can you can take this to the higher ups.
Actually, Afrika sent me one as a thank you for doing the qualifiers.
Oh,
so I
that's
got
nice.
one, but it was a year late.
Yeah. Well, at least you got one.
Okay, so Proxied Cybercore here. This is going to take a long time for Solar to knock down.
Yeah. I think this is a bit of an overcommitment, but sure. This is not a big deal. Like, I think it evens out after the Cybercore gets canceled because it doesn't even have that much time left, you know?
Right.
It's like 15 seconds.
Is it going to set Solar back that much?
No.
No, I think he'll be all right because he's already got his second down, just that third location.
He's built a lot of links, though. He doesn't cancel it now. That... What?
Whoa!
Okay, I guess we're just fine with losing 150 minerals.
Oh, I mean, that's, 6 Zerglings. Or
8 Zerglings. Right?
100.
Are you counting them?
150 mineral. Anyway, whatever.
Wait,
Third one going
Is that
down.
misplaced? I didn't see that.
I don't know. Zergling doesn't get in for a huge scout out, but the Stargate has not yet been seen.
What is that positioning?
Very unusual there on that little narrow choke point between the natural and the third. That's so strange.
Oh! Okay. 8 Ling run by through the third base.
Solar.
He's building 12 links. Actually, he can just go for a link flood now. Oh my god, this is going to be huge.
Oh my god, Patience gonna spot it though.
It doesn't
with that
matter, it's
probe.
too late. How do you
It's
stop
too
this?
I
He's
don't
going to
know.
kill your Stargate pylon.
He's got nothing.
Just kill the Stargate
no.
pylon.
He's not. He's going straight past that, trying to get down the...
that's smart,
gets
actually.
in. Doesn't get the build off.
There's
Doesn't get the
nothing
wall
here.
off. There's absolutely nothing here. One Stalker and one Sentry gonna chase all that away. They're already working
Oh, he's
that.
still not walled off. Okay, this is just it.
Doesn't get the cancel on that. 11 probes, 12
This is why you
probes.
don't wall here.
That's
This is such a greedy wall off.
The probes pulled from the main, but Patience is got to be really frustrated with this. This makes up for the last game we had that went super long.
Yeah.
We might not be here until midnight, Jake.
Yeah, this was, I think that shield battery should go down if he focuses it. Oh, no.
It might go down, but it doesn't matter.
well.
Patience going to get us around on that
Cybercore does go down.
Oh.
He should go for this pylon. Yeah, this was a little late, actually. I think this was the number 2 pick.
Right, the Oracle is not going to make it out, though, and that's the end of the game there for Patience. What a pick by Solar. 2 sentries out to try and defend a little bit longer, but look at the other side of the map. Already Solar droning up, adding
Actually,
on
that's
queens.
kind of interesting that he's droning up. He's not committing to the kill move. This is actually not the worst thing. The only problem is that there's a huge drone advantage, like massive, because of how many workers were killed.
Oh yeah, he's adding on those spores as well to be ready for the Oracle whenever it comes at the 17-minute mark of the game.
Yeah, 24 to 44. I don't see how you come back from that. But
Man.
I'm a little surprised that Solar didn't just go for the kill.
Yeah,
there's no Cybercore, right?
That's always an interesting choice, that snap decision that you have to make after your not your cheese, but your very aggressive early game play almost wins, and you have to make that decision as a pro gamer to say, do I put the pedal to the metal and build 400 links and just go, or do I triple expand behind it, double evolution chamber, spire, infestation pit, ultralisk cavern, because why not? How do you make that decision as a pro gamer? If you're in Solar's shoes right now, what is the factor in your brain that says, okay, do I go for it or do I sit back and get more ahead?
Continuing the commitment is giving your opponent an opportunity to come back in the game. So you just need to make this call when you know there's a chance you're not going to kill him anymore, right? Because if you keep doing it, you're actually giving them opportunity to not be behind. But when you look at this game, it's 33 versus 54. You have to just feel like a huge advantage for Solar.
Is there any way Solar can destroy that advantage? What could he possibly do to throw this game in the dumpster?
Nothing comes to my mind.
You're racking your brain.
Maybe if he pulls all of his drones across the map right now, that would be really bad.
Okay, that would definitely be one way.
But if he plays this game out like the way he should, it's definitely Patience' game to lose.
You mean?
Like Patience should lose this game.
Right.
Or Solar should not lose this game anyways. There's very unlikely, especially with a player of his caliber.
Roach speed, infestation pit, a lot of roaches getting added on here. The third base for Patience going down. Do you like that play from Patience? Can he afford this third base?
I like this play. Because going aggressive into somebody who has this many drones already is just a really bad idea.
Okay. So
you're just like,
back and
all they have to do is build units and defend, and then they win. But if you take a third and play passively,
Did he depower his own Cyber Core?
Yeah, I guess he doesn't need to power it though, unless he gets +1 air.
He does have a Void Ray on the way. Maybe he should get +1 air. We could see the return of Mass Void Ray to the GSL.
Yeah, the return after what, like 7-year hiatus?
Something like that, yeah, man.
Yeah. Nidus Worm on the way. So this time we're seeing a bit more aggression, and I like this. This is better because you actually have more recall abilities. Like, remember last time where you have to like walk across the map if a War Prism shows up? You can actually just go into the Nidus and be at your base much faster.
Yeah, we talked about that in the first game on Cyber Forest a little bit, where Solar had those swarm hosts in the middle of the map, and he really aggressively moved out his army to try and make that attack. The attack didn't win the first time, and then he was retreating, and both you and I got really nervous for how he was going to be able to do with that 8-10 swarm host in the middle of the map with a Protoss army chasing him down. But now that he's got the comfortability to build that Nidus Worm, and yeah, just assault this natural base, I think he's going to feel a lot more safe in this play. And it's nice when you've got that sort of range as a player to be able to, or the space in the game to be able to do that.
Whoa, what is that? 3 Stargate. What?
Whoa.
Are we actually going to see Mass Void Ray? Like, what is this going to be?
I hope so. I hope it is, man. It's been
3
too long.
Stargate. It's going to be straight into Carriers or Tempest?
It's gonna be Void Ray. I saw this in a Silver. I saw this in a Silver League game once, Jake. It worked so well against the opponent who had gone Mass Zealot.
Wait, he's building another Cyber too. What is going on right now?
This is so interesting. Maybe. What on earth?
Okay, well he's not losing this Nexus, which is nice. Wait, it's not Mass Oracle, is it?
No way. Double shield battery, adding on more probes.
Okay, well there's only so many more units we can even.
Yeah, there's so many roaches on the map.
Oh, there's 2 Void Rays.
I called it.
No way.
I told you this was happening.
This can't be a thing. Void Rays are so bad.
I am the best caster in the history of casting games ever.
This is a mistake.
3 Void Rays.
He accidentally built these Void Rays. I refuse to believe this.
Void Rays.
He actually he clicked V by accident. He meant to build Phoenixes. I don't know. Oracles even.
Okay. I believe you. This
Stargate,
one's. Ooh, but there's nothing here. Well, not a whole lot to defend here against this. This is. Ooh, dear. Okay,
so this is a bit of a misclick, I think. I think if he just focuses the Nexus, he might actually get it.
Yeah, he definitely could have gotten it there. All those,
he's getting every sentry, though.
All those force fields trying to break down that Nexus, but he didn't get it. Trying to protect the Nexus from going down. He is committing to these Void Rays. Look at that, building more. But the roaches are already in his base. I don't know. I mean, desperation is definitely the right word for it here. Patience pressed on all fronts here. Solar really in there. Is Patience not going to be able to show us the Mass Void Ray strategy that works so well in my Silver games? I'm a little disappointed, if I'm honest.
I don't know what the plan was with the Void Rays. Void Rays are just so questionable.
What on earth was that?
I think he knew he had like almost no way to win, so he just like going for some crazy things that may work.
Sure.
Catch your opponent on the off chance of like maybe they don't have to deal with Void Rays.
I mean, he did have a couple queens there, but not as many as maybe he could have.
He didn't even have to kill the Void Rays. He still won.
It was definitely a Hail Mary. Yeah, it was quite a pass there from Patience. So an unexpected, at least for me, an unexpected 2-0. I thought there might be a better tussle than this between Solar and Patience. Now, I should note, Solar did 2-0 Patience in the GSL qualifiers.
I think Solar's on paper the better player, and I thought maybe if Patience had prepared some strategies that were a little bit more refined, that it could be really scary for Solar. But it didn't feel like we had any refined strategies.
Cool. Well, let's go to a quick break, guys, and come back with the Group H winners match of Solar versus Trap.
This is the world we live in. The new world as they say. This is what we believe in. Who brings us back to life?
wanna walk with me past the busy highway? There's a place, you see. I go there to get away from the tug of war, all the everyday troubles and struggles. I know this little park bench, from there you can stare up at the birds in their nests, or just watch the people passing by too fast. Sometimes you gotta slow down and jump in the puddles. Gotta get my feet wet. Wanna look up, tired of looking back. Keep my hands still, keep my heart still somehow. Somewhere there's a story up ahead with words I've never said and friends I've never met. Maybe I'll see things I've never seen, be the girl I want to be. It's up to me to choose happy. I hold this moment in my hands like 100 million tiny grains of sand. I can't let them slip away way too fast. Gotta see the beauty in every single deep breath, 'cause an adventure awaits only for the meager and only for the brave. I'm smiling 'cause I'm eager to chase it today. I won't wish away all the minutes like they were meaningless. Gotta get my heart set. Wanna look upside up,
토요일 딱 결승 날에 저녁까지는 괜찮았는데 이제 새벽 되고 이제 그때부터 좀 힘들더라고요. 네, 그래서 잠도 별로 못 잤어요.
원수가 좀 대단하긴 하죠.
네.
그러니까
존경스럽네요. 이 경험을 7번? 예.
이번 시즌 제가 GSL 커리어 하이가 8강인데 4강을 한번 꼭 가보고 싶어요. 그래도 열심히 하고 있긴 한데 시즌 1이랑 2도 좀 되게 열심히 했다고 생각하는데 잘 안 풀려서 요즘 좀 고민이 많습니다.
저는 솔직히 시즌 1부터 제가 뚫을 수 있다고 생각했는데 제가 좀 많이 아팠다 보니까 이제야 뚫게 된 것 같고 예전이랑은 많이 달라진 것 같아요. 나이가 이제 들어가지고 플레이 스타일도 약간 달라진 것 같아서 옛날만큼 막 그렇게 잘하진 않아서 요즘 열심히 연습하고 있어요. 이번 시즌 솔직히 예선하기 전에는 32강만 뚫자라는 생각이었는데 32강 막상 뚫고 나니까 이제 16강, 8강까지 가보고 싶어요.
지난 시즌에 16강에 준비를 정말 열심히 했는데 제가 준비한 빌드를 쓰기 전에 상대들이 먼저 쓰거나 들키거나 그런 경우가 많아가지고 좀 잘 안 풀린 것 같아요, 게임이.
근데 옛날에 제가 한창 프로리그 할 때 연패했을 때 딱 연패를 끝났을 때가 있거든요. 그 연패를 끊고 그때 하루에 2승을 한 날이 있었어요. 한지원 선수랑 김준호 선수 상대로 2승을 한 날이 있는데 뭔가 제가 엄청 힘들어하다가 진짜 은퇴 생각까지 했었는데 그때 이후로 뭔가 나도 약간 할 수 있겠다라는 생각이 들었던 것 같아요.
저는 팀밀키드에 입단하게 된 순간이 반전이라고 생각해요. 팀밀키드에 들어가기 전에는 약간 그저 그런 테란이었는데 팀밀키드에 들어가서 이제 날개를 달아가지고 이제 그때부터 이제 리퀴드 태자가 유명하게 된 거기 때문에 대회 같은 걸 지원을 많이 해주다 보니까 그거에 이제 부응하기 위해서 이제 더 열심히 하게 됐던 것 같아요.
2018 시즌에 16강에서 계속 떨어졌던 게 계기가 됐던 것 같아요.
아무래도 게이머 생활을 하면서 2016년도에 게임을 제일 잘했기 때문에 그때가 제일 저의 반전이라고 생각을 하고 그 이후로는 다시 또 못하다가 이제 실력이 좀 올라와서 이번 년이 저희 반전이 다시 되면 좋겠는데 시즌3에 한번 노려보고 싶네요.
2015 월드 챔피언십이요. 그때 우승을 했었어야 됐다는 생각이 들어요.
이신영 선수의 생산력을 바꾸고 싶네요.
이신영의 생산력을 주는 대신에
네.
군대를 한번
그건 좀
이신영의 재능. 종족별로 재능러가 한 명씩 있거든요. 제가 생각하는 테란 이신영, 그다음에 프로토스 김대엽, 저그 박영우. 근데 그 중에서 원탑 재능이 아마 신영이 형인 것 같아요, 저는. 그래서 신영이 형의 재능이 정말 부러워요.
블리즈컨에서 16강에서 떨어진 게 너무 아쉬워서 그때 기회가 한 번만 더 온다면 좀 침착하게 더 잘했을 것 같은데 거기서도 2대1, 2대1 최종전에서 져가지고 너무 아쉬웠어요.
(2019) Mountain Dew GSL Season 3 Code S Reversal.
Everybody, welcome back, aloha and hello, under these hot studio lights, to the winners match in Group H. One of these two players moving on to the round of 16. Jake, gut call, who's it going to be?
Trap, but I'm interested. I think it could go either way still. These games aren't really easy to call. I think the only ones that we could say are possibly the first two matches went the way they were supposed to go.
Sure.
But this one's like the CVP is Solar's definitely strong point.
Okay.
And Trap is Trap, so
and Trap is
I think Trap is probably going to make it out first in this group, but it could go either way. King's Cove being first map, that's very good for Solar, but we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I tell you, I love King's Cove. I feel like some of the most interesting games always happen there. It's just such a well-designed map, and it looks so pretty, too.
Yeah, it's a little hard to kill people in King's Cove, so that's why we see a little bit longer games, a little bit more interesting games.
Sure, sure. Now, after those two games that Solar just played, one of which was a very quick rush, and the other one which was supposed to be a very quick rush, and then it wasn't quite. Is he going to go for something else quick in this winners match? Well, let's find out as we get into the game on King's Cove.
Fight.
in the top left-hand corner of Kings Cove LE in the blue.
Triumphant Song Gaming, Solar.
An extractor trick.
Yeah.
And in the bottom right, our runner-up to the GSL Finals.
Jin Air Green Wings, Trap.
Lots of fans.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a TaeJa level fans.
That's some TaeJa level cheering there for Trap, who has definitely a lot of fans out in the audience today.
Oh, he's doing it again.
How's his timing? Does it look about right?
Yep.
Beautiful. That's what I like to hear.
He's actually going for the third hatch, though. Third hatch is a little bit more scary, though.
Is this the spine crawler rush that you talked about last time?
He goes hatch first, and then he still tries to go for it. So he has to send this a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Remember when, who were we casting that also did this, but they messed it up every time?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Who was the Zerg player? I can't remember.
Gosh. I'm sorry.
There's only one Zerg player, I thought.
Anyhow, he's going to get blocked by that probe.
Okay, here we go. He's going to go for the block. Right? Now, go.
Oh!
Oh, he doesn't have the money.
Second probe. Oh, that's why. Okay. Is this
Yeah.
just a psych out then? He never got up to that.
This is okay. I like to go for the kill hatch,
He wants to kill that probe so bad.
He's not getting it. It's not going to happen. Should give up. This is a little interesting. Like, normally you go for it, but he didn't want to go for it at all, I guess, because he didn't have the money. He went for a spawning pool instead.
Okay. Do you think he bailed out there? He just didn't have the money for it and said, okay, I'll build a spawning pool instead. And just
yeah, he bailed out.
Continue to.
Don't know why, though.
Huh.
He was going for like a very standard game at home. Oh, might lose the drone. That would be annoying.
Getting chased down by. Oh, he really
to
wants
regen
that
1
drone
HP.
kill. Oh
Right,
my
good.
gosh.
He's going to get it.
Oh yeah, he is. Look at that. Oh,
my
man,
God.
the tactical
Okay,
positioning
one more
on these
hit.
probes.
It's dead.
Get him.
He's got it.
There it is.
3 probes though to kill that.
I know, it's not even worth it, is it? You pull him away from the mineral line for that long?
It's not really, but the reason why he did so was because he didn't want the next building to be scouted, the Stargate/Robo.
Sure.
So
The Stargate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a bit of a win there for Trap, I suppose.
A little bit. I mean, there's no full scout. Like, that's what the drone's there for, so.
Sure. The Stargate opening seems to have been pretty effective the first couple games. Patience was able to get a little bit done, not a lot, but it bought him some time, certainly, after the unusual start that he had against Solar in his game 1. Is Trap's Stargate play as good as Patience's?
I mean, Stargate is like a very basic thing that every Protoss should be able to do.
Sure.
Because it was the standard opener for so many years.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's any specialty for Trap. It's not like Trap's known for his Stargates.
Okay.
It's pretty normal, and there's nothing you can really do when there's a Spore or a bunch of Queens, so.
Why do you think we're seeing more and more Stargates pop up? Because it really fell out of favor like last year, right? About a year ago, I almost never saw Stargate openings. It was always into the
more
Robo.
recently, but yeah.
But why has it been so popular in the last couple GSL seasons?
Well, because Robo got buffed at some point, so that's when we started seeing more Robos. Like, they got cheaper.
Okay.
I actually think Robo was always a viable option, but we didn't really see it. I think Protosses were a little bit less comfortable going for Robo first, even though it's felt safe.
Sure.
So it took them a little while to kind of start going Robo, and now Stargate is still like the very standard thing, especially if you are worried about your opponent being aggressive.
Sure. Which I'm certain he is after seeing those last 2 games from Solar.
Yeah, if you go Robo, you don't really have very many defensive options besides, you know, like an Immortal.
Right.
So if you get overrun or something, it can be really bad. But at Stargate, you're almost always safe.
Okay. A couple Spores already going up there for Solar, so he is going to be pretty safe against any of this crazy aggression. We do see a second Oracle on the way. We saw Trap doing this in the first series, 2 Oracle
2 Oracle's
and
good.
Phoenix.
2 Oracle's good because it one-shots drones.
Exactly.
Yep.
But aside from that, yeah, we'll have to see if he can get anything done.
Yeah,
nothing. Taking a little bit of hull damage even on that Phoenix.
He was thinking about trying to use the Phoenix to kind of take shots from the Spore and then go for it and pick up the Queen at the same time, but he decided against it.
Yeah,
probably would have
probably
lost
the right
it.
call. Yeah, I think he's much safer here. Was that a 3rd Oracle on the way that we see?
That's a 3rd, then something's up. 3 Oracles. 3 Oracles doesn't make too much sense, but
I
maybe.
believe it is. I think there's that second Oracle there, just crossing around the 12 o'clock position in the middle of the map there.
Too.
Oh, goodness. This is really interesting here. Next Oracle coming out.
If there's a 4th Oracle, now that's when it's really interesting. Okay.
Well, I mean,
3 is already kind of interesting, but 4 is like, whoa. Okay, we see a Robo. Probably not a 4th.
We've had so many interesting games in the last just 2 series that you and I have cast together, not to count the rest of the GSL round of 32. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were 17 Oracles on the map at some point. With the craziness that we've seen. But yeah, you are right. He is going to stop after that 3rd one.
Yeah,
Drops the next
3 is okay,
3rd.
because if you lose an Oracle, you can kind of be a little bit more, you know, less cautious with it, and if you lose it, then you still have 2.
Oh, a nice micro there by Trap to save everything there. Took a little bit of hull damage on the Phoenix, but...
might recall those out. I'm not sure what he's doing yet.
Interesting.
So far, so good.
Okay. Roach Warren, Blair finished up for Solar. Wow, 7, 8 kills.
Might lose that one. One shot.
So close.
Okay. Yeah, it's a couple shots actually, but still.
And a nice little Zergling follow-up here from Solar, who wants to keep the pressure on.
Yeah. So far, so good, though, for Trap. 49 workers to 51 and a third base already finishing. Forge, don't have a Twilight yet, but that's fine.
Yeah, as a Protoss player, this is a very comfortable position to be in,
yeah,
for sure.
You're not worried about anything killing you anytime soon, which is always the comfort zone, I guess.
Roach speed on the way from Solar. Do you think he's going to stay on Roach Ravager for a while? Is that a pretty decent follow-up after Starport? Or Stargate, rather, pardon me.
It seems like it's comfort zone a lot of the times is going for like Roach style, not like Ling Hydra Bane or something like that, so... The question is he going for an aggressive Roach Ravager timing, or is he going to be more passive? He's getting this Infestation bit again.
Yeah.
Basically, he's done this every single game so far.
Right. Now, we've seen it result with a couple different things, though. We saw him go Nidus one game.
Is that the Infestation Pit there? Did it just get scouted fully?
Oh, Evolution Chamber and Infestation Pit, so he knows what's up. Good
Twilight
catch.
goes down immediately. This is really big for Trap. Getting the scout off and knowing that this is a possibility is really good. You can see that he probably won't die to anything crazy now.
Okay.
There's a lot of the strength in Swarmhost is it randomly shows up when you have Roach Ravager, and you're like, oh, like this it could be Spire, it could be Swarmhost, right?
Right.
So you kind of have to respect both avenues. It could also be Roach Hydra or something, but that's less common. So now we don't really need to respect Spire whatsoever.
Beautiful. Well, my question was going to be, does Trap sit back on a couple bases and just wait and defend, or does he
Clearly
go
not.
aggressive? And yeah, obviously he's moving his way across the map, already stepping onto creep. It looks like he wants to put some pressure on the third base of Solar.
Yeah, it's a little bit ambitious, but I don't see him overcommitting here. He shouldn't, at least. He should probably just kind of posture and then retreat when he gets units.
Nice force fields trapping those Roaches and Ravagers into the mineral line. They are going to get knocked down, of course, by the Corrosive Biles, but there are 5 sentries here. Yeah, Trap with a really nice spread there of his units, not hitting a lot of Roaches or anything.
He's just so efficient.
Wow, more Queens going down.
And now he needs to start getting out there because he's out of force field soon.
Will this be a recall, do you think, or will he try and just escape cleanly?
I think it's actually...
Ooh, he's adding on some more Zealots.
He's out of force fields now, right?
He must be. He's down to only 2 sentries. He's already burned so many force fields. Yeah, Roach is coming in from both sides there. That is going to push Trap back, but yeah, there it is. Okay.
But this is totally worth. Like, he traded so efficiently there.
I can't believe how long he's staying and how much damage he's doing.
Should be able to get this
with almost no gateway units. Yeah, nice pickup there by the Weaver Prism, and Trap is going to get out of there with a beautiful engagement.
Yeah, that was a really efficient trade.
Double Robo behind this too?
Double Robo is interesting because we already know it's Swarmhost.
Yeah.
Are we building Immortals against Swarmhost? It's a little weird.
Just wants to knock those Niduses down way faster.
Triple Robo?
Wow.
Is triple Robo a thing?
It is now. Trap just made it a thing. He's a thing maker. That's what he does.
Yeah, I guess.
So the Nidus is coming down. 6 more Swarmhosts on the way. This is about to get really interesting here in the next couple minutes, guys.
Oh, he saves all of his Oracles again.
Did he lose the Phoenix there?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
the
fine,
Oracles
though. We don't
doesn't.
need
Yeah,
that.
who cares?
As long as the Oracles stay alive. The Oracles are actually so good here because you can basically roam freely like, over top of this army. There's no AA. So like if the Oracles ever join the fight, you can actually shoot down any amount of Ravager Ling.
Sure, here
Roaches
we go.
don't really care, but
a little pressure on the north side here by Solar. Is going to knock down one pylon and maybe some Links to get a wraparound. No, just going to get around out of there. But the Swarmhosts have arrived. The Nidus is going to go down, and there's going to be a lot of work happening in the natural of Trapped very soon.
Yeah, there's nothing really to worry about though. He's got everything under control as long as he knows that this is possible, which he should. Is that a cannon or a shield battery? Probably a shield battery.
Cannon.
Oh, it's a cannon. Okay. Cannons are fine too.
Yeah. Either way, I love this though. Look at this. Solar drawing the army over to the third base, forcing those Immortals down. The Nidus, of course, is going to come up. All these Locusts going to pop out, and those Swarmhosts going to get back home safely, forcing Trap just to rotate over and again.
Already has units here though.
He's doing so well.
And a cannon too, so like this is fine. He's going to get the cannon and snipe immediately, which is nice.
And maybe a couple Zealots along with it, but again, units for free units is a good trade there for Solar, even if it's not exactly what he wanted to get.
Yeah, I think that they need to do a little bit more than that though, especially if the game continues with a triple Robo. That's a dead Archon.
He's still only making 1 Immortal at a time. Oh my god, it's not a dead Archon.
What is that Immortal doing too?
Plausibly happen. Goodness gracious.
Is he going to get it?
Oh! Right, a beautiful transfuse, building another one behind it though.
Look at these stasis wards. Okay, we're going to see the Dark-esque stuff though. Does he even know?
I don't think so.
There's some like Jedi magic with the Zerg players who just like know there's a stasis ward there and they just split off. Just, like I'm curious to see how this goes.
Wow. 4th Nidus coming up onto the map. Oracle's trying to knock it down, but the Locusts are already out here in Solar. Gonna push up that ramp into the third base.
You gotta be careful though.
Huge stasis ward trapping a lot of those units.
These stasis wards are going off like crazy.
Oh my gosh, half the Zerg army completely immobilized right now.
Yeah, this is really scary for Solar because now half of his army is not even fighting and he doesn't have any Locusts anymore. This basically all these Roaches Lings are forfeited, no?
Yeah, probably. The Immortal's going to get on top of him immediately. And what's interesting is these Stasis Wards are going to wear off at different times, so there should be plenty of DPS there from Trap to pick off whatever he wants, wait for the second round, wait for the third round.
Oh, this is so nice. Look at it. Forcing the Locust to go off on top of the Archon is really nice here. Look at it. Saves both of them, too.
Wow. Good play
really
by
good
Trap.
Trap is playing an immaculate game, though. This is impressive.
7 Templar on the map. A couple storms have gone down. Whoa, he just lost 4 Templar?
What?
I just saw the Templar unit count go from 7 to 3.
Probably
Archons, because I'm dumb. I was like, did I miss a Warp Prism somewhere?
Is that even possible to kill that quickly?
Okay,
here we go.
This time there's nothing here except for the Stasis Wards.
Though. Yep.
Gonna be enough? Ah, beautifully played by Trap. He's doing such a good job here.
Amazing game. It's really an amazing game.
And Solar desperately trying to dislodge the third base, really trying to put a lot of pressure on. And he's having a limited success, but Trap just has so many Immortals here. They're doing so much damage on those Orchis Ravagers.
Yeah, I thought triple Robo was an interesting call, but it seems so strong.
With the Storms as well, that's going to give a great positioning advantage here because, of course, those Immortals have enough range where they can really deal damage from far away. The Storms push the Zerg back, and Trap just defending like a champion here.
The Prism's going over there to deal with the Locusts that don't even exist yet. Oh, okay, this is a bit of a mistake, though. He's nowhere to really retreat.
Separated from his Warp Prism as well, so he is going to get all these Nidus
Oh
Warps.
my god,
oh,
he's just
wow!
GGing?
Solar takes the game. One bad engagement, enough to tip the scales. Solar's impending aggression there, really forcing Trap onto the back foot, and one mistake shows. Trap just didn't think he could recover after losing that.
That was a really solid game. I actually thought Trap had a really good play. I think if the game went a little bit differently, he would have had a really good spot to be in, but it felt like Solar was finding weaknesses in the armor a lot more than he should have been.
I mean, Solar with his foot on the gas the entire time, right? Rotating his aggression between the natural and the third. It wasn't anything unexpected or surprising. I mean, it was pretty standard textbook play, right? Swarm hosts outside the natural, Roaches and Ravagers outside the third, pressure one, pressure the other, pressure one, pressure the other. But yeah, then Trap moved out a little aggressively with that small contingent of Immortals and just got picked off, and that was enough. Do you think Trap could have come back even after losing his big army there, or do you think it was a successful,
I
good
think that
time
was
to
the
GG?
beginning of the end, truly.
Okay.
Because like once you lose all those Immortals, like those Roach Ravagers are going to roam free in the third base.
Okay.
And also, I think there was a wave of Locusts the other base.
Ah, okay.
It was basically the beginning of the end. I think calling it there is not a bad call.
Well, let's see if this is the beginning of the end for sure as we get into game number 2 on Thunderbird. In the bottom left-hand corner, in the blue, playing Zerg, it is
Triumphant Song Gaming, Solar.
And in the top left-hand corner, currently down 1 game.
Jin Green Wings, Trap.
He's doing the thing. Why do the Protosses have to be so greedy? Relax, guys. Did he not just watch? Like, he did not just watch Patience get totally obliterated when he took the wall on the low ground?
Yeah, I guess not. Maybe he was having some soju in the makeup room or something, chilling between matches because he was so confident in where he was this time.
It's amazing that he's confident enough to, like, watch another Protoss get Ling flooded and demolished and just be like, you know what? I can do that better than him.
Is this a potential Ling flood from Solar? He does have 1 gas down. Pool just going down now. It's a little late, right?
No, it's fine. Like, we can't really tell anything. Like, the whole point is you don't want to make it look like a Ling All-In immediately.
Sure.
So if this probe comes in and knows it's a Ling All-In, what are you going to do?
Right.
So he has to hide it. But the thing is, Trap already knows it's possible, so it seems really strange for Solar to do it again. Possibly this is what Trap is banking on, because he is being really aggressive with his, or not aggressive, but really greedy.
With that low ground wall off, yeah.
Especially literally watch someone get punished for it. Like
on this exact same map
ago.
in the same matchup, right? A surprising choice, I think, from Trap. Maybe the confidence of getting second place in the GSL has gone to his head.
I mean, I don't think he'll get punished, but it's very impressive that he makes this call.
Okay, Solar. Let's see if is Solar going to take it. I guess I'm going to check my eyes and see if he takes the gas out.
You just have to see a drone. If a drone goes out on the map again, then it's going to happen.
Okay.
Was it 2 drones last game? It had to have been.
Yeah, because it's the double wall off of those small mineral patches there on Thunderbird.
It's like a 3rd block, very standard. If he gets this wall off on the low ground, it's very bad for Solar though.
He's only got
basically no way you can pressure the 3rd base.
He's only got 1 drone on gas. Does that change what his math
normal.
is going to be, or that's pretty standard?
Very standard.
Cool,
a little bit much for the Zergling count though. No, we're up to 6 on now.
Yeah.
6 is close to being too many. If he builds another pair, then that's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, Yes. Does he have 6 with 2 on the way, or is this 8?
No, 6 total, I believe.
Okay, 6 total is fine. This is on the...
Okay.
Okay, now he's building more links. What's going on? Are we really that scared of Adepts? No, okay, no. He's building way too many links. There's something going on.
Oh, interesting. So the third base is down, adding on 4 more links. We see a Robo behind this for Trap, but these Adepts already going to get in here. Surely they won't get much done, right?
Is he really just building like a ton of links?
Fakes the shade, already
Building a lot of
gets out.
drones. I wonder if he's trying to fake this. The Trap might be a little bit suspicious because of this many links.
Interesting.
Because he's building too many drones for it to be an all-in. This is why I'm so confused, right? Because there's a lot of links, but there's also a lot of drones.
The mind games that happen at this level of play are beyond most players' reckoning. Like, it's almost impossible to imagine what these guys are thinking. Like, which...
Look at this. He's scared too.
Okay,
so
he did watch the last game.
Yeah, and it's not just me either, because he sees that there's quite a few links for an average defense. But at the same time, there's too many drones to be really... Oh, this is nice if he gets him. He doesn't.
Yeah, but we see drones behind this for Solar, so it's not going to be the all-in that we saw a couple games ago.
I think he's just kind of feinting it a little bit.
That's a really, really nice fake there. I like that from Solar.
Yeah, Solar's just building out a lot of drones. He had some lings, but nothing crazy. It's like maybe 4 lings more than you normally have for a defense, but yeah, it's totally fine.
Wow, if Solar goes out of this group first with a 2-0-2-0, I think people are going to be a little bit surprised that Trap fell so quickly.
Yeah, Solar is known for his ZVP, like I was saying before.
Yeah,
this is his matchup, if there is one. So, not a crazy surprise, but I definitely thought Trap was going to make it out first.
Those 6 gates from Trap about to finish up, though, and some aggression could be on the way. The Rotor not done from Solar. Is Solar going to be able to defend once we get to see this big flood of units coming in from the Warp Prism?
This was Trap's map pick, too, right? So maybe Trap has a really strong build that we're not aware of fully. Like, this is obviously something extremely aggressive, but perhaps he has a plan on the way of attacking that we don't know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, never mind, that's wall. For a second, I thought that Ling was on the other side. I'm like, whoa, what is going on?
3 Roaches on the way and a Spine Crawler. I think Solar has sniffed this out maybe a little bit, but
Yeah,
Trap
he definitely has
a lot going on here.
It's a lot of Lings, not enough real beef in this army. It's pretty small.
26 links, 4 Roaches. No, just 1 Roach on the way.
No, not now.
Okay, a little bit of his pause there. That's all right. We're just fine.
This would be so bad. If your army or your fight was decided by lag spike, that would be really bad. Because this is not something you can have lag in.
No, definitely not.
All right, 1 Roach goes down for free. I don't like the posture of Trap's army. It seems really aggressive.
Yeah.
Like a Ling flank right now could be really devastating. A lot of Zealots though, so he should be able to clean up any Ling flanks right now.
Set up for that Ling flank.
He's set up to be fully surrounded is what he's set up for,
this is real bad news for Trap here. If Solar says get on top of him here.
Okay, this is better positioning. He needs to posture somewhere where he can retreat comfortably. A lot of the Zealots here are saved though. This feels like we're starting to whittle away a lot of units from the Zerg player for no real reason.
It's nice army positioning by Trap, who's really taking a lot of care to get those Zealots up front, sentries in the middle, stalkers in the back, protecting that Immortal, and still warping in a lot more units. Trap hasn't lost a whole lot here, and Solar has had a lot of units shaved off, but here we go, a couple more Zerglings trying to get some space. I don't think it's going to be quite enough, though. This could be really dangerous for Solar.
Yeah, Trap is playing this really well. He was stepping a little bit far forward for my liking, but he's doing a really good job now at just like shaving away units and continuing to produce.
This is I really like from Solar where he's warping in like 1, 2, or 3 units at a time. A lot of times you see players get, the full gateway cycle, but this allows them the slow drip of units in as they go forward. Okay.
And this is good though, still. Even now when he's like on the retreat here, he's still trading out for a decent amount of units, not losing any of his sentries, which is the most important. Does look like Solar's trying to push this back, and if Solar gets any momentum or any like real strong foothold here, he can definitely push this back with a better economy. So
yeah,
this is still a very dynamic fight for both players.
Yeah, this game not over by any stretch of the imagination here. And ooh, good concave on the high ground there from Solar.
There has to be enough here now.
The battle just a little bit.
Yeah, this has to be enough to defend now, especially if he gets these vials. Yeah, he might actually. He's a little bit off trip here with a lot of these queens.
This is really interesting here. So many queens. Queens are such a good unit in the mid game, especially against stalkers.
Yeah, but they can't retreat. Look at they can't retreat. If he loses a lot of these queens, that would be really bad. That's a huge portion of his defense.
2 go down, a 3rd one already on the way, and there's still a lot of stalkers here. I think Solar might be struggling here to keep his head above water.
It's still so even. It's so hard to call. These queens are also low HP. Lings are so important. They buffer for everything. Zealots are the same. This game is such an intricate fight. Still 97 to 78 supply, 33 to 41 workers.
Army's roughly even in power, but the Zerg player Solar has 10 extra workers. So the longer the game goes on, the better for Solar.
It's in theory.
In theory.
In theory, that should be how it works, but 10 workers might not be enough for the real. Okay, that was big.
Oh, forces an unsiege from the Warp Prism. Now the Warp Prism can have to set up and try and bring more back in.
One creep tumor here would be a massive difference.
But if he gets every transfuse, right?
Yeah, and he has one free creep tumor here, but he doesn't want to lose it. Also, do you see this observer? This is such a smart observer. This Observer is literally here to stop that creep tumor, because that creep tumor would literally be the game-ending creep tumor.
Sure. Good observation.
I was always wondering, why did he build an Observer in the first place? This is why. It's so that he can try and cut off the army.
Oh, that is so smart. And of course, no creep connecting the natural and the third, so it's going to take even longer for reinforcements to get there.
I can't believe we've had a... What is this? How long has this fight been going for? This is like a 2-minute fight.
Yeah, this is incredible. Neither player really overcommitting, which is great. It's the mark of players who have had a lot of experience on this main stage that neither one is really flustered or flinching or making a big mistake in overcommitting. Solar staying on creep, Trap staying off creep.
Queens are going down.
2 queens going to go down here.
All the Zealots are dying, though. Once the Zealots are gone, there's no buffer here. If Ling's and Ravager Ling gets on top of Elf's army, this would all disappear.
Solar's looking a lot better. His army supply going way higher than Trap's right now. And you're right, no force fields remaining here. Trap warping in just a couple of Zealots. Oh, man. Spinecrawler trying to reposition here. That'll be a huge boon to this fight if it can get transfused and stay alive for a while.
I don't know about that. Okay, now this is looking like the beginning of the end. Roach Ravager getting on top of this army. Warp Prism is forced to move back. I don't see any way of stopping this push from really killing everything the Protoss has. Even if you recall here, you're in a lot of trouble.
Beautiful work. Solar has found his opening, and now he is going to chase it, as though he's about to fight a bear that he's already stabbed in the jugular. We see another Lair Tech going up behind this. He's adding on drones. Oh, the Warp Prism goes down, and Trap GG's out immediately. Solar takes him out 2-0. What?
Yep.
What?
Solar's going to be happy about that.
Unreal. Triumphant Song Gaming Solar advances to the round of 16, bringing our count of Zergs in the round of 16 up to 4.
Trap is not happy.
Shaking his head, smiling. Oh, poor guy. I think a lot of people expected Trap to walk. I mean, maybe not walk over, but 2-0. Not unthinkable for Trap in that game.
Yeah, this was a good group for Solar. Again, ZVP is his strength, so
sure.
And he got to play Protosses only. I think Trap had an opportunity, but, you know, kind of blundered it away a little bit.
So, is Solar winning just on the back of his TVP, or pardon me, his ZVP?
Well, yeah, his ZVP. Well, this is the only matchup we saw, so.
Sure. Is he going to be a threat in the round of 16, do you think, or is he just fodder for better players?
He's a very good player. I mean,
all right, guys, winners interview. Andy, take it away.
Hello, guys. We have our first winner of Group H, round of 32. It is Solar. Congratulations. Thank you.
네, 오늘 16강 진출로 지난 시즌
Now
1
you advanced to the
advancement
to the round of 16, and last season you couldn't do it, but this time you made it. How do you feel? Well, my group is not an easy one. In my practice, I've been doing well, so as long as I'm in good form, I was sure that I could make it out today. So you have 4 wins today, 4 games, and you did beat Trap, who was the runner-up last season. And your ZVP today has been phenomenal. What do you think? Well, in my practice, I've been doing really well against Protoss. And Protoss these days, they tend to play worse in the later game. So I kind of played passive in the early mid phase of the game, and then I kind of went really strong in the late game. And you did utilize a lot of units today.
이렇게 움직임이 좋다는 건 연습량이
And definitely you showed good micro and good movement and very good maneuver with the units today.
사실 레더는 되게 많이 하는데요. 제가
I do play a lot of leather.
제가 저번 시즌이랑 저저번 시즌 30번
But last season and the last season when I got eliminated,
너무 상대방을 너무 의식한 플레이를
I was too conscious of my
상대를
opponent.
딱 잡아놓고 이렇게 상대방을 너무 의식한 플레이를 해버리니까
And you know, I
상대방
think
선수들이 이제 다르게 준비를
I think that was my
해오면
poison since they were able to change their strategy.
레더 위주로만 하고 토스는 대어비 형이랑만 연습한 것 같아요.
And for Protoss, for the ZVP, I've been practicing with stats only.
게 페인인 것 같다 이야기를 하시네요. 자, 지난 시즌에 남기웅 선수 자신의 정말 쉬운 상대로서 그게 어려워하지 않았던 남기웅 선수에게 2패 탈락을
And you lost to him twice last
그
season.
선수가 탈락하고 없네요. 복수 기회도 물건
And Hurricane is not in the round of 32 this time.
저를 시즌 1, 2 때 이긴 선수들이 되게 높게 갔어요. 재선이 형이랑 기웅 형이.
Well, all the people who beat me went really high in the stage.
네. 조지명식 정말 오랜만인데요. 강민수
Now it's your
선수의
group nomination coming up, and it's one that you haven't been in for a long time. How do you feel?
령우 형이 탑시드인 걸로 알고 있는데.
Well, Dark is the top seed, I know.
뭐 령우 형한테 잘 기생해서
Well, if I just
잘 어떻게 한번 판 짜보겠습니다.
if I just can be dark
네.
spat, I
자,
guess I
오랜만에
will just be able to
16강인
form a
만큼
good
선전을
group.
기대하고 있는데요. 마지막으로 팬들에게 한마디 들려주시죠.
Any last word to
그래도
your
이렇게
fans?
쉽지 않은 조에서 이렇게 지난 시즌 준우승자인
Well, it's not an easy group, and
최근에 그리고 연습 때
beating a runner-up of the last season
앞으로
today,
16강도
I feel really lucky and I feel really happy
네,
at the
다시
same time.
한번 1위 진출
Once again,
축하드립니다.
congratulations on securing your round of 16 spot.
네, 이렇게
Thank you very much,
H조의 1위
Andy. We would be
진출자
lost without
강민수
you,
선수를
man.
만나봤고요. 계속해서 GSL 30시간
So interesting words there from our Code S Group H winner.
Yes.
Unexpected win? Almost not, right? Don't forget, guys, if you are here in the studios and you got a ticket to come in, hold on to that ticket. We'll be giving away some incredible prizes at the end. We've got a StarCraft scarf. We got some photo books. We got a jersey, maybe?
I can't believe we're getting scarves away in the summer.
I know, it's raining. Just anyway. So, sorry, photo books and the scarf today. But definitely hold on to your ticket. There will be a raffle. Guys, we're going to go to a quick break. And when we come back, we'll have the losers match of Group H. Stick around.
결승전 대결을 시작하겠습니다. TaeJa 최초의 우승자가 나왔습니다. 그 이름은 다크 박영우.
Please welcome
champion.
Turn up the heat. Here we go now. Turn up the heat.
2019 Mountain Dew GSL Season 3 Codex Reversal.
Welcome back, everybody. We are now up for the losers match of Group H. It's going to pit Liquid TaeJa against Team LP's Patience. Jake, is TaeJa going to pull it out and surprise us?
I mean, I want him to.
Don't we
I
all?
want him to, but it's a hard road, especially after the first series of TVPs we saw. I think Trap is a different player than Patience. I think, but I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. You know, I don't know if someone who's more aggressive or willing to be more aggressive is a good or bad thing for TaeJa in this game.
Sure.
So I'm quite scared for him. But if he can do it, that would be incredible.
I mean, we saw him open up with a really unique strategy, one that literally neither of us had ever seen before in game number 1 of his last series. He's chosen King's Cove for his map, but Thunderbird going to be the first one. Do you think he's going to have something crazy ready for us on Thunderbird? Or do you think he'll try and go with a little, or is it useless to predict this guy?
Well, I think Patience should be the one who's prepared something crazy, so we'll have to see what goes on.
Just to throw TaeJa off his game. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, old man, you're not ready for this, but we'll find out what he's going for as we get into game number 1 on Thunderbird.
I believe this is the max packs. Or maybe it's not. I don't know how this works, actually. Normally, I think you build your first gate on the map, or in your base, and the second gate on the map.
I think that's usually how the max packs works.
I don't know.
Oh no, it's
or
just
is the first pylon first
It's the
gate?
first pylon in the main, and then second pylon and gate outside.
Okay.
Your first gate is to
Well,
get
anyway,
that cell
something
in
is up
quick.
here.
And whatever it is.
This is not a normal probe. Okay.
Something is up. He's keeping that probe a secret
This
as
is the
well.
second gate for sure.
Not moving it in.
It's the only thing that makes sense. It's not like you're sending a really early scout to go in. There's nothing else you proxy this early either, so.
First gate in the main.
What? Oh, that's the scout. Okay, never mind.
Okay, there's the scouting probe.
That's how it looks normal.
Sure. Oh, interesting. Proxy Stargate? Proxy
No,
Robo?
No. It's too fast.
It does feel very fast for something like that.
Yeah, this has to be the second gate. This is not the max packs, though. This is just like a normal thing. I think Proxy Stalker.
Proxy Cybercore?
No. That would be a little weird.
I mean, we've seen other crazier stuff in this matchup before, but yeah, second gate on the way. There it is, Proxy Gate.
Gate Cyber.
Okay. Pretty solid build from Patience. Might throw TaeJa off his step just a little bit.
Yeah, this makes sense too. Like I said, throwing TaeJa off his step is a good idea, especially if you're a Patience and you have all these strategies. Like he's, a man of many builds.
Oh yeah.
CC on the way. You kind of want to let this happen. You don't want him to not build the command center in the low ground. This is the whole point of the Proxy Gate.
Sure.
If for whatever reason TaeJa built it in the main, that would be really bad for him.
TaeJa gonna go ahead and scout over. Will he suspect anything?
I haven't seen the main base of the Protoss, but if there's 2 pylons in the main, he shouldn't expect too much. It's a little strange. It's Gate Cyber. Okay, instant cancel.
Wow.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah,
it's pulling the trigger a little early, but I think it's not a bad call.
And a barracks on the high ground. So without knowing what he's up against, he's already preparing really solidly against anything.
The problem is that if Patience just takes his Nexus now, he's not even in a bad spot, really. Like if forced cancel, the CC's not even on the way right now. So if the Nexus goes down, he's in a pretty good spot.
We see him chronoing out that
he's building a lot of
second
units.
adept.
And a Stargate, okay.
Stargate behind it. Stargate in the main base, though, hidden back in the back corner of the main base.
Yeah, you don't want to build it on the proxy. That would be a little weird. There's a Stargate and a gateway.
You double down on your proxy location. But the bunker's finished up. I mean, TaeJa's going to be fine. Although
TaeJa's going to be fine. But we're probably not going to see a huge commitment out of Patience. I think we see a Nexus come down very soon. Yeah, look at that. There's a probe there already.
Boom.
This makes the most sense, right? You're not, really forced into the pressure and by any means.
Sure.
Like, sure, you have a pylon and a gateway on the map, but your Nexus is faster than the CC.
So a good opening gambit by Patience and a good response by TaeJa.
Yeah, TaeJa pulling the trigger a little early, I think, but this is better than just dying.
We've seen him play that way a couple times, though, in his first series. Better safe than sorry. Several times we saw him make these decisions where he said, oh, he had a couple of options there, and he opted for the much safer one.
That was a really early chrono. He still hasn't started any unit. He lost like 5 seconds on that chrono for no reason. I don't know why. Could have just waited 5 seconds.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Starport
Unacceptable. Okay. If I was his coach, I would fire him right now.
We bring these players here, and they waste 5 seconds of their chrono.
5 seconds is a
dare
lot of. You're joking, okay, but this is a lot.
I know. All right, so Tech Lab on the factory. Cyclone already on the way out.
Yeah, he's playing ultimate safety right here. I'm wondering if he swaps maybe a Raven. Doesn't make sense to go Banshee, but who knows with TaeJa. Raven makes the most sense. We'll probably see that next, and we'll probably see the CC land at some point soon.
Yeah, sure. Wow, I can't.
Oh,
man.
he started a Banshee. Okay, this makes no sense, but sure. We'll go with it.
That's
as soon
really
as he sees this, I have to imagine he just stops. Because, like, you build one Phoenix and you have an Oracle already. Especially because this Phoenix, or the Oracle should scout this.
Oh, man. Well, there's a lot of Marines here, so maybe the Oracle has scouted
already,
it now.
right? Yeah, that's a scout. He scouted it already.
Might get picked off here, actually. It's going to be close. Oh, man. Good play there by Patience to save the Oracle. A scan reveals absolutely nothing, though, and TaeJa continuing with his Banshee and Cloak production.
Yeah, I wish the Observer saw it, but I'm like 90% sure that was a scout on the start gate, or the starport with the add-on being chrono, or doing something, so he should know it's Cloak Banshee already. Lots of Phoenixes. The Oracle will probably save its energy. This is going to get shut down really hard, I think.
Yeah, the Banshee might get picked off just coming out of the base. And he's starting a second Banshee behind this. Oh, the Banshee going over Cloak, not even finished yet. Oh, wow. Okay, so Patience is going to go ahead and go in here. Lifts up both of those Cyclones and tries to engage. There's a lot of Marines here from TaeJa, though.
This is a big mistake from Patience.
Yeah, wow. TaeJa gets that Banshee out on the map.
What, he lost like 1 Cyclone there and 2 workers? Also, the Oracle doesn't have much energy now. I don't know if he has the Revelate that he needs anymore.
Oh,
did he really not just not scout Cloak or something?
It's possible he missed it. It was very close, but I definitely thought it was on the outside the vision range of that Oracle. But, I mean, he knows there's a Banshee now. He's seen it. And back home, he's adding on the Forge, adding on the Twilight Council.
He can't have seen it because he still hasn't reacted. This is scary. Like, there's no reason for this to be scary at all. There's nothing at home to deal with the Banshees right now.
No, he's added on the Forge, but that's a long time coming.
He's not going to build cannons either. He just doesn't know for some reason. Okay, now he's starting to roam a bit.
This is so strange. The Banshee almost all the way to the natural here of Patience.
Okay, shield batteries. Now that's a good call.
Yeah,
that's the perfect way to deal with this.
But the second Banshee should be behind this somewhere for TaeJa. And
he's going to get a couple at least.
Oh, yeah, definitely, before the shield battery finishes here.
He's going to get at least 3.
A nice revelation there. That's really good.
But still, this Banshee's actually getting out of here. Possibly. Actually, Revelate's a pretty long spell. Yeah, there's the Phoenix. The Banshee goes down. There's a second Banshee. Not worth. 3 workers is definitely not worth. There's another one. There's not much you can do, though, because there's shield batteries already. I don't like the Banshee call, really.
I thought it was an interesting choice there by TaeJa, certainly, to continue with the Banshees, especially after they got scouted. But he's only committing to 2, so he's got Barracks going back behind this, starting his stim, going into like a more traditional bio play, double engineering bay for the upgrades. I think he's in pretty good shape, honestly. But the Banshees are certainly a weird choice after seeing that Oracle, seeing the Phoenix, and still deciding to go with double cloaked Banshee and committing a lot into that tech.
TaeJa doesn't really have any plays, though. He kind of has to play in a passive game, and we see what happens when that happens. Like, he definitely can't move out with this push or anything like that. He's posturing like he wants to do something, but he really can't.
Right.
I think even Patience knows that. Is that 2-2? No, it's 1-1, right?
Yeah, 1-1.
Yeah, so even the upgrades are not that great. He does have all of his upgrades coming, and he's taking his 3rd. The game isn't over by any means, but positionally, I think Patience is ahead. He has more options right now.
Yeah, I think I agree with your assessment there. Patience going to be behind on upgrades a little bit. His second Forge just coming down now.
Yep, but he can always catch up.
Yeah, he definitely can.
It's a special ability called Chrono Boost, which does allow you to come back if you're behind.
It's magical. TaeJa's economy not looking the worst, though. He's only about 7 workers behind with Mules. That's pretty even so far.
Pretty even, yeah.
A good scout there by Patience to see everything that he's up against, but no surprises, obviously. A lot of barracks in the main. TaeJa being TaeJa.
What does TaeJa know about Patience is the question. I feel like we scanned one time. We didn't really see much. But there's not much to be scouted right now.
Yeah, there's not a lot to see, really. Patience is adding on all those gateways now, and the gateway number will be significant at some point soon. But since they haven't finished yet, I guess TaeJa might not know the size of the army that he's walking up against, but there's no significant tech to see yet.
Yeah, that's a big gateway army. This is actually a kind of scary push, too.
Yeah, that Oracle, that Observer rather, getting picked off.
Come on.
Oh, so close. Oh,
oh,
okay.
he got it.
What a nice.
Like,
the auto turret killed it.
Yeah,
that's cute play.
That was like last second. Oh, he might lose his Raven, though. Okay, no.
Those mineral fields in the middle are being so frustrating for TaeJa right now. He wants to be on both sides.
He scanned the 4th base as it was getting dropped down.
Wow.
He might have a small window where he can do something with that 4th base.
I like that TaeJa's mixed in some Widow Mines here. That's going to give his army a lot more unpredictability and going to force Patience, I think, to make another Observer, certainly.
Yeah, it also stops Zealots from getting on top of the bio.
Yeah.
But there aren't very many and there's no charge yet, so this army could actually win this fight, though. Yeah,
Marines are such a good unit.
Immediate 4th cancel.
Oh, you see a massive warp in, though, for TaeJa, adding on those Stalkers. 3 Zealots as well. A couple Cyclones here. Oh, good pick on that Raven, though. That was really nice.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake there. The Raven being left alone there.
Yeah, Dorito Cannon would have really turned the tide of this battle, but Fusion Core behind this, and TaeJa posturing to get into Liberators with range already.
Yeah, I like the call.
Yeah, oftentimes we see players who, 5 minutes from now we say, oh, he should be building Liberators now, but he doesn't have the infrastructure for it. But TaeJa, as usual, playing a little bit ahead of the curve.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard for Patience to break down, especially if the army postures in a way of like a concave. Oh, don't go up the ramp, though. That would be crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he's being a little bit more aggressive than I'd like, but he is getting some units for it. I think if you just concave at the low ground and wait for him to come to you, you have a really good army engagement, but looks like we're backing up.
Yeah, I think that's probably a smart call by TaeJa. He's going to slow down the building of this 4th base. Nice pick there by Patience.
Yeah, he's just taking his 4th too, so he's like, you know what, you can have your 4th, but I want my 4th as well.
TaeJa adding on Ghosts also. Wow, he's going for everything, man.
Yeah, he's getting up his ultimate late game army right now.
Lib Ghost and stay on bio for a while.
The Widow Mine went off on the probe, I think.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, so he bought even more time. Oh god, is that a full Templar?
It is. Now Storm's not really quite finished yet. Yeah, that's a big, oh man.
Oh, without Storm though, this fight is totally different. I thought there was Storm.
Okay, so nice force fields on the high ground. Gonna force TaeJa back, but TaeJa, again, not overcommitting to this fight. He could have done, the very noob thing and gone down that ramp and tried to engage into it where he would have had a chance to do well.
Oh, no!
Triple mine drop, although it has been spotted by Patience. Mine's gonna get down. A couple probe kills will go down. That medevac needs to get out. Get out, boost, boost, boost! Or down, whatever. That's cool.
I think he used his boost to get in, no?
Ah, it's possible, yeah. 2 Widow Mines still down in the natural there.
He's just buying a lot of time, though. Like, it looked like Patience wanted to go for an attack, but now he doesn't, so totally worth.
Liberator range, 3 Liberators at a time, 2 Ghosts at a time, 2-2 on the way. TaeJa's looking really strong here, I will say. I think the army's fairly evenly maxed. What's the word I'm looking for? They're even. They're not evenly anything, they're just even.
It looks like TaeJa's possibly threatening a counterattack.
Okay.
So the way he's set up, yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's beautiful.
Looks like he was threatening a counterattack, which is what we see. Now he's probably going to attack the 4th base at the same time. If he can find that window and attack the 4th at the same time, he's doing so much damage already, really.
Wow, yeah.
As long as he doesn't just lose all these medevacs, which he might. There's a lot of Stalkers here.
He can just pick up and go straight to the main. The Blink Stalkers use their Blink, get on top of the medevacs. 1 medevac does go down. The bio completely surrounded here. What? Only 6 probes for 3 medevacs worth of units.
Yeah, I did trade out for some Stalkers, but that was not a good trade. And also, we didn't do anything with the 4th, which I thought that was the original point.
Yeah, I definitely thought TaeJa was going to do some dual-pronged harass and some pressure on both of those bases. Didn't make it happen. We now see his army supply dipping below Patience.
At the same time, I think his army is better long run than Patience's. So as we go on and our bio trades out for Protoss,
sure,
we can replace it with Liberators, Ghosts, like really expensive and strong units.
Sure. Sure.
Is that a planetary coming up with the 4th?
It is, yeah.
Oh,
a huge storm going down on TaeJa's units. TaeJa losing so many bio units there, getting chased down by Patience down that ramp, and TaeJa now severely crippled compared to where he was just mere seconds ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's that's not how you want to fight a Protoss. To be fair, I don't know how many storms there are now. Is it 8 Templar?
I think it's like 8. A lot. He's got 3 Archons, and yeah, I'm not sure how many Templars he's got on the map, but that should be plenty.
I'm a little surprised that we're being so passive. Like, Patience is giving room for a possible counterattack again.
Adding
with,
on that 5th base,
medevacs and stuff. Okay, this is good. Just don't get stormed to death and you're good. Like, posturing forward like this and just doing what he's doing now, just kind of like kiting back and forth. Really good. It's way better than letting the army just be on top of you.
Look at that. TaeJa has his Ghosts in a different control group, so they weren't part of that fight. He needs to get them into the fight and get some EMPs down. I think that's going to be the only chance he has, really, to get anything done, right? A couple Disruptors getting added on, a cute little...
Oh, he gets it.
Oh, very nicely done.
Really well shut down.
Yeah, good pick there by TaeJa.
I don't think this army can do anything with... It shouldn't be able to do anything. Every time I say this, though, I'm wrong, and the tanks just, like, die. It's like 9 tanks. I'm like, oh, he shouldn't be able to kill that, and he just kills him. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I was just wrong. Yeah, it looks like you back up. You need to go into Tempest, but he's building Disruptors. He's not really transitioning as fast as I would like.
He's just adding on a ton more gateways as well.
Yeah, a ton of gateways for the amount of bases, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, he's on 5 bases.
Transition seems really slow. Okay, here's our second Stargate. We need to go into Tempest much sooner because the problem is if you let the Terran get up like infinite amount of Liberators, the only way you can stop this is a Tempest. There's a really big timing attack right now.
Right, yeah.
With Liberators.
That window for TaeJa of when he can safely attack is going to go way, way wider.
Well, I mean, like he can attack right now.
Yeah,
and what are you going to do?
Between now and what? I mean, how many Tempest does Patience need before he
needs
can really fight this
enough
back?
to one-shot, which is like 6 or 7, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be a long, long time.
Yeah, a lot of cannons. That's kind of nice. The only thing is, yeah, okay, look, this is such a big problem. Like, how do you deal with this? Blink Stalkers is not the greatest answer.
He's got those Liberators
a little
way
bit
out
aggressive,
front.
though.
Yeah, but the Bio Army is going to catch him. A lot of Storms wasted on Liberators.
He's storming Liberators.
That's so interesting. The Bio
This
Force
is like
right
one of the worst
behind
fights I think I've ever seen so far.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Patience.
How many Templars went down there? Look at these Liberators are set up so well. A lot of them are unsieged right now, though. Disruptor balls go forward.
Ooh, some good Disruptor shots. A lot of the Bio
Big
going
storms
down
too.
there. But wow, Patience is taking a really good fight here. All 4 Immortals still alive on that north flank, and he's going to start picking off individual medevacs as TaeJa is forced to turn tail and run.
Yeah, a little bit of an overextension there, in my opinion, but I like the way he was going with it.
Man, TaeJa caught with his pants down there, trying to siege up some of his Liberators there, and just wasn't able to get him down in time.
He was too aggressive with the libs. I think he needed to slow push it a bit more. It was a little unnecessary because he was unsieged like 4 or 5 Liberators and got engaged at that moment. 1 EMP here on those Ghosts, or this Templar would be big. Okay, he does get it, but it's a little bit late.
Fighting under the
Planetary.
umbrella of the Planetary. The Planetary is going to go down there. Mass Repair not in time. And this
Hopefully
Protoss army continuing to push forward here. So many Immortals, 3 Disruptors still alive, and a lot of Stalkers to pick off those Liberators.
15 SCVs go down. Looks like the army will be traded, though. I don't know if this is good or bad for Patience. If the Planetary didn't go down, I think this would be objectively good for TaeJa, but with the Planetary gone and the supplies plummeting, I don't see how you could replenish an army big enough to deal with Patience anymore. Oh my god, that is so many Zealots.
Ooh, that's what we missed on the other side. He is getting extended Thermal Lance to start
mixing. There's like 4,000 minerals of Zealots.
He is getting extended Thermal Lance to start mixing Colossi into that, but I'm not sure if the game's going to go long enough to get up to that 2, 3, 4 Colossi number, even adding those Tempests now that you've been waiting on for so long, Jake.
It doesn't even matter, though. You got 28 Zealots. Ooh,
nice,
and he gets rid of the Widow Mines. Yeah, I feel like we're just about to see a huge Zealot attack, and the Terran is not going to be able to defend it.
And Zealots are a good unit. Plus 3 Zealots, doubly so. Dropping on top there, continuing to put pressure on all sides here. Complete surround on the 4th base there for TaeJa. We see the 4th base about to go down. The 3rd base also under aggression. We see, TaeJa's army's pulled away to that 3rd base, and now Patience is going to crash in. Already dislodging this 3rd base. The SCV's going away. The orbital command raised. 20 SCVs have gone down. There's simply not enough here. These Zealots already on top of a Bio army that is stimming for its life.
Yeah, there's no real window here anymore. There's too many Zealots. We can warp it at any point here. Disruptors are in. There's no way you're going to stop this. Beautiful. Oh, a beautiful
picks up the
Disruptor
Disruptor at the very last second there. Patience not getting the shot that he needed.
Where's
but
the Prism, by the way?
Matters.
45 workers. I mean, even in some miracle way he defends this, the game is over. GG.
Yeah, defends the attack at the front, but with Warpins in his main, TaeJa really struggling, cracking a little bit under the pressure, and Patience showing us that he really is a top-tier player.
Yeah, there were points in that game where TaeJa was ahead. I think TaeJa could have won that game if he was playing it a bit differently. Like the medevac call was weird, right? The triple medevac drop.
Very strange.
Almost would have been better if it went in the main. And also, he didn't really capitalize on it. Usually when you capitalize on something like that by attacking somewhere else at the same time, he didn't do that.
Yeah.
And then the siege up on the Liberators was really wonky. Like he had 3 sieged, 5 unsieged or something like that, which is not, you need to slow push that a little bit better in general.
Yeah, man. TaeJa with some really, I don't want to say uncharacteristic mistakes, but it's not the TaeJa that we remember from 20 years ago.
Yeah, mechanically, macro-wise, he looked great.
Yeah,
he just needs to be a little bit more decisive and a little bit more. There needs to be more planning in the engagements, I think, and a little bit more planning with the counters.
Well, hopefully he can bring it back here in game number 2. Going to be on King's Cove, which is TaeJa's map choice, so hopefully he's got something prepared for us this time to really show off his skills. So let's get into it. Game number 2.
Fight!
Right in the top left-hand corner of King's Cove LE.
Team Liquid, TaeJa.
Oh my roar of the crowd supporting Liquid TaeJa here. Free Cup Studio is filling up fast.
And in the bottom right, the enemy.
Team LP, Patience.
It's a lot of crowd roaring, but yeah. Clearly public enemy number 1 right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're not allowed to take sides as casters here, but the crowd has certainly decided who they want.
I take sides. I like TaeJa. It's hard to not take sides if you're a StarCraft fan.
It is, right? The game does such a good job of forcing us as fans to be emotionally invested in what's happening. It's one of the reasons that StarCraft is the reason that StarCraft is the best 1v1 competitive game out there these days, because you're so immediately invested. It gives you options of races to choose from, and that psychologically connects you. It gives you players to root for. Hashtag TaeJa win. Long live GSL. Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, so nothing crazy so far, right? That SCV is a little bit interesting, I guess. Just going for the scout, I guess.
Yeah, quick Nexus there from Patience, which I think is the right call.
Last time he saw no Nexus, canceled the CC immediately. I'm wondering if he waits until this SCV confirms. It doesn't look like it. You just gotta throw it down.
Wow, that probe is being very perspicacious there, popping in, getting its job done. That's
See, that's
nice.
a word I need to Google.
It means real good at something.
Oh, okay. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but sure.
Close
so,
enough.
Yeah, he sees the CC, sees the Cyber Core. Should see it at least. Yeah, nothing special.
It's so weird to look at these games that happen very naturally over the course of time. When we saw those solar games where we had no idea what was happening from the 2-minute mark, we were both going, "What the dickens is he up to this game?" And now it's sort of nice to see a game that's just progressing very naturally, going to get us to that mid game in a position where we're able to really observe what the players are going to do.
I'm sure we'll be thrown off at some point in this game. By somebody. Most likely Patience.
Definitely most likely Patience.
Opening Stargate. Looks like we may see a mine drop.
Has Patience opened Stargate every game?
Oh. I hope this Reaper doesn't just die when we come back.
Oh, that would be a really
look at that. What did I say? What did I say? You know how many games I've played in StarCraft 2 where this happens to me? Like, this was a robbery if I've ever seen one.
That's got to be really frustrating for TaeJa. Just got to play through the pain, unfortunately.
I knew that was going to happen. I played so many games where the spike happens, I come back and all my units are gone.
Just completely dead.
Like, I'll do like Ling Bane micro and I'm like, okay, I'm microing really well. I come back, all my units are gone. I'm like, okay, well that's fair.
Okay, so TaeJa's follow-up, he didn't scout whatever they're showing us. Oh, that's the Stargate. He didn't scout it there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's probably going to play blindly safe against that just in case.
Sure. Well, he saw it last game too.
It's also very likely. Stargate is a very natural decision.
Sure. Got the depots up, so the Adept is going to get out of there, barely. Oracle on the way from Patience here. So yeah, both players able to progress pretty normally. A 1-1-1 out of TaeJa in his main base. Gonna that starport about to finish up. Now, as TaeJa, what are you putting on top? Ooh, a good pick there.
That's a nice pick off, yeah.
For some reason,
this is going to be a mine drop.
Okay. For some reason, 2 Adepts are like 10 times as scary as 1 Adept.
3 Adepts is actually the magic number.
Is that the most terrifying number?
That's because they one-shot Marines at that point.
Ah, sure.
2 Adepts is not as scary as 3 because 3 one-shots. 2, you still need to double-shot Marines.
Oh, this Oracle going straight into the path of the
way.
Widow Mine!
How does this happen? This is like the only thing you're supposed to look at. That's a huge mistake. You know what? It's totally fine now that we lost our Reaper. That's a huge, huge mistake.
Oh man, TaeJa's got to be real happy about that Widow Mine hit.
Dude, actually, we didn't build a medevac. We just built a mine defensively. I like it actually.
Mine. Second Oracle going to try and get something done here. The Viking will catch it though, and another stroke of luck for TaeJa.
And
pushes away the Oracle and picks off the Adept.
Okay.
That is strike number 3 for Patience. I think he's not out yet, but he's getting darn close.
Yeah, so far so good. This has been a really strong opening.
Look at how cautious TaeJa's being behind this. The Raven to be safe, the Barracks to be safe. More bioreactors, not pushing into siege tanks or rushing up to something crazy. I like this play from TaeJa.
Patience building two shield batteries, no third base. I'm wondering, I think TaeJa can actually stop a third base for a really long time here.
Well, yeah, Patience definitely wanted to drop that third and is now forced to retreat. Oracle going to get in here and get something done.
Look at, he's faking that there's an Adept. Oh, that was so cute, but there's nothing here. This was a fake that there's a Widow Mine there.
Ah, yeah.
He's like, oh, don't attack me there. I've got a Widow Mine. But yeah, no Widow Mine there.
So Widow Mines, wow, both get picked up by the Phoenix. Nice control by Patience, and that's going to take a lot of oomph out of this army. A lot of the DPS gone.
Oh, yeah.
Just a couple of Marines left over. The Marines will try and pick off what they can, but there should be plenty.
Oh, you got the Oracle.
How did he get that Oracle?
Auto turret looks like.
Wow, that was crazy range on the auto turret.
Is there a mine at the third?
I don't see a mine at the third. You mean for Patience?
Yeah.
No, I don't see anything at the third there for TaeJa.
Okay. Seems like the trades have been kind of even.
Yeah.
4 workers for 6, 38 to 43. The game is pretty even. Third base still not on the way. I mean, there's nothing crazy. Were you getting a counterattack? Can we just relax, guys, and play a normal game?
Man.
Nobody's got any chill right now.
This is like the end of a Rocky movie when they're both just dead, but they're slugging desperately as blood streams down their faces. You gonna cut me, Mick?
There's no reason to be so aggressive right now.
Yeah, what is this? Back down.
Oh, he's not going to get it, is he?
Trying to go for the Raven.
Oh, he does get it.
Oh, the Raven goes down at the cost of just one Phoenix.
If that second Phoenix went down, it would not be worth, but one, I'd take that trade.
Man, so close. Blink going to be the follow-up for Patience. Patience is dropping his third base now, feeling more confident.
Yeah.
And the Forge, wow.
So we're just like naturally progressing again.
This is so interesting.
This is a very interesting game from this
really
position.
aggressive, yeah.
Because both players have had pretty big trades, but it seems like after huge trades going in both players' favor, that we're in an even spot right now. Which doesn't generally happen. Generally, when someone takes a huge edge, they keep it for the rest of the game.
Yeah. +1/+1 coming out for +1 coming out for TaeJa. Combat Shield, Stim on the way, all in good time, and a third base finally going down, but he's going to be significantly behind Patience, whose third base is about to finish up here.
Yeah, he wanted to build the third CC on site, but he saw the Blink Stalkers there, or at least the Stalkers.
This is a nice contained by Patience. Look at this, threatening with that Phoenix to get up into the main base. The Blink Stalker's right outside the third, so he's stopping that third from being built, and also keeping TaeJa at home with the threat of the Blink Stalkers going up into his main and cutting off his production or picking off his upgrades.
Yeah, the third CC not being built on location is kind of annoying, but it's being built. This is an interesting call if it doesn't get scouted. It's a great call.
If it doesn't get scouted, but womp, womp, womp.
He gets a Phoenix, though.
Okay.
This might opt the Stalkers to blink in the main, though.
Yep.
There's nothing here.
2 Marines are not enough to defend against this. We're going to see 1 reactor picked up. Now, there are 2 mines hidden right next to the factory here.
There's a bit of a base race down.
Oh, and TaeJa not flinching, just going for it. Going to bring some more mines
This is an amazing call, by the way. Oh, an instant recall, too. This is a really amazing call because if TaeJa goes back, all those losses are losses that are already there, but at least he has some chance to do something on the other side of the map.
And it gives Patience a lot of time to remuster his army here, get his forces all together, and defend against this attack. TaeJa scanning the third, sees nothing there, and goes up.
You know what that means, TaeJa? Don't go up here.
What are you doing, TaeJa? You know that's where the army is. Beautiful force fields. You just got blunked on. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. And a full medevac goes down as well. TaeJa hurting.
All these units are getting cleaned up. That was a really interesting decision. Like, he scanned the third where the army wasn't there. Where could it possibly be? It's at the Natter at your base, and it's not at your base.
Fools rush in where Patience fears to tread.
Oh, no! What?
Patience waiting for the blink to read. Okay.
No, he didn't see it. Patience didn't see it.
Man, that was close. But there's already a photon cannon there in the natural.
That's adorable, Creighton. That doesn't mean anything.
I mean, come on. It'll give him it'll buy him 2.5 seconds, right?
No. Maybe it'll kill a mine after the mine kills all your workers.
Yeah, see, come on. Okay, so wow, yeah. Interestingly, TaeJa still has more army supply than Patience, although a lot of it's in bio here, and
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
There's no storm and there's no zealots. Like this army is better.
Oh.
Like, wow, don't get it though.
Man, Patience is the king of
unless we're okay. We need to use our mines. If all of the mines just die, this is really bad. Okay, looks like every single mine just dies.
Not even a burrow. TaeJa doesn't kill a single unit here. He's trying to drop it to the natural. Patience hasn't seen it yet. His Patience has seen it. 4 probe kills, 5. Man, not quite enough for that mine kill. And look at that photon cannon chasing that medevac out of there.
If we had like 6 mines at home right now, we'd be in a great spot.
Yeah, he didn't even get those mines burrowed. They weren't even like trying to burrow when they got picked off.
This army's so weird. Okay. With those no medevacs now, I don't see how we can really stop this.
Yeah, man. Patience pops in, picks off that medevac with the aggressive blink, but there's still plenty of bio here from TaeJa, actually. Zealot number
all the zealots are gone, actually. If the zealots disappear, we can actually win this fight.
TaeJa's mixed in a lot of marauders here, so he does have a lot of health left on this army overall, but Patience still looking pretty scary with the War Prism there to reinforce. Gonna try and poke in at this third base and see if he can find any joy in an attack here, but now there are more medevacs in the fight, and his bio army starting to look a little bit more sizable.
Right. This is a really hard fight to have, I think.
Ooh, that medevac is queued in a very dangerous way.
There's not too much to tank here, really. This fight should go in Patience's or TaeJa's favor. If it's not just like one-sided, I don't know.
Oh, man, medevac with double burst. That's such a pain. TaeJa, we saw that coming from a mile away, and he still wasn't able to adjust here.
TaeJa's been bleeding out units left and right.
Yeah, Patience putting a lot of pressure on the mineral.
I like this.
The boys
this is a good call.
The pickup here, the mines again marching forward. None of them have gone down yet. Some zealots attacking the bio ball. The mines do get down. Mine shots go down on 1 zealot, but it's not enough.
Might actually clean this army up. It's hard to say. Stalkers are so bad by themselves. Not very many zealots. A lot of the SCVs went down, but it looks like this fight could go either way still.
Patience needs a reinforcing warp in here, and he's
a couple of mortals are going in. He just stopped the warp in for some reason. He's going to lose a lot of his army here.
Oh, man. Marauders on top of Stalkers trying to blink back. Patience's micro really good here, but TaeJa just doesn't quite have
nice
enough.
save on the zealots. This is such a close fight. If this CC burns down, that would be a tragedy.
That would be terrible. The Blimstalker is focusing down the medevacs here. He's going for the longer game, trying to pick off the more expensive units, but 20 SCVs have gone down.
The CC is like literally a couple shots away from the Stalkers killing it. 46 to 61 workers, but the trades, like there's no immortals. He's gonna lose another immortal on the map.
Oh no, another double. Oh, jeez, Patience, a nice pickup there into the Warp Prison. The immortal does stay alive. Another big warping now coming from Patience.
So intricate.
Both these players really dancing very well with each other.
Look at his Ys after that.
Man.
40 army to 27. He does save his third CC. That is the most important. If that went down, that would be the end. Lights out.
That was not the clumsy dance of the Westerosi. That was, in fact, the water dance. That was beautiful. Both players in sync with each other, taking and giving, showing us that their mastery of the micro unmatched.
Yeah. I'm
Storm
wondering.
Finally on the way.
Is that the Prism? The Prism flying over the army right now? Okay, no, it's an observer.
Oh, thank goodness.
My heart skipped a beat.
I was going to say, you can't give me a heart attack like that, Jake.
Yeah,
Prism isn't the natural. It is going to get cleaned up, I think, by just some of the reinforcing here. Just not quite enough. When you go bio, it's so tough for Protoss to poke in.
It's tougher.
With just a couple of Zealots, yeah, because they always have a couple of Marines, Marauders that are going to be popping out and chasing it back here. Storm going to finish, as the 4th base does for Patience, and TaeJa did manage to save his 3rd base there. It hasn't burned down yet.
Right. Storm is finishing up. There won't be much of a window here to do anything. I don't see it, but it looks like we're trying to posture to do it. We'll see.
Yeah, really, really interesting play here.
More Zealots being warped in.
TaeJa very boldly moving to the middle of the map here. I guess trying to get some good shots off on the Widow Mines, but a good blink there by Patience.
That was a pretty good shot, though. I think he splashed a lot of the Zealots. Storm is finished. A lot of Storms. I don't know why we're stimming in. I guess we're going for it.
Staying and fighting on top of the Storms. The first 2 Storms not doing what they did for the other 2. Oh, and beautiful. The run by Patience, forcing those SCVs out of that 3rd base. TaeJa bleeding from all different sides right now, and Patience feeling strong enough to push forward, even though the army supply very close together.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the push. It's a little questionable if we don't have enough Storm, but we'll see. They've both been like trading fights and then just crossing the map.
Man. Knock down and drag out, certainly. Another Forge getting out of back home. Patience going to try and creep ahead in the upgrades game, but 2-2 about to finish for TaeJa.
2-2 is going to be big.
Yeah, and his bio army, the size of his bio army, and with the advancement that +2/+2 gives you, I think TaeJa's going to be in a really good spot. If he can muster
not building SCVs.
Whoa! Is TaeJa just giving up? He's pulling the boys. He's making his last stand. It's Little Bighorn. It's Custer. It's happening.
I don't like this.
Yeah, SCV's not in good position here. Oh, the poor SCV boys get massively stormed. Okay. Storm's going down on the bio as well. The Marauders stimming once again. These Archons in front taking so much damage, and TaeJa forced to GG out. Oh, Liquid TaeJa, a champion.
TaeJa
not
not
today.
Feeling that one. That was a questionable decision, I think.
Yeah, I felt like TaeJa was in a strong enough position where he could have fought back. But instead he pulled the boys and just went all in.
Yeah, he stopped building SCVs at certain points too, which was kind of a big mistake because you're just falling behind economically from that position.
Yeah, he was 20 workers behind there by the end of the game.
Right.
40 and 60 or so, give or take. So unfortunately, I think fan favorite and fingers crossed, all of us were hoping to put on a better show. Liquid TaeJa gonna go out 0-4.
Yeah, it's quite sad, but you know, TaeJa coming back from military recently, we just need to give him more time. This is a hard group either way, even if you're not TaeJa. If you replace this player with another player, it's still a really hard group. So
yeah, definitely. So let's see. We're going to go to a quick break, guys, and we'll get into our final match of Group H with Trap and Patience. Stick around.
Chiuditi in casa, questa merda ti dà in testa, fra. dai in testa fra, dai in testa fra. Ti dai in testa fra. Ti dai in testa fra, ti dai in testa fra.
어떤 카드를 던질까에 대해서 머릿속으로 진짜 고민이 많아질 수밖에 없는 상황이죠.
차면 죽어서 골든 트로피의 주인공이 됩니다. 연장 연승 달리고 있는 맨체스터는 지지 않는 포스를 뽐내고 있는데 이거 진짜 이걸 잡아요.
에브리바디 째째.
이미 서론 딜리스트를 입히겠어.
바라봐야 돼. 태양. 걔 어떻게든 살아나라. 포기하지 말자.
(2019) Mountain Dew GSL Season 3 Code S Reversal.
And welcome back, everyone, for the fifth and final match of the night. It's going to be our eliminating match, our decider match, our rubber match between Trap and Patience, our first PvP of the night.
PvP is very volatile. I'm worried for both players.
Right? I mean, PvP itself is volatile, and any match with Patience in it is also pretty volatile. I mean, is Patience going to have something specially prepped for Trap, do you think? He probably wasn't expecting to
It feels like
Trap,
Patience
right?
hasn't prepared too much out of the ordinary so far.
Right.
Seems like he's been playing a pretty standard series, like most series. So I'm curious to see. This would be the match you would prepare for, though, if you were going to prepare for one.
I guess, yeah, because Trap obviously the favorite
strongest,
of the map.
yeah.
So hope if you get out, you'll probably have to face him at some point. It makes sense. Trap's first map pick, Thunderbird. You know, maps matter slightly
Maps
less.
in PvP are very weird. I don't know if I understand the full dynamic of PvP maps, but Thunderbird seems like a pretty standard map.
There must be a lot of thought that goes in, especially on a mirror matchup. Like
PvP specifically, there's probably more thought than other matchups. Like ZVZ doesn't really matter. We're just going to build roaches and lings and banelings or whatever. We're just going to play our game.
Right.
But in TVT is also different. But we'll have to see what comes up with this PvP.
In the bottom, right-hand corner in the blue, playing Protoss from Jin Air
Green Wings. Trap.
I think he owes you a soda.
What?
You basically said at the same time.
Oh, that's true.
And in the top left, our professional memester.
Team LP. Patience.
Amazing glasses.
If Trap is knocked out in the round of 32,
yes,
how salty is everyone gonna be?
It depends on how he gets knocked out. If it's like a mass adept game or like random DTs come in and kill him or something, then that would be pretty salty, I think.
Let me rephrase the question. How salty is Gemini gonna be?
Gemini's salty either way, I think. He's salty already because the Trap didn't come out first.
That's true. But man, mirror build so far. Early game PvP is so hard to tell. I can see why Tasteless and Artosis make so many jokes during this part of their cast, because there's really not a whole lot to say about the game, as we're just sort of waiting to see what they go into, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
there's
they're going to proxy something, but...
Well, if they both do this thing that they're doing right now, both probes are being a little bit sus, as the kids say.
Did the kids say that?
Yeah, sus. You don't know sus?
Sus as in like suspect?
Suspicious, yeah.
Suspicious,
Sus.
okay.
This is sus. See that? Look at these pylons. These are both...
That's very sus.
Exactly.
Am I allowed to say that? I'm 30 years old.
I don't think so, but
Okay.
I'll allow it for now.
What?
Yeah, that was one. Your only pass.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So are we going to have double proxy Stargate here? Is that probably what it's going to be?
Don't know. The thing is with proxies in PvP is it could literally be anything right now. Less likely to be Robo because it's kind of far. Okay, one Stargate, one Robo.
Okay, I'll take it. One of each.
The Stargate guy makes more sense because it's, it makes sense. It's kind of close to Trap's airspace.
Right.
The Robo one makes less sense, but you don't want to build it too close because the Stalkers will kill it.
That's true. Okay.
If it is Stalkers. It's not, though.
Yeah, a couple of depths on both sides.
Are they both looking for proxies? Yeah, look at them. They're both scouting for their proxies right now.
Wow.
Oh, is that red?
Oh.
Is that a red probe? That has to be a red probe. What did he just change? He changed it, right?
You're kidding me. Wait, no, he's queued back close
yeah, but he's
to there?
queued the wrong way now. He was queued the right way originally.
He was. You're so right.
I don't know why people re-queue their scouting workers. It doesn't make much sense.
It's the Monty Hall problem, right? You should just keep it going, and you'll surely have a better result.
Yeah.
Or no, it's the Monty Hall problem where you got to change it and you get a better result. Okay. So yeah, Patience is going to win. He's going to find the goat behind the door, man. He gets it. Look at that. Okay, so scouted out. What is Trap's immediate response? Does he continue?
Oh, he continues.
Okay.
He's committed here.
And what does Patience do in response? Just we see him adding on shield battery. Does he need anything else, or is that going to keep him pretty safe?
It's fine. One Oracle can't kill. I think you can't kill. There was a weird time where there's a bug where you can actually do it.
Wow,
I mean, this
Trap is going to get in here, though. The block doesn't go down, and Trap immediately feasting on some probes.
He's going to go at least 4 probes here.
Oh, man, a nice surround there by Patience to pick down one of those, but 6, 7?
7 probes.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. Wait, what?
And Patience on the other side going to do
Doing
exactly
the exact
same thing.
Okay, but that's
Forcing a
recalled the Oracle, though.
Wow. But he just cancels the Shade and gets out of there.
I would have gone for it if I was him.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is so nice. Okay, maybe he's playing a bit more passively because he has so much more potential with the aggression.
This is the 20,000 IQ play. He proxied his Robo there because he knew there would be a proxy Stargate. And so he wanted his Immortal to be closer to take out the proxy Stargate. That's what it was.
I don't think Trap knew that this was a proxy Robo until the Immortal got scouted.
Huh.
Like just there, because he just canceled the natural and built a bunch of shield batteries.
That's true. He has 4 shield batteries on the way. Goodness gracious.
And a Robo?
Yeah.
I don't like that. This feels like an overcommitment now.
This is interesting. The Immortal and Warp Prism going in opposite directions? No, he was just picking something up. Okay, never mind.
Is that a sentry walking by itself across the map?
You know, at this point in the game, it wouldn't surprise me. The Oracle not doing a whole lot of work.
This is going to be really, really annoying. You know what Patience is going to do? He's just going to sit at the bottom of the ramp.
Force field him out.
Yeah. I would be amazed if he ever attacked up a ramp, but this is like the proper like sit below your ramp army. 4 sentries and Immortal.
You're absolutely right. That's beautiful.
If he pushes up this ramp, it's a huge mistake. I don't think he will.
There are 400 shield batteries there. You'd be a fool to push up that ramp. Now,
he might get a gateway though.
He does only scout 4 of the shield batteries. I don't know if that changes things.
That's enough. Okay. He's just gonna kill a gateway for free though, which is good.
That ain't bad at all.
He's gonna get whatever he can for free. Go up the ramp. This guy is a madman.
That's, ooh, man, a couple of rough force fields there could be the end of the day. But
he's finding damage though.
Yeah, wow, getting a little pecking down one stalker here.
I guess this makes sense with the Warp Prism.
Okay, he's gonna get an Adept and an Oracle there.
He's getting a lot more than I expected.
And hasn't taken any damage. I don't think he did the, okay, the shield does pop on his one of his Immortals. But wow, might even be able to pick down a Pylon. Patience doing a really good job here, keeping his pressure on for Trap.
Yeah, I guess he can always at the end of the day just sit back.
That Oracle is gonna, I can't believe I'm seeing an Oracle depowering a Robo.
He's building a Stargate now.
What? What?
I don't know why.
Can somebody make sure this is actually Trap and Patience and not some
If anybody were to do this, it makes sense
that's
for Patience.
True.
Patience is just like, you know what? You went for proxy Stargate, now it's my turn to build a Stargate. After going Robo.
I mean, what's his goal with the Stargate there? What is he going for? Some Phoenix to lift up the Immortals, or
I don't know anymore. I'm confused too.
Okay, second gateway going down.
I think what we do is we build 2 Oracles and we sneak them in. On the Hallucination's getting scouted.
Sneak him in where? Trap's stuck on his base.
Yeah, sneak him in the main. Oracles, right?
Yeah, in the backside of his main?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
2 Oracles, 1 shot anywhere I'm gonna work this. There's only, what, 1 Stalker right now?
That's true, there's
it's
only
actually
one Stalker.
a Phoenix, so we're just scrap that.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
pick up the Immortal, do the drop, and looks like Patience wants to expand behind this. He's got a lot of money for it.
Yeah, he should be taking the Nexus any minute now. Stargate should get scouted here. Does. Phoenix is nice. He can push back a Warp Prism. That might be the reason why he's going Phoenix.
Okay, okay.
We'll see if he builds anything else. You can actually bring the... we can bring the Prism over to repower this. If you wanted to.
Ridiculous. Okay, so Patience has evacuated position at the natural of Trap.
Oh, whoa, where's our response here?
Double Immortal drop. This is really nice here. Let's see if he can actually kill any SC or SC probes yet.
It doesn't get much, but I mean, just the force and like a response to this is really good.
Yeah, Trap was a lot late to pull that back, wasn't it? So it might show that he's slipping just a little bit mentally in this game with how bonkadoodles the whole game has gone.
Yeah, 24 workers, 25.
He's leaving the Robo facility up.
I mean, he doesn't have any energy. He can't kill that forever.
What?
We see a Void Ray from Patience.
What?
Patience is so weird.
Okay, what universe is this?
Is he actually going to get the Nexus?
You're kidding me. No
way. He might
way.
actually get it. He's going to get it.
He's focusing it down, gets the cancel on the Nexus. Patience is playing this beautifully.
Does take quite a bit of damage on the Immortal there for that, but that's fine.
Man.
What I would do is I'd take the Warp Prism and repower up that Robo and get double Robo Immortal production.
Okay, that'd be a bold play.
Why not?
Void Ray is out and scouted, and surely at some point Trap is like, that's a hallucination, right? You're kidding me.
I think Trap was like, you would make them report or more Void Ray, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes, it's you, my old adversary, Warp Prism.
Oh, maybe a free Stalker here? Yeah, doesn't get it.
Barely saves it. Nice. Those 4 shield batteries are paying off.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision to attack there. I think we recall this Prism. Kind of needs it here defensively. He has no Immortals defensively right now.
Come on, he's got a Void Ray, man. What else do you need?
Yeah.
Look at that. He's going to push away the Warp Prism, but oh man, that is a huge hunk of army here from Trap.
There's no reason to be defending with so little units here.
Yeah, force fields go down. We don't see a recall yet.
The Void Ray is actually doing a lot of work.
I'm telling you, man, they're so undervalued.
Is he actually going to walk it across the map? It looks like he's flying it back.
He is. Ooh. Is he going to flank with double Immortal?
He just needs to defend. I don't know why we don't just get it home immediately. Is he going back out? This madman. It's a 1 base versus 2 base player.
Whoa, this is impressive. Now the Void Ray is getting picked down here, but getting a little bit of damage done on those, nice Warp Prism micro there by Trap to save a lot of these units. And, well, Patience has a second Immortal here to reinforce. I can't believe this.
He's not even fighting in the shield batteries. Okay, now we have 4 Immortals pushing on our door. This is a little scary.
Yeah, Phoenix lifts up 1 Immortal. Looks like the second one has gone down. But yeah, I think Patience is going to be able to defend this.
Yeah.
And he
didn't even defend with 2 Immortals. He didn't even need them.
Wow, Patience in a really good spot, and there it is. He's going to flank with these Immortals in the Warp Prism, and Trap's going to GG out Patience, taking game number 1.
What a PvP.
Jake, pinch me. I think I'm asleep the night before I have to cast the GSL. I don't believe any of this is happening.
Our runner-up might get eliminated. This is in the round of 32.
Nuts. Somewhere in a campground in Massachusetts, Gemini is like holding his security blanket, and just like holding the corner of it and like watching it fray under his nervous fingers.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid game too. Like there wasn't anything too cheesy, or there's nothing about that game that was cheesy. If anything, the proxy Stargate was more of a gamble than the proxy Robo.
I was gonna say, aren't we at a great time in StarCraft 2's life cycle when double proxy from each player is not cheesy? It's just how the game is these days.
PvP, man. PvP.
So New Repugnancy, map number 2. This is Patience's map choice now.
Yeah, it's scary.
Oh man. So what does Trap need to do does he need to look inside and say, I'm Trap. I'm a GSL runner-up from last season. I don't lose to Patience.
Well, we're gonna have to see coming up in this next game. Any minute now.
Indeed. And someday it's coming. It's coming. Here it is.
Yeah.
The game's ready. Let's get into it on New Repugnancy. In the top right-hand corner, in the blue, playing Protoss.
Jin Air Green Wings, Trap.
And in the bottom left, in the red, playing Protoss.
Team LP, Patience.
Oh, Patience fan favorite? Interesting.
He's an underdog. He's getting a lot of cheers, man.
Is he though? Is he even an underdog anymore?
Well, he's up
the
one
Mars
game.
Slayer.
That's true. That's true.
It's his new nickname.
Add this to his resume.
Is this another proxy?
One time. All right. So Trap not proxying anything. No probes out on the map.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's true. But dual gateway back home. Well, Patience is dropping 2 gateways as well. So this might just be scouting then, right?
This is a proxy.
Yeah, definitely. There's the scouting probe. Okay.
Scout, yeah. But it looks like Trap may do it. It's hard to tell. There's 2 probes leaving. He's probably going to proxy too. Why not? Yep. Let's go for it. Let's just double proxy again. The question is it double Robo, Stargate Robo, or Stargate? Like, what is it? There's so many different options here.
Yeah, man.
What if they build on the other side of the rocks?
Oh, man, that would be sick,
okay.
nasty, awesome.
Is he actually just scouting? Oh, it looks
both
like
of these?
Trap might actually just be scouting for proxies. He might not be doing it. Oh, yeah, the second pylon's at home.
Wow, okay, okay.
Wait, they both have second pylons at home, right? I don't know.
Well, Patience has dropped his pylon in the middle of the map here.
He says
Cybercore finishes up, and...
It's going to be a Stargate.
Well, he's taking his time there, adding on another pylon. Oh, finishing up his ramp, that's why, okay.
It's going to be a Stargate still. Okay, don't build it. Please don't build it. Please don't. Just give it a couple seconds.
He's going to drop it.
Oh, it's a Robo, too. He has so much gas.
He'll cancel, though. He'll cancel for sure, right? You don't go through with this. You cancel it and build it back home and go for a normal game.
Nah, this is Patience. Patience doesn't care about normal games.
Patience don't care.
I actually can't believe he's letting it finish, though.
That's surprising. Twilight as
He's
well.
also opening double... Okay, this is just a mistake, because you open double adept, you don't really have the firepower to defend that stock, or that pylon. Look at the pylon can actually get shot from the other side, too.
Ooh, yeah.
This is just a mistake. I think he cancels it now.
Okay, cancels it and falls back on his Twilight tech?
Yeah, there's no way you think this Robo finishes.
No, of course not. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Canceled immediately. So Twilight back home. What does Patience need to do to pull out of this spiral?
It's time for DTs.
DTs?
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. In the wise words of Matthew McConaughey, right?
Yep.
DT Shrine back at home, or do you try and proxy that as well?
No proxies on the DT. All right, he's going for Blink. Blink is
safer choice, right?
I think DT's the better choice, but Blink is fine too.
Okay.
Especially with the Stargate. Like, he doesn't know it's Stargate, but no Robo. Yeah, they're not finding anything. Oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah, why would you let that Shade finish? He isn't able to stop the building of that third, and he's going to lose both of these Adepts. That's a real shame.
Yeah.
First Oracle out for Trap.
Is there a shield battery at home?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't
think he even knows it's Stargate.
Ooh, no, Patience could be in a little hot water here. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
3-gate Blink. Interesting.
Okay.
Not bad. Generally, it's kind of hard to make Blink work, though. It's like an aggressive option, which is what Patience likes to do.
Yeah. Now he is finally dropping that expansion, which is nice.
Oh, no. This is going to be it. So what happens is the Stalker's going to force Patient Stalkers out of the middle line in the natural or in the main, and he's going to go in the main at the same time with the Oracle. This could actually just end the game.
Oh,
There's
man,
a small
okay,
chance.
well, here we go.
He's not
Stalker
going
in the
to.
main, going to push that Oracle away. The Oracle with just 1 kill so far.
Okay, he's not going
kills.
to end it. Also, the Stalkers were way less aggressive than I was expecting.
It's already sending the Stalkers back home.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't even push. This could be really scary if you time it out a little bit better, I think. Like, the Stalkers go forward, and you force the Stalkers into your base, or into the natural.
It seems unlike Trap to make a blunder like that.
It's not really a blunder, but less capitalizing on what he could have done. I guess he doesn't know the same thing we know, though.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Robo for Trap. Gonna follow this up with Immortals and just, I guess, do a pretty standard 2-base Protoss push. Proxy Pylon at the 12 o'clock position for Patience. Keep an eye on that, guys.
That's the Adept Pylon. You sneak in some Adepts every now and then.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Stalker's already getting warped in, though. This Oracle is not going to... Okay, a Revelation there. Blinks forward to pick off one of the Oracles. That's nice. It doesn't have
punished,
to sacrifice.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could have gotten punished so hard there.
Oh, forces the recall. Even going to kill 1 Stalker?
Neither? Oh, he was so greedy.
Man. Look at that Stalker with like 1 hit point left. How
that was greedy. He could have gotten one, at least one there.
Okay, Oracle is going to push back in, but Patience moving across the map now. And there it is.
The
Adept Pylon.
Yeah, the Adept Pylon. Look at that. See?
What a call. What a call.
This is a great call. This is actually what I saw Hurricane do a lot of, and it looked really strong when he was doing it.
Blinks up into the main. Distracts with the Adepts in the natural. Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
Oh, he's going to let it finish.
The Adepts up there?
Okay, yeah, there it is.
Oh,
no!
What a trap from... yeah, you know what I was going to say. All right, so Patience loses all of those Stalkers to a terrible little trap there.
Blink out.
Yeah, he'll definitely blink out, but
he's
that's
gonna
a real
lose at
shame.
least one, though, I think.
Ooh, Oracle? Man, that Oracle barely alive.
If he didn't have Blink, he'd still be dead, though. He's not
oh, for sure.
He's going to lose one, for sure. Is he going to... Wait,
he's going to stay. He's going for those Immortals. What?
Oh, no!
Oh, Trap being really greedy, but what an unfortunate time for a pause there.
This would be the worst time possible, though.
Goodness gracious.
He needs to pause here, though. Do you remember what happened with the Reaper?
Oh, yeah, I remember what happened with the Reaper. I was here. Oh, geez. So that was really impressive there. Trap leaving those Immortals to try and capitalize on the blink away, right? Because he was planning to blink away.
He already lost
hit with the Immortals. And yeah, one Immortal already going down because he was so excited to just stay and really punch through.
The army supply is higher for Trap. The only problem is if both these Immortals go down, it's Stalker versus Stalker, and Patience has a blink.
That's true, and that's a quick
I can't believe Patience is so decisive to take fights like this. Like, if I was a pro gamer, you really need to think if this is the right call, because your life is on the line, no? I guess he's up one, so maybe he can make these calls a little bit easier.
Yeah, but I don't want to go. I don't want to go into Game 3 against Trap. Are you kidding me?
No, nobody does.
Oh, man,
I guess that might be the same reason why he's being so aggressive now, right?
It definitely could be.
He just end it.
Yeah, I mean, there's that mentality in tournaments where you want to either win fast or lose fast, you know, to get something done right away. And it could be that Patience is really trying to engage with that and say, you know what, I'm going to make it happen either way. We're going to a Game 3. I can go toe-to-toe with him, but I will say it probably shows a mark of confidence from Patience if he's willing to commit to something like that.
I was always planning on doing it, too, looking at the worker count now. 24 workers to 37. 37.
Yeah, that's
So it's almost like he needs to do this.
Yeah, what is it just because Trap got his natural up so much more quickly that he had the more income to support all those workers?
Yeah, he did. Also, the Robo stuff was weird.
That's true. Yeah, he did sacrifice a lot for that. So, a really interesting choice there from Patience, but I'm pretty happy with how he's taking this initial engagement, assuming the engagement does continue.
Yeah, that was quite a blunder, I think.
From Trap.
From Trap, but it didn't feel like one if you're Trap. You're like, oh, look, I got all these Stalkers for free. And then these force fields came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It was. Oh, wait, you don't think? There's no way, right? I may be looking into this too much. There's no way he ran in that stasis on purpose.
No, come on. There's no way.
Think about it, though. Think about it deeper.
There's still no... Come on.
Because you can get those Stalkers out if worst case scenario.
I guess if he knew that Trap didn't have Blink...
He knows Trap doesn't have Blink.
And he knew that Trap might be aggressive. That...
This would be mind-blowing. I don't think this is likely, but it's possible.
I'm hoping Patience gets into the winner's interview now, just so we can ask him that question.
Well, we don't get to ask him.
I'm going to throw a paper airplane down to Geary with a note written on it. Can you please ask him if that was intentional?
Yeah, that would be so cool if it was.
It'd be a wild play.
Now, I think that you want to whittle down the army, though. Like, it makes more sense to have that constant ability to blink back in micro more.
Right, you want to abuse your mobility as opposed to
especially
brute
when
force
there's an
that you just
immortal,
don't have.
because you can like poke them with your Stalkers so that the batteries or the shields go off and then you blink back, right?
Right.
But if you're stasis, then obviously you can't do anything. So
I don't know what he was going for there. What an unusual play. You know, normally PvP is not my favorite matchup, but this one is actually turning out to be super interesting.
I like PvP. It's intricate.
It is very intricate.
Especially if Patience is here. then it's even more intricate. But every matchup is intricate with him.
Yeah, well, Patience often reminds me of like if like a PvP is a beautiful waltz that you're doing, and then Patience just has a sledgehammer, and like randomly on the third beat, he might just take it to your knees, like a mafia boss. Oh jeez. Okay, so Patience up 1 game.
Right.
Trap, mentally, how is he feeling at this pause? I mean, you've been in this situation before as a pro gamer, right? A lot on the line here.
Yeah.
A pause at an unexpected time. Are you just so in the game that you stay focused and you think, if this is what I'm doing, I got to stay focused? Or does it jar you a little bit? Does it really send you off?
Well, Trap is the one who paused, so it shouldn't be too jarring. It might be more jarring for Patience because he's in the middle of his aggression. Like he's in the middle of his, very decisive decision here. So it might be a little bit harder for him, but at the same time, this game could go either way right now still.
So to recap, for people who can't see, we were lucky enough to have the screen in front of us. We can see exactly what's just happened. But we've got, 10 stalkers from Patience, give or take, that have just taken out an Immortal.
Yep, and
Trap
has focusing down another Immortal.
1 Immortal left. Oh, what are they up to there? Oh,
I don't know.
This looks so serious.
Well, I'm wondering if they think they should recall behind like that Immortal dying or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It's hard to say what exactly is going on, but that would make sense as to why there would be such a commotion. Because the Immortal did just get picked off for free, basically, the first one.
Definitely. Although it was already in pretty much danger. It was in a lot of danger because Trap
danger.
had put it up against the Stalkers already.
The thing is, when we see lag, we don't know when it starts for the players.
That's true. That's
like
true.
when you look at all those pauses, they're very strangely timed out compared to some of the other, like when it happens on our screen.
Right.
It's hard to say. I think it's really hard to say. Also, for example, remember when Patience, or was it Patience? Whoever surrounded the Reaper, for that person, they were making moves still, but the other person could not move their Reaper.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so it's really tough to call then.
Oh, it's basically
strategically
impossible.
what happened there.
It's basically impossible.
Jeez.
It's such a cluster. There's a lot of problems with that. With this.
Goodness gracious. Man, what I mean. Okay, so your Trap, you're a little bit distracted by this pause.
Your Patience, you're distracted by the pause too. But
so, assuming these players get to negotiate where they start from, where does Trap want to go back to?
Trap wants to go back before the Immortal died, and Patience wants to go till now.
Okay. Do you know the GSL rules for how they decide where to go to?
No idea.
To where to?
I have to imagine the admin has a lot of power here, and I think that should always be the case because there's so many rules that are just wouldn't work, right? Like certain situations just doesn't make any sense. You need someone to rule it. We need a committee.
Well, you know what we had?
We had a
very special guest in the makeup room beforehand. JYP, who was petitioning. Well, he wanted to be the admin today. He was talking to the referee and saying, "Oh, I should be the referee today. I should do that." And he didn't get his way. Is JYP somewhere with like is he sitting back with a cord cutter, like snipping that?
That's what you think?
Not let me be the referee. I'll show you, and like twiddling his evil mustache.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing that, but
no,
it's possible.
Okay,
maybe.
I mean, I haven't seen him around anywhere, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Man, this will be wild. Can you imagine if Trap goes out 0-2 in the finals? Not quite as explosive as last season. I think when Maru went out in the round of 32 very quickly.
Well, yeah, not quite as explosive, but runner-up going out in the round of 32 is still very explosive.
It's still huge.
To Patience again, though.
Yeah.
Wait,
right,
what?
Right?
Think about that. Patience beats the champion and the runner-up the next season.
Beautiful. Beautiful
Patience
stuff.
for GSL champion. That's what it sounds like.
And so Innovation was the one who finished off Maru last season. It was Patience and then, I think in Group A, Season 2. Because Maru had to do the Innovation in the rubber match is what they played for. And Inno went on and Maru didn't.
Oh, yeah. Patience came out first, didn't he?
Yeah. And so, but Inno's already out this time.
Right.
So Patience might just have a huge smile on his face if he gets out of here.
Inno going out was so crazy.
Right?
Imagine classic Innovation is a loser's match.
Well, and think back to remember when they were doing the interviews with the players, talking about who they would most change with, and I think of the players on the screen, 3 of them all said like
Inno?
Innovation was the one they would change with.
All right,
but
guys, we're resuming.
Let's get into it and see what this game has for us.
All right, by the time we resume, the Immortal doesn't get picked off, but it does get injured. It's about half HP now.
Okay.
This fight is going to be really explosive because I think there's a clock here for Patience. This Adept might find something here, but there's a shield battery.
Interesting. So that one Immortal did go down. The other one at half health, right?
Yeah.
The third Immortal now just the second Immortal that's on the field, has just joined the fray. Trap is getting one more Immortal out.
Ooh.
A weird missed force field there from Patience. So I think, he's blinking into the main! He's going to depower both of these gateways immediately, forcing Trap to get up into the main to try and defend against it, but this is really cute from Patience.
You know what he
He's
was
gonna
trying?
Sneak out of there.
He misplaced that force field. If he had force fielded the correct way, none of that army would have been able to go up the ramp.
That's so true. He's going to try and force field him back in. What are you doing? Patience, get out of there! Okay, he's fine. Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried. Glaives start from Trap. Robo starts from Patience. More Stalkers getting warped in, but there's at the reinforcing pylon there at the 11 o'clock. This is one of the reasons Patience is doing so well this game. He's able to continue putting on pressure from that forward pylon.
Yeah, the forward pylon being really important. 33 workers to 37. The worker gap is starting to close a bit.
Yeah.
But there isn't as much sustenance, as you could call it, in this army for Patience. It's more soft? I don't know. There's not as much power.
Yeah, definitely not. Okay, another missed force field. Patience has missed it in the exact same spot twice there.
Oh, no.
And oh, man, there's nothing here. The 2 Stalkers for Patience are in the natural.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to that
This is the
lead.
PvP thing, though. Losing 8 workers here is essentially game ending. Like, it's so bad.
So is Patience going to push now, then?
I don't think he can, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He has no vision up into the main aside from this one Adept. Is he going to pull the same trick that he just pulled a second ago? No, he's going to try and get up the front here. But Trap has his whole army down here at the natural with 3 shield batteries. Trap in such good position.
Yeah, this is starting to get really bad. I mean, 34 workers to 40. I think the gap would have been closed fully if it wasn't for that Oracle coming in.
Yeah,
but like tech-wise and army size, just everything is in favor of Trap right now. The only difference is that there's Blink. Also, I find it interesting that we're going Glaives against Blink Stalkers, but I guess that's fine.
Yeah,
Mortals.
Very interesting. Okay, so Warp Prism is coming out here. Patience going to sacrifice one Stalker to the gods of the Stalkers with the hopes that he can get away with the rest of them with the quick blink.
He could get the Prism.
Oh my god, he could. Okay, nice pull away there from Trap. Good catch, though.
Oh, he needs
so
to relax. If this Prism goes down, it's really bad. He loses a lot of his micro and a lot of his reinforcements.
Yeah. But remember, Patience is under a lot of pressure now because he's lost so many workers. He thinks he's behind in workers, even though he's actually ahead now, 42 to 40.
Yeah,
it's been so long that he's been behind. But yeah, so he's just catching up on income now, but still a little bit behind. But the reinforcing Warp Prism here for Trap is going to make this a very, very difficult engagement for Patience to take. We can see Trap pushing forward, trying to get all those Immortals on top, and these Blink Stalker micro from Patience has got to be beautiful, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough.
It's not quite enough. There's one Immortal joining the fray here. I don't see how you can stop this. He blinks forward. He does get a couple Mortals. He does get the Prism too, but this army is just falling apart.
Yeah, Patience not going to be able to do the GG out, and Trap takes game number 2, bringing us to a final match. Oh,
pretty excited.
So jazzed. These guys have put up, I mean, each of their games has been a knockdown, drag-out slugfest. They've got bloody noses, they've got black eyes, they've got busted chins, and their managers are pouring water on their face to get the blood off. Both of them being hyper-aggressive for every game.
Yeah, this is the PvP way, though.
Is anything going to change for Game 3?
Are they suddenly
going to decide to sit back and macro in Game 3?
If you look at Game 1 versus Game 2, I think Trap did a little bit too much aggressively in Game 1, and like Patience kind of took advantage of it. In Game 2, he kind of waited for Patience to come to him, and he scouted, and he played a pretty good game, honestly. I think this is a way better way to play against Patience.
Yeah, aside from that unexpected lag spike there.
Yeah.
Which maybe threw him off a little bit, but was still able to close the deal, which was nice. I liked his strategy that he chose in Game 2. Game 3, going to be on King's Cove.
Yeah. We'll have to see what happens on
King's Cove, man.
There's nothing too special about this in PvP.
I always say that, but it's one of my favorite maps of all time. Interesting that we haven't seen Turbo Cruise at all today. That's a real shame.
Yeah, Turbo Cruise is a weird map.
I know, well, especially for PvP,
We should see Cobalt more than Turbo Cruise.
That's so weird, yeah.
I feel.
All right, so Game 3 going to be on King's Cove here. Trap and Patience currently 1-1. The winner of this game goes on to the round of 16, and the loser goes home. So let's see who it is in game number 3.
Fight!
In the bottom right-hand corner, in the blue, it is
Jin Air Green Wings, Trap.
GSL Code S 2019 Season 2 runner-up, Trap.
And in the top left-hand corner, Master of Blinks himself.
Team LP, Patience.
Master of Blinks.
Master of Blinks.
I didn't know who that was in the small council. In the Red Keep, I didn't know there was a Master of Blinks. I knew there was a Master of Whispers and a Master of Coin.
He's the Master of Blinks.
I like it. I like it. Yep. Let's get him a robe and some swords or something. That sounds dope. Master of Blinks. Probes again going out here.
I hope he doesn't go for a proxy this game.
This is so funny. I can't wait.
He's really not a bad PvP player, so he doesn't need to like rely on gambles or anything. These probes are going to pass in the night. They're
miss
not
each other. Oh.
I don't know if that's good or bad. I think that's a good thing.
It's certainly going to
Because they're both going for proxies.
It's going to add uncertainty to the game, which is what makes it really interesting, right?
Trap's proxy location is so interesting. That has to be a Stargate, right? No, it could be a Robo too, though.
I've seen Robos on the high ground on King's Cove before. It's tough to spot sometimes, because obviously if you send a probe like down through the center of the map or around the outside, they often don't hop up onto those little high ground spots in the middle of the map to check for proxies there. So that actually might work out fairly well for Trap.
What if they both go Robo? What if they both go proxy Robo? That'd be really strange. One person would have to be, okay, there's a Stargate and a Robo. Okay. Wait, is the Stargate at home? Okay, never mind. I was going to say, what?
Proxy Stargate, unscouted. Proxy Robo, unscouted.
He might actually scout it, though, because he's going up in the high ground in the other spot.
Okay, come on, Patience, you can do it, buddy. Nope, high ground on the other side. Rerouting.
Oh.
Patience not going to see it there, and the probe from Trap not anywhere near the proxy Stargate either.
Wonder which one is more important to scout. I feel like the Stargate's actually more important to scout.
Yeah, I think so, because the Stargate limits your mobility a lot, right?
Yeah. Well, the Stargate, too, can just slip in and do so much damage immediately, whereas the Robo is kind of like a couple punch, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the Oracle is literally like a knockout punch immediately. Though, it looks like we do see batteries from both players in the middle lanes.
Yeah, everybody frightened about what they're up against. So the battery's actually going to be really good then for Trap, who's going to be able to negate that Oracle from Patience.
Whereas the batteries from Patience don't really do anything because there's no Stargate.
Okay. Man, these players.
The thing is, he can't wait for 2 Oracles and then go. It doesn't matter if you have a battery with your 2 Oracles.
Yeah,
oh, the hallucination's going to fly over it.
Oh, man, so he does spot the
Do you just send the Oracle straight to the pylon now? Maybe?
Ooh, does it have enough energy to pick down the entire pylon at this point?
Maybe?
Ooh, I mean, the Immortal is still going to get out.
Yeah, one Immortal's you can deal with, though. Okay, it looks like he's going for it.
Go for it's just for the pylon, but Trap seems to have sniffed it out, not starting that second Immortal and getting the other one home.
I don't think he has quite enough. Oh, it's close. It's really close. I think you must, though, right? You can't be patient and just not know. 5, it's so close.
Nice, okay.
It's like 3 seconds.
Question asked and answered.
That's pretty good for... I wonder if the Immortal just goes over to the proxy Stargate now and depowers it, though.
You depower me, I'll show you what I can depower.
Yeah, now we wait until we have enough energy and then go again, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So Stargate on the other side for Trap, though.
Oh, I like that. That's nice.
Is Patience going to expand behind this, then?
Probably. And if Trap goes for the expansion, his probe's going to block his Nexus, possibly.
Oh, man, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Look at the placement of that. That's gorgeous.
Oh, no!
The 2 Adepts get in. There's already something here, though. Should be able to push it away.
Yeah, but you can one-shot probes if you're in a better position.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get the probe that builds Nexus, though. That's annoying.
And then Shade back into the main.
Okay, it doesn't
he's going for it. So one Adept does go down, and the other one is going to get picked off. So 3 probes, not bad for Trap.
Not bad.
Not the end of the day. And a first Phoenix already on the way out. And Patience now building Immortals.
This Immortal's just been roaming, free roaming.
This game is so
Oh, look, the Stasis did block the Nexus.
It is 3 Immortals now, or 3 Archons. Oh my
Oracles.
gosh. Oracles is the word I was looking for. One going to go down immediately, though. A lot of Stalkers from Trap to defend against this, and 2 of them gonna bite the dust.
I wonder if it's even worth, though. 19 to 22. I think if you got a couple more, it'd be worth. 5 probes go down.
Yeah.
And he's building a Phoenix anyway, so maybe it's totally worth.
Yeah, it forces a second Phoenix out.
The Phoenixes are probably going to shut this down eventually anyway, so you might as well go for it.
Patience going into Phoenix as well.
Yeah, he wants to get 1 out just to deal with Prisms. That's what it looks like.
He does, just in time.
Does he?
Yeah, it just popped out. Or maybe he canceled it, rather. I think he canceled it.
He canceled it.
There. Aha, okay.
That's unfortunate, because he doesn't want to deal with the Prisms somehow. Trap's going to be able to deal with Prisms, but Patience will not be able to.
Man, this game is already twisted up in all kinds of knots, just like the other 2 have been. Both these players putting on a masterclass. Oh, this poor Patience Oracle is going to get picked down.
Ooh.
Forcing the recall on it.
Is he going to get it? Yeah, he's going to get it. Nice.
And look at this Trap moving across the map, already moving up into the 3rd of Patience. And looks like he wants to put on some pressure already.
Stasis? He might be able to get a Stasis ward off.
Okay, Patience sees it. What's he gonna do to respond
Stasis
here?
ward? Where's the...
No.
Is this the army?
Oh, man. Already pressure on the natural here. And Trap with a pretty beefy army going to pick down 1 pylon. Oh, forces the cancel out of Patience, and that's a big win already for Trap.
Yeah, this is bad, though. Like, only 1 Immortal, and there's 3 Phoenixes to pick it up.
Oh, dear. Oh,
this is kind of like what happened the first game. I like the Dark Shrine. This is like a really good way of coming back if you're behind.
Give him the DTs. Awesome. Okay, so hopefully we can live long enough to see these DTs coming down. But there it is.
These Phoenixes are being really aggressive.
Yeah, picking up. What are they picking up there? Just
I think
Adepts?
picking up Adepts, yeah, which seems like
whoa, a big stasis ward. That's a nice for Patience.
That's huge. Literally half his economy is gone for like what is it, 30 seconds?
Forces
He's
the
gonna get
recall
another
as
one.
Well, gets the second one down. Oh man, but this time Trap has seen it. Still, okay, for the cost of an Oracle.
How many probes are mining right now? Like 6?
That's so big, and Patience moving.
I still
his
like
Warp Prism into play for these DTs. There's no detection here just yet, is there?
Not yet. I don't think.
Does Trap still have an Oracle on the map?
Does Trap ever make an Oracle?
Ooh, he didn't. It's all Phoenix. No Forge,
Right,
no cannons, no Oracle.
He's building a Robo or an Immortal. No Observer.
Oh man.
Is there
Patience.
Oh, there's a warping spot too.
Patience. Oh baby. Okay, so Patience should get some DTs in here pretty quickly. He's rebuilding his natural. The entire army comes back home.
What did I say originally? How salty you would be if you got robbed by Dark Shrine or something?
Yeah. Yeah,
This is gonna be really sad if the game just ends because of Dark Shrine.
Crank up the salt mines, Twitch viewers. It's happening. So Phoenix scouting around, wondering why there's no more army here. Is this gonna be enough?
Oh, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get the scout.
Scouts
nice
it out.
scout.
Now, what is he gonna do to respond to this?
Immediate observer.
Immediate observer, but this DT already
The
in
DT's
here.
already here. It's gonna get a lot of workers, at least 4 or 5.
More
Especially
than
if he
that, surely
suicides
the
it.
observer only halfway done. Okay, some nice micro there from Trap to try and save some of this, but 6 down already, 7, make it 8.
Oh, there's another one at the net too.
Oh, this is great
He
play
saves it
here
too.
from Patience. Saves that the observer comes out, but the DT is still in the natural, picking away at this pylon. Oh man, this is nice. Look at this, the entire army from Trap gonna rotate down to the natural.
He didn't send the observer. Okay, there it is.
Patience gets it out. This is and
nice
recalls.
recall. Did he just know the Phoenixes were there? I mean, he probably just thought eventually it was gonna happen. Nice play, really nice play.
Worker counts even. Army supply wildly different. Why is Trap so far ahead this game, Jake?
I mean, there's a lot of things that come to play. Mostly the delayed robo from. I mean, he lost all those oracles too. Like that's a lot of supply, and a lot of investment.
Okay.
But I think Defender still has a huge advantage, so the game's not over by any means.
Yeah. Ooh, these Phoenix are gonna get picked down by the. Okay, still alive. That's all right.
Might get the Prism. Doesn't.
Playing very cautious now. I think both these players are spooked, man.
I'm surprised he's being aggressive again.
Wow, yeah, Trap rotating around the top of the map here.
Looks like they both want to be aggressive.
This is surprising. So these Phoenix need to stay alive for a long time to lift up all those expensive units from Patience. Patience making an Oracle, not leaving any DTs. That's interesting. I would have thought 2 DTs would be a big difference in that army.
Yeah, problem is observers will snipe these down really quick. He's going to get the Prism, possibly.
Oh, that Prism.
Oh.
Oh, what is this? Patience taking a really weird fight. Trap on the high ground, blowing him down. Look at this. Two Immortals already on the high ground, shelling everything down. Oh, and the last Phoenix does pick down the last Warp Prism. This is looking really, really bad for Patience.
He doesn't have a recall either because he recalled the Prism.
Oh, no.
This is going to possibly...
Shade's going to finish on top there for Trap.
Oh, no, he's getting on top of the Immortals.
Oh, man. Immortal number 1 going down. Immortal number 2 at about half health. And the Adepts are there to clean it up. 1 shot, 2 shot. And go.
Okay.
There it is. Boom.
A lot of the beef in this army is gone now. I'm not sure how we defend this. It's a couple...
Body blocking with the Adepts even to force out that Archon. That's gorgeous. A nice pickup by Patience to save it, but there's simply not enough
here. There's 3 shield batteries, not even close to finishing up either. He's getting on top of the army. If he gets on top of the natural, I don't see how we can possibly defend this game.
Nice micro there from Patience, picking up stuff in the Warp Prism, but the Warp Prism from Trap has also arrived. The probes have been pulled for Patience, but here comes a big Warp in from Trap, and it looks like Trap has just enough to make this work.
Yeah, we do see all of the army getting cleaned up right here. The shield batteries do finish, but there's nothing here to repair or heal up. A couple Archons is not going to be enough. 2 Immortals, tons of Stalkers, couple Adepts. There's no workers. 13 workers go down. 36 supply to 60.
Patience fighting for his life on the ropes in this 3rd rubber match here between he and Patience, but Trap showing us why he is a GSL runner-up in last season, absolutely capturing this game with great aplomb.
Yeah, Patience staying in a little longer than expected, but this has got to be it.
Well, he just watched Fantasy in the last series, so he knows what a good GG timing is. 1 Archon doing a lot of work there for Patience, but there's so many Stalkers everywhere, man. It's just not enough. Immortals from Trap in the natural. There's the GG, and Trap defends his title, wipes the sweat off of his brow, and moves on to the round of 16 in GSL Season 3.
It's got to be a sigh of relief to actually get out of this group. It was pretty scary for a minute there.
Look at that half-cocked grin on Trap's face.
Happy.
He knows that that was the skin of his very teeth, getting him through there, and Patience so close to victory, tasting instead the terrible, bitter taste of defeat.
Yeah, he had a pretty hard group. I don't blame him at all for losing here. I think he expected to do better, especially after his performance in last season, getting out of the round of 32 in one of the hardest groups possible.
Yeah,
but
no shame for our boy Patience losing to Solar and then to Trap. It looks like we're going to a winner's interview. Andy, what's going on over there?
Hello guys, we have our final winner of Group H, round of 32. It is Trap, the runner-up of the last season. Congratulations, thank you.
네, 먼저 마지막 16강 진출자가 됐습니다.
Now you are
소감부터
catching the
들어볼게요.
last train to the round of 16. How do you feel? Well,
마지막 최종전 푸푸전에서
in the final match, in the PvP,
심장 떨리는 게임을
it was really nervous. It was like,
약간 그 떨림이
it was so neck and neck,
네,
and
마지막
I'm
세트
still like
상대의
shaking right
감정
now.
카드가 상당히 무서웠습니다. 얼마나 위험하게 느끼셨었나요?
그 1세트랑
In the first set,
3세트랑
in the third set,
빌드가 반대 상황이었는데
네.
we were like in the opposite situations.
제가 불리한 거예요. 또 마지막 세트도.
And for the last
근데
set, I was
이제
on my back foot.
유연자를 3개까지 뽑아가지고
And then
그거를
Patience went for
의식을
3
하고
oracles.
있어서 그걸 맞고서 상황이 괜찮아진 것 같아요.
And then after
네.
that, things went
자, 오늘
fine.
이렇게 최종전으로 16강 진출. 사실
So in the final
이휘진
match, you defeat
진출을
Patience and
생각하고
move on to the
오셨을
round of
텐데
16.
아쉬움
I'm pretty sure you
많으시나요?
came here thinking that you would go
네,
up as the
저도
first place.
2승을 좀 간절히
I
원했었는데
mean, I
최종전도
did
또 오랜만에
come
가고
here in that mind, but I did have to go through the final match.
사실 조성우 선수가 이름을 처음으로 알린
And
건
when
그
Trap
저그전
was first famous, he was known as the Zerg specialist, and because he was so good at playing against Zerg players.
지난 시즌 2부터는 이
But
저그전에 대한
from
아쉬움이
season
좀
2,
있습니다.
you've had some
오늘도
disappointing
승자전
moments against
강민수
Zerg
선수에게
players
패배를 당했죠.
since you did lose to Dark
썬더버드 불멸자 러시에 대해서
last
이야기를
season,
해볼게요.
and you lost to
거리가
Solar
멀고
today.
언덕 지형까지 끼고
Okay,
있는
let's talk about
맵인데
Thunderbird.
여기서 일 불멸자
You
러시를
went for a
강행했습니다.
one immortal
선
push,
인공제어서로 이득을 보지 못한 상황이었는데
and
그
you
배경을
couldn't
좀
get the
들어볼 수
advantage
있을까요?
from going for the cybernetics course first. What was the reason behind
성은
it?
인공제어설을 해서 그냥 서로
Well,
약간 가난한 상태로
I went for the cybernetics
시작해서
core first.
약간 그냥 좀 한 번에 그냥 노림수를
Then
준비한
I just wanted to
민수가 잘 막더라고요.
like go for a surprise attack, and then he handled it perfectly.
그
So it was my
저그전이 여전히
mistake.
조금 어렵다 이렇게 생각하시는 데는 그 땅굴과 군단
And currently, the people,
여전히
the players are
어려우세요?
having difficulty going up against Swarm Host
그냥
and
그
Nidus. What do you think?
좋은 유닛이 너무 많아요. 적은
The Zerg currently has too many good units,
괜찮고,
too many OP units.
땅굴이랑
Nidus is
가능성이 너무
good,
좋기 때문에
Swarm Host is good.
그것 때문에 좀 많이 어려운 것
So
같아요.
I think that's why other races are having
프로토스도 좋은
having
유닛
a difficult time.
많잖아요. 분광기도
Protoss has a
있죠,
good units, right?
불멸자도 있죠.
There's
좋은 거
Immortal,
많잖아요.
there's War Prism.
갖추기 전에 저거가
Well,
먼저 갖춰서
I mean, before we get those high quality units, the Zerg just comes rushing in.
그게 어려운 것 같아요.
So I think that's a really difficult part in the
갖추려면 시간이
PvC.
필요한데
So yeah, in conclusion, to get those
시간을 좀 오래
units,
끌면은
we need time.
후반 가면 또 못 이기기
But
때문에
yeah, the Zerg just catches
후반
us
가면 못
off
이기기
guard.
때문에 지난 시즌 2 결승전에서 와 그런 과감한 반짝이,
And
과감한
you did go
빌드가
very
나왔던
aggressive
걸까요?
last
오,
season
정말 그전에는
in the
보지
final match against
못했던
Dark.
그런 광자포 러시 이런
You
과감한
did go for the
빌드까지
cannon rush
사용하셨는데요.
against Dark in
그
the last
배경이
season.
굉장히 궁금해요.
And I just want to know with what background you decided to go for this play.
그냥 뭔가
Well,
실전제니까
You know,
시도가
best of 7. I felt like I need to
했는데,
try something fresh.
근데 진짜 다시는 광자포로
And I will never opt for a cannon rush in my life
다시
again.
돌아가도 그런 생각은 없으셨을 것 같은데 이 정도면 주변에서도 이야기 많았을
Well, I guess
것 같은데요.
people probably mentioned that as well, right?
네, 결승전 얘기할
Yes,
때
they did. Whenever they talk about the finals,
광자포러시 얘기를 빼놓지 않고
they always
모두 다
mention the cannon
하시더라고요.
rush and flame me.
아쉬움이 있었어요.
And you know, it was a
자,
disappointing
시즌
moment.
1에는 4강, 시즌 2에는
In season 1, round of 4.
시즌
In season 2,
3에는 과연
the finals.
어떤
In season
결과를
3,
맺게
where
될까요?
will you go?
마지막 한마디
And before you
들어보겠습니다.
go, any last words?
이게 제가 거의 블리즈컨도
Well,
확정적이고
You know, I'm almost certain to go to BlizzCon.
하게 되는 걸로 알고 있는데
I'm almost
이게
certain that I'm going to
사람의
GSL
욕심이라는
versus the
게
world.
이번
But you know,
시즌도 잘하고 싶거든요.
a human's greed
원래
is
하듯이
endless,
열심히 하고 있고
and I just want to reach
이번
new height
시즌도
every time I strive for greatness.
최선을 다해서
And this time, I'll try my best
후회 없는 경기 하고 싶어요.
and play
네, 알겠습니다. 이번
matches
시즌
without
기대하도록
regrets.
하겠습니다. 다시 한번
Thank you
축하드립니다.
again for the interview.
And thank you, Andy, for
네,
filling us in on what was going on down
H
there.
최종
A
정리까지
human's
바로
greed is
확인해드리겠습니다.
endless.
I only took away no regrets from that.
Poetic
That's what I
word.
took away.
So guys, there you can see the results from Group H. Trap, unsurprisingly advancing the round of 16, and Solar, not raising a whole lot of eyebrows, but I think some people are probably sad to see Patience go.
Yeah, it was a really hard group for basically everybody. So
Yeah.
I would have loved to see TaeJa get out as well, but what can you do?
Not a bad mix. Not a bad mix of folks for the round of 16 here. 6 Terran, 6 Protoss, 4 Zerg. A pretty good split so far, right? I mean, you're a Zerg player, so don't whine too much.
I just find it
here.
funny that every Protoss takes time to be like, oh yeah, Zerg is really hard. You know, like it's kind of funny.
Well, they got to balance wine a little bit, right? Then it shows the community that they're like, yeah, I hear you guys. I know the balance wine is terrible. So
yeah, they like doing that. They like to get their last couple words in about balance right before they, advance.
Oh, poor Trap. Man, Trap, I tell you, in the last one, it's really impressive. Really quickly, guys, before we go, join us next Wednesday for the group selections. Those are always a ton of fun if you get a chance to tune in and see who chooses who in the trash talk and everything. It's been a real joy to bring these games, and thank you so much to Jake, No Regret,
Thanks
and
to
myself.
you as well, yeah.
Thanks for everyone for joining us. Have a good time.
Let's make it count.
I must practice tolerance.
Next, GSL Season 3. Reversal.